Should be live. That's a great comment right there. Charleston White's they're going to keep arresting everybody until Charleston White's the last one free.
Imagine that.
All right. We good? We good?
I Am Legend scenarios with Charleston White.
I'm just watching the chat. I think they're throwing up W's now. I think we're live. All right.
Everyone's in the feds except for him.
Okay. So to say the least, it's been an eventful week. Last time you saw this show live was Tuesday, 4 p.m., and we brought you one of the what seemed like one of the most iconic conversations that we could have arranged on here in the form of Bricc Baby and Luce Cannon. Obviously, unless you're like completely not in the know, the next day, approximately like 6 to 8 hours after we finished the podcast, people got their homes ran up in and arrested, and we've been dealing with the fallout ever since. Now, obviously, this is all bad from the perspective of us as friends of Bricc, us as people that want to see him thrive and create content and do well for himself, but also poses a problem for me and the Lush one right here, because we do a podcast and we do it at least once a week, and without Bricc here, we definitely needed to try out some new energy. Now, let me first say, Munchie B is apparently going to be over 20 minutes late, which really sets him apart from Bricc Baby.
Yeah, because
Bricc Baby was never late.
Bricc would have been 30 minutes late.
So in that way, already Munchie is as a replacement, or not a replacement. I don't want to say that, because Brick's mom was like reading the group chat and she saw me say, let's use Munchie as a replacement this week. And so when she called me, she says, there ain't no replacing Bricc. And I'm like, okay, well, I didn't mean a replacement for him as a human being. I was just talking about on the podcast this week. But anyway, in the building, we do have the Viral Way podcast, who, believe it or not, people are going to run with the narrative and say that this is us bringing in Brick's ops, internet ops, obviously not real ops, after he gets locked up. We were already planning on having them on before the Luce Cannon opportunity arose, and I was like, okay, let's push the Viral Way collab back by a week, just so that we can get those two together. And then obviously all this insanity has played out over the last week. But
so
yeah.
Long story short, not one, not two, but potentially 3 Bricc Baby ops will be joining our podcast today.
Munchie being not a real Bricc Baby op, but
Yes.
I feel what you're saying. So, okay, let's do a little bit of a introduction and explain to us who you guys are and how the Viral Way podcast came to be.
Like you all should know by now, it's your host that do the most, Mr. Viral himself, a.k.a. the villain, because they hate me for my opinion. Host of the Viral Way podcast. Got bro in the building with me.
LBC Messiah the Great. We here to lead the way. Y'all know what time it is when we step in.
Come on, man. It's Kali the one. Tap in.
Kali the one, not the two,
Not the
Mr. Lightskin
two, man.
himself. So basically, the Viral Way podcast was a long time in the making. I started out just, on social media, Facebook, giving my thoughts, and I would say whatever came to my mind. So I had a lot of crazy takes, a lot of political takes. I was going real hard with the red pill shit. Went from there to doing Instagram lives, and then people was like, "Barry, you need to start a podcast. Like, the shit you saying is crazy. People need to hear this." Like, I don't want to start no fucking podcast. Then I seen Kevin Samuels blow up, and it was like, bro, that's some of the same shit you be saying. So I'm like, all right, I'll give this shit a try. And before bro was locked up at the time, so I really didn't want to start it. So once he got out, it just made perfect sense. Really, my girl, she pressed the issue on it because we was low-key talking about it, but bullshitting. Then one day she booked the studio like, nigga, you going today type shit. So that's really how, long story short, that's how it came about.
So are you more comfortable doing the street talk or the red pill talk? What's the state of the red pill?
We don't do street talk.
Okay.
We not boxed in. We do
do
talk
everything.
about
We
anything.
do it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
We pretty much do everything.
But I'm not to cut you
Go
off.
ahead.
But we are aware of the street talk, and we don't really get too much into that.
Okay.
So
in
for
my
the
opinion.
for the red pill thing, for me, I got burned out on it once you started to see goofies come in and just try to monetize on it. Like, it started as something cool of, okay, we trying to make a change, and we see the relationship with black women and black men. Let's try to switch the narrative. And then once the content started spiking, everybody started doing it. So it's like they made a mockery of the shit. So we kind of fell back from it. And
So,
they started to box us in.
Are you dissing whatever or Fresh and Fit right now?
I mean, Fresh and Fit some goofy, so I'll just say that off the dribble. They definitely some goofy. I'm not gonna really say Fresh, but that Myron guy, yeah, he's a goofy for sure.
Did you ever pay for a Fresh and Fit course like Flacco did?
Nah, we ain't Flacco.
That's crazy.
Fuck no.
That's crazy.
That's crazy work.
He be trying to rewrite
I didn't
history
even know
now.
Flacco was doing shit like that. He could have came to us for some games. That was the case.
That's how I lost my
Flacco could have
virginity.
just banged my line if he wanted to get some bitches. That's easy.
There's
for
nothing
him.
wrong with paying for a course in theory, but yeah, you can't lie. That's pretty.
No,
I think
paying
Of course,
for
to
a-
better
paying for a
yourself,
course, that's
make
out.
some
Paying
bread.
for a
There's
course
got
to
to be
get women
courses
is
out
out.
there that are good. I don't know how much faith I would put in the Fresh and Fit course.
I mean, we used to make my homie used to read like Iceberg Slim, like manipulation, pimping books or
It ain't
whatever.
even it ain't manipulation. They giving you game, but he was better off going to get one of them courses.
I don't
But
think
we
you
used
could
to,
make
I'm saying we used to make fun of the homie for even reading those, trying to get game.
Hold on.
I don't think it
Both
could be
had,
a
like-
course on how to get women or how to.
Hold on, before we
be
even
more
jump
attractive
into
to
all
women.
that, I got a question for you because, like you said, we were supposed to do this when Bricc was out, right? Because Bricc threw a shot, we threw the shot back. We were supposed to have to sit down and figure out what was going on with that.
But you guys didn't want to sit down with Luce Cannon also.
I didn't even know nothing about Luce.
Okay.
We never even discussed Luce. We
Okay.
just talked about Bricc. I got no dealings with Luce Cannon at all.
Okay.
But you pushed it back and you seemed real urgent, like I got to get this done today with the
Right.
Luce and Bricc thing. So did you know the feds was coming to do the sweep?
No, but it was like there's been so many different times where it was like Wack and Bricc were supposed to do the podcast together, and then within 24 hours, somehow they end up on an academics call screaming at each other, and it's just over. Or even like, I don't know if there were other times where Luce and Bricc were set to get on camera together, but it just felt like that relationship has been such a delicate one that as long as we had this window where it was like, oh shit, like Luce is down to sit with Bricc Baby, Bricc sit down with Luce, it's like we got to get this done ASAP
What made
before
it that day though? Because that day they got swept, and that day was the same day we were supposed to be on. So to me, it's like you had to know.
Hell no! Well, you think the feds are just hitting me up like, "Hey, we're about to arrest your
Not
co-host."
necessarily.
Eagle has landed.
Listen, that's not
They're
out of the
both
question.
here.
That's not out of the
It was
question.
a lot of things. It was a lot of things surfacing. They were saying, "Oh, Adam had the suit on, so he knew something." They was throwing some.
Oh yeah, and that worked out very weirdly.
worked
I
out.
would like to clarify for the record that earlier in that day I had been filming a pornographic film in which I had to wear a suit, and then when I got done with the scene, I looked at myself and I'm like, am I really going to spend 5 minutes changing out of this suit to put back on jeans and a t-shirt? No, I'm going to wear this suit because keep in mind the week before we had Rosenberg and he had kind of wowed me with how cool his whole swag was rocking the suit. So I was just like, you know what, I'm going to wear this. And then that seemed like a very prophetic decision being that I think that's the only time I ever wore a suit on the podcast. And it was right before
So
the
that's
boys
what
who
a
wear
coincidence.
suits showed up.
Oh, that was a coincidence?
Yes.
No, he literally he literally was filming like a cosplay porn earlier, apparently.
Severance porn for the record. I was
You knew
dressed up
exactly-
like
knew exactly what was going on.
Yeah,
I was
Yeah.
Mark S.
You was there watching the porn.
Mark
I was in the
S.
corner. I was in the corner.
Lush is out there watching him film.
I just blew my own spot. He didn't know. I
Right.
seen the whole thing.
And before we even get more into that, I just remembered, hey, I got to send a huge shout out to Fashion Nova because they got me these black jeans that I'm absolutely loving. As long as the feds are watching, I hope that I'm rocking Fashion Nova. And in addition to that, I would also like to say that today's episode is brought to you by E420, the go-to spot for all of your smoking essentials. Yes, we have the inflatable joint with the Everything 420 logo up right there. But also, if you're into vapes, legal THC, premium glass, or just need to restock your smoking setup, E420, which is the app, also everything420.com, makes it ridiculously easy. All you got to do, download the E420 app. It takes just seconds. You just search E420 in the App Store, download it, and you're set. A few taps, and boom, your stuff is on the way to your door. And they have top brands like Cookies, Stizzy, Packwoods, Cake, Runts, and more, all available on the app. So download the E420 app and use code NOJUMPER at checkout for a special deal. Okay.
It's not going to the feds. Don't worry.
No,
Feel
the feds
me?
are not tracking your E420 purchases.
Yeah.
But okay, so can we try to like figure out the root of where this Bricc Baby animosity, or why we're even joking about you guys being ops, like where exactly that that originated from for the fans who aren't fully caught up on the lore?
It originated from Bricc coming on the show, asking Flacco why he's bringing all these Long Beach cats up here. Last I looked, we were the last few Long Beach cats up here. With P Nights was up here and Taya Third was up here. So I'm like, damn, what the fuck is he on? he pressing Flacco about us coming up there for what? We don't know, cuz we never talked to that nigga at all. So I was confused. So I just threw a little dart back, and that turned into we ops. But really, it sparked from him speaking on us first, which he later came back to clarify he wasn't speaking on us. He was speaking on the homie Brandon, a.k.a. Uncle Ruckus. Shout out my boy, Long Beach. I got us. He was in the building, and I don't know what happened with him and Bricc, but apparently Bricc had been not wanting him to continue to be in the building. So that's how it turned out.
I feel like part of what makes Bricc valuable as a podcaster is the fact that he's just always saying some surprising shit. Because I don't think he ever really at any point was actually deluded enough to be like, okay, I have some small tension with P Nice and DW, so therefore everybody from Long Beach is my op. But he'll just say some shit on the podcast that'll kind of send the narratives flying and create a whole situation, and then he'll come on the next episode and be like, I was just kidding.
But it's like I said before, though. It's not just Long Beach; they're all from the city.
Hey, hold on, Lush. Hold on. Relax with all that.
No,
I'm right, though.
He already said he called it right. It is what it is.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Like Lush was saying, we all from the same set at the end of the day. So that's what made it even more like the scope is smaller. Brandon was the only other one that's just from the city.
Okay.
Yeah, think about it from Brick's perspective. There was literally a controversial fiasco because of words used that refer to these specific sections. Then Flacco befriends everybody that's down with D-Dub and Be Nice. They happen to be super cool.
Well, first we got to correct that. We was already tapped in with Flacco before that whole fiasco happened behind the scenes, because I didn't get along with Flacco from the jump.
Yeah.
So Flacco came over to our podcast. We had words, hashed it out. We not like the best of friends outside of content, but for content purposes, yeah, we fuck with Flacco. So it wasn't because of Bricc, like he came and teamed up with us.
No, of course not. But it just, what I was saying is from Brick's perspective, why that might have been like, why are you doing this? What are you trying to like say something? Are you trying to do? That's I think what Bricc was coming from. But regardless, y'all dudes I've been working with for a while. You feel me? Like I've been the first time.
You worked with them how?
Yeah, we did pods together.
Oh,
multiple
I didn't
times.
know that. Okay.
The first pod we did is we interviewed Tania, and I wasn't even aware of the red pill arc.
Oh, you guys were on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But like it was like the perfect interview for these guys because they weren't giving her a centimeter.
How many of you guys are tuned into the Tania top that I've heard so much about?
I'm not tuned into that shit at all.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't even watch shit like that. I wasn't even tuned into her.
No, I meant like first-hand experience.
She got footage I heard about it, but I heard about it, but I look at a woman track record. So depending on who you was fucking with, you can't fuck with me when you fuck with certain dudes. So that was already out
real?
for me. Yeah, that's over with.
Damn. So a girl fucks Crip Mac, and you're just like, nah, I'm
wrap.
good.
Yeah, that's over with.
Damn.
Shout out to Crip Mac, free cut, but yeah, that's over
Free
with.
cut for sure. I got a video on my phone of her sucking Crip Mac up, and I refuse to say how I got it. I haven't really watched more than like the first 5-6 seconds, but
I saw a still photo.
Why
from
is that
this.
still in your phone though?
Yeah.
somebody gave it to me. I'm not gonna delete that.
This nigga crazy.
I sent a screenshot to one person, and I think that person might have leaked the screenshot, but it makes me feel like maybe the full video is still kind of being kept under wraps.
It might be something sentimental that Crip Mac wants in the future too. You know what I mean? Like
Is that like revenge
know
porn?
nothing
Is that
about
what?
that.
That's what it sounded like to me.
I wouldn't put it out with those intentions, but I mean, shit. I bet he's got a wild spank bank. You got a spank bank? Everybody got a spank bank, right?
of course, like yeah, of
Like
course.
stuff in your phone that you might one day feel the need to look at when you're in a moment of weakness.
You got to have an archive.
Well, you two red pill, you don't have moments of weakness.
See,
I don't
for
watch
one,
porn.
And don't say
gonna
we
lie to you.
red pill.
Yeah, don't come with that red pill shit.
We
Yeah.
ain't boxed in
Hey.
no real pill.
That's gotta be
Hey,
the
hold on.
shittiest part about being a
Yeah.
Crip is that being blue pilled has very different connotations.
Listen,
not even that.
My spank bank is in the corner off camera over there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that part.
I feel that. Yeah, she shot me eyes already a couple of times when I made a comment.
Yeah, we know Adam do. You know, he gonna try to throw them little
gonna push, we're gonna see
zesty
where it's
comments.
at,
Why,
yeah.
why do you like to do that? Explain that to me.
What's zesty about getting top from a woman?
No, I'm just saying, like, I study what you do, because you like to get certain faces that's like, okay, the culture will be like, oh, they solid. Then you try a little zesty shit to see if you can get away with it.
I mean, I feel like you got to always be pushing for good content, period. Like, I was thinking that even when I was just watching the clip of Wack and Ack getting into it, where Ack is asking him basically, like, you're named in this indictment. Why are you not being questioned by the feds. If they're having a conversation with Adam, why are they not having a conversation with you? And it's like, this is why he's good at what he does, is because he's taking the thing that maybe people are pondering, but that nobody really is willing to say, and just throwing it out there. So it's like, if we mention Tania, first thing that comes to my mind is like, what's the unsaid thing about Tania?
Sucking Crit Mac's dick.
Nah, see, and Lush, you on that other shit.
Yeah, this nigga.
Is it good?
Lush trying to go viral.
Is it
cuz.
good content, or you want to see people are who they say they are?
That's a litmus test for sure. Because it's like, you know, if you're talking to like the most gangster, solid dude in the world, and you ask them some silly shit, and you immediately just feel the shift in their energy where it's like, oh, okay, they really don't appreciate that, and that's going to be bad for the podcast if we continue that, then, you know, you've got your information there. But then some people are down to kind of play ball and joke around about shit, and, you know, it's like, I'm always just trying to figure out where people are at. And
is it really that calculated even though? Because like,
I don't think about it, but I mean,
Is
I
it
feel like that's
something-
what I'm doing.
Is it something that, you know, like within our culture is a little taboo, and that's why you push it maybe?
I mean, I've been making gay ass jokes my whole life, and so to me, it's just kind of second nature, really.
yeah, honestly, like y'all, you're right. It is definitely a cultural thing. It's like white boys been joking about gay shit. You feel me? Like gay shit is regular white boy humor. It's gonna be in the mix. And as far as other races, it's not. Like some people might be down. Like our Free Bricc, he's down for buka buka jokes. You feel
He
me?
grew
Like,
into that. I feel like he wasn't really on that in the early days of us doing pods together, and then as time went by, he started to like joke around a lot more.
by the time I came on the pod, he was gay. So,
Y'all niggas crazy. Why not like ask niggas before they get on camera though? Like, hey, look, you know we joke like this. Is it cool? I feel like you be trying to test the waters on camera to get a viral moment. Because if a nigga crash out, the views is going crazy. If you do some gay shit,
if you're joking
the
around
views
with
going
people,
crazy.
it's like, you know, you're gonna take all the fun out of it beforehand. Because if you were to ask 9 out of 10 people in hip hop, like, yo, I'm gonna say some zesty jokes, is that cool? Most of them are gonna be like, nah, I ain't fucking with that. But also, I mean,
course.
I resent the idea that we do that to everybody, because I do interviews all the time where there's not even a hint of any of that. But it's like, if we're gonna be on camera with people over and over, at some point they're probably gonna get a little bit of that medicine. But then also, it's like the pause thing.
well,
Pause is the way that even dudes who don't joke around about gay shit at all are still joking around about gay shit,
That's a fact.
100%.
That is a fact.
and really overdoing it a lot of times, if you ask me.
Shout out Dame Dash.
You had to get over on him.
he-
Pause.
Nobody has ever been more committed. His tombstone is going to say pause on it. Literally.
Okay.
Dame be tripping.
Okay. So yeah, the Bricc thing, where did they get left? Because I feel like the last thing that I really saw about it was Tayef Third basically saying that he wanted this fade with Bricc. Where's that conversation? I don't think they ever had it. Did Bricc even really respond to that?
Yeah, they did, and like they're cool, but they just need to get that out the way.
Nah, Tay was confused because they had just spoke on FaceTime about Bricc coming to the city to do content because, you know, he got a pod as well. So once he came up here and was downplaying Tay's career, like, oh, yeah, he's a rapper, not a famous one. And he like, nigga, I just talked to you on the phone. Nigga, what the fuck? What are you on?
Yeah.
Is this content or not? So it'd be one thing on the phone, and then you come in the studio, it'd be something else. Then the fans run with the narratives. Now you
Yeah.
get trolled, and that's what you get.
That's kind of funny because that's, in terms of Brick's sense of humor, that's the same shit that I expect to probably be a narrative with 4 Extras. Because like they've been cool, they've been around each other, they've been on the podcast and stuff, and then I feel like Bricc, when asked, will just start saying shit on camera that he wouldn't necessarily say to 4 Extras. Like he kind of hinted at him being like, I forget what his actual wording was, but basically like not being all the way there, and I just assumed that
Sped.
yeah, that was the word. Yeah, if 4 Extras gets out, that's probably gonna be a whole. Well, when he gets out, that's gonna be a whole conversation. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, and that's the thing, and it kind of to bring it full circle back to the whole zestiness thing. I think it's funny to just say things that elicit a reaction or make people uncomfortable. You know what I mean? It's not really meant to. Because think about this: if someone were to super crash out about like someone making a simple little joke, if it's a gay joke, it's gonna make the person that crashes out look really gay.
It's
It ain't
really
gonna, it ain't
it's
gonna
not.
make him look gay. It ain't gonna make
what
him
the
look.
fuck do you call me?
Nah,
It
it's
ain't
all
gonna make
pissed
them
off
look
about-
gay. It's gonna be more about they respect at the end of the day. So it's like,
it
yeah, you
depends.
playing with
It
me.
depends on the instance.
I mean, it
depends.
could look however it looks. It's really up to that person who's reacting. Like whatever the reason they're reacting for is what the reason is. You know what I mean? That's who's in control of it. So I mean, people might think, oh, bro's gay because he reacted violently or crashed out over some gay shit. But if I don't fuck with that and that's how I react, then I could give a fuck
Well, I
how
feel
niggas
like
think.
I feel like the most intense litmus test for this was when we had DW on and I said the bad bitch comment, which obviously kind of threw our relationship into a state of turmoil for a point, which when I look back on that, I'm like, wow, I can't believe that I felt like that was a safe joke to make,
Yeah,
because it seems so obvious that he was not going to go
You
for
was
that.
out of pocket for that one.
That was
You
a
know
little-
you was out of pocket for that one.
Yeah.
You don't call no other grown man no bitch like that on air.
I didn't call him a
especially-
bitch, though. I said he had bad bitch energy because I was saying that basically, like, the way that he was, I forget exactly what it was, but it was something about the way that he was rejecting the conversation or whatever. I don't know. It felt appropriate in the moment, and then he just got his ass up and walked the fuck out of there. And that was just.
It's like
I
saying a
don't know.
nigga is a female, acting like a female.
We know what the fuck it's saying, but what a lot of people do, they get close to people and then they get comfortable enough, then they start pushing that point to even do that. Because would you have did that if you first met him? Would you have got at him the same way?
Nah, it was for sure the product of me being on the podcast with him like 10 times or whatever at that point and feeling comfortable enough that I could like actually say what I was thinking and not realizing that it was going to go out the window like that.
Y'all ain't got any homies from like Dallas or Louisiana and places like that?
Nah, see, I grew up.
Where they use bitch, like where men call each other bitch.
Yeah, but
like,
they grew up together, so that's like this is my bro, like from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
sandbox. So we could say that, like somebody on the pod, like Adam, with the track record he got, it's gonna be a lot of backlash on me even allowing that shit, even if he might be cool with it.
No,
And it's a cultural difference.
I totally get why
I'm not
DW
gonna lie.
didn't like it.
When I was coming up, that was a offensive word. When I came home, I heard it was mixed up. Some niggas said, some niggas don't. I just came from prison to the streets, and you can't use that word in prison. It's gonna get cracking. So
Right.
for
and that
me,
sex
it was
playing
different.
shit is over with in
Yeah.
prison too, so it's different. But if you came up playing sports, you was used to the white boys doing that shit. So when I see it, I got a different take on it than most people who never been around that or went to school around white boys like I did.
Yeah.
But you got to pick and choose who's cool with it. Like Bricc is cool with it, so it's like, all right, fuck it, if he cool with it. But
He
I
might
feel
be a
like
little
that should
too
be
cool.
a conversation had beforehand.
He's a little too cool.
He's
with it.
too cool.
He
Yeah,
might be having a little
shit.
too much fun in there right now.
Yeah, he might not. He might not want it, Bond.
He don't want to come out.
You want to stay?
Okay.
That's crazy how y'all killing Cud while he down. Like,
Yeah, I know. Ain't that your boy? These
Crazy
niggas
word.
wild. Hey, with friends
It's
like
so
him, who
hard
need
not to
enemies?
make these kind of jokes because even on day
damn.
one, an hour after the feds came, I put on my story like, "Damn, Operation Buka Buka is crazy,"
That's crazy.
and
So how
people are
long-
on my ass. But I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna be able to affect the outcome of this case. It's like, what is me being super stoic and serious about it gonna do when that's never been? Me and Brick's whole friendship has been fucking with each other, joking around.
Bricc would be making fun of either one of us.
Exactly. If I was locked up right now,
Bricc
he
ain't
would
making
be
fun of y'all if
literally
y'all in the feds.
Yes, he
making
is.
jokes
And
about
in
me
indictment,
taking dick
Bricc
in
ain't
prison.
making fun of
Bricc
y'all.
would
no.
have been tripping by niggas speaking on y'all.
Facts.
But even
Of
to go
course.
with that, you say you can't affect the outcome. Do you feel like you've affected what's going on with them right now?
Not really.
You don't?
Although I can speak on some very, very privileged information right now that I think is going to set the internet on fire because
Is it?
all right, let me break this down for you. Let me break down the last 24 or so hours of my life. So I, this morning, got a colonoscopy as a result of the fact that I, for a period of time, was suffering from a condition called colitis, in which your colon becomes infected and irritated, whatever. They wanted to do a colonoscopy. This is my second time doing it. Basically, it involves you don't eat any food for 24 hours. You take a bunch of meds that make you shit out every last ounce of water and shit inside your body. And then you go into the doctor's office. They put you to sleep. They take a camera. They put the camera inside of your butthole, which means, yes, I was Buka Buka today
And Brick's very jealous.
by a large Samoan man. I don't know. I was locked up. So I was knocked out, so I don't remember anything from it at all. I'm sorry, Bricc. I know that this kind of goes against the nature of our relationship and everything. I wasn't supposed to let another dude hold me down like that while you were locked up. I'm so sorry. But I did that today. Anyway, yesterday, I'm sitting around the house, starving myself all day. I actually have a newfound appreciation for fasting because I do feel like I achieved some sort of mental clarity while I didn't eat food for a day.
Shouts to the monks.
But while I'm in my house, I'm playing poker on my computer, a guy comes to my front door, and I didn't actually even know, but my girl was communicating with him through the box in the front of our house with the camera. She texts me. She says, a dude is here from the FBI, and basically he's trying to serve you with a subpoena. And so she told him, like a ride or die would, she told him, Adam's not here, and he's off at work or whatever. I forget what she told him. And so I immediately hop on the line with my lawyer. I say, what should I do? I don't want to, handle this situation wrong. Over and over and over, I've sat down with rappers or whoever who tell me about situations in which they divulge too much information to the police or whoever, and it ended up coming back to bite them. Especially, something that comes to mind is like Hurricane Chris, who caught a body that was blatantly self-defense. Soon as the cops come, he airs out his whole situation and ends up coming back to haunt him because the state ends up trying him. So if he had not made all those statements to the cops right after he had killed this dude, then it for sure would have been a way easier case for him to beat. Now, that being said, I'm not really that worried because I know that I myself haven't been involved in any criminality, but I figured I would have my lawyer take care of it. So my lawyer reaches out to the guy who came to my door. She assures me that she's going to be able to ask the FBI agent a handful of questions, and from that information be able to ascertain, is Adam in trouble? Is Adam going to be, forced to hand over a crazy amount of information? Because that was kind of lingering around in my head is like, God, this is going to be a huge pain in the ass if they want to confiscate all the computers and everything in here. We're going to have to buy a bunch of computers to use.
Where's the furnace set to start the furnace up, guys?
I don't know. I was considering that. I have not destroyed any information for the record. But this is the thing that my lawyer comes back to me with. She said the feds were interested in one thing and one thing only. Because in my head, I'm thinking they're going to want copies of the podcasts that Bricc or Luce were on. They're going to want to make sure that there wasn't anything in those podcasts that was edited out. Now, anybody who knows me and No Jumper knows that we really don't like to edit things out. So the only stuff we're editing out is if it's like a 4-alarm fire, like, yo, we need to take this out. So I don't think there's ever been something that Bricc or Luce told us that they needed us to edit out. But the one thing that the feds wanted was the cease and desist from Big U to No Jumper, asking us to take down the episode in which Luce Cannon first made the explosive statements that suggested that Big U had previous knowledge of Nipsey Hussle's death. Now, that situation is very much outside of what was mentioned in the indictment. In the indictment, there's nothing about Nipsey. There's nothing about any of that stuff. So this to me is kind of massive because it makes me feel like, oh, the FBI is interested in what Big U's involvement in Nipsey's death might be, which to me seems gigantic. I don't know why that cease and desist is not going to help them prosecute Bricc Baby or Luce Cannon or anybody else. But the fact that they're interested in that, to me, adds quite a bit of credibility to the argument that perhaps Nipsey Hussle's death was a more complicated situation than it appears to be.
Well, isn't that when this
You gave it to him, though?
Isn't
We did hand it over, yep.
isn't this when
Of course
that
you did. You didn't think
that
he wasn't?
I mean, really, like,
So it's safe to say you the feds.
I'm happy to help the feds with talking
God
about a document that we have previously discussed on here over and over, and which doesn't implicate anybody that I know or whatever. It's not like I know about Big U doing something illegal. Big U did something perfectly legal by sending over a document to us asking us to remove a piece of content. Now, for the record, it doesn't mean that this means that there's a full-scale investigation into Big U's involvement in this situation.
You don't feel like you played no part in them getting booked at all?
No,
Like
not really.
with the shit they set up here and you clipping it up. I mean, I get you live and people might be able to screen record, but some of the shit these niggas is saying, you sit back, like even the feds probably like, I can't believe like these niggas is this dumb.
Well,
then you clip it up to reiterate what they said
My
instead of
attitude is basically if somebody comes on the podcast and they want to live their truth, they want to talk about the things that they've been through, then it's none of my business to dig through each podcast and figure out what's criminal, what might come back to get them. Because let's be real, this is hip hop where a huge percentage of people's lyrics, songs, etc., are basically putting them in the mix and acknowledging that they've been involved with crimes. And, when I'm sitting there and Luce Cannon's saying, because keep in mind, this is my first time even understanding that Big U might have had any involvement in any street stuff still, when Luce Cannon's sitting there and saying, yeah, me and Big U went to this weed spot and we got all this money out of them, and then Big U didn't split the money up fairly and yada, yada. I'm sitting there thinking, Big U's on that? Like, I had no idea that Big U would have been doing anything that could be considered extortion or, you know, payments for checking in, whatever.
not a guess.
In retrospect, I feel a little naive since he did call his podcast that and he was talking about the checking in process pretty openly.
You talked about
I mean,
it
like Bricc.
Because
on the
at the end of
Breakfast
the day,
Club.
we see, like, we understand the bottom line is the money. So at the end of the day, like you just said, if they come on here and you ask them certain questions and they're dumb enough to speak on that, yeah, it's partly their fault, but you don't think the questions you ask are strategically bringing certain things about of them?
Well, it's not like I could have even asked about that since I didn't know anything about that. They just started talking about
Well,
it.
like who are y'all talking about?
No, look. See, me, I'm talking about Bricc. Now, as far as guests that come on and willingly tell on themselves, that's 100% on them.
Okay,
I don't blame.
So
I don't blame platforms for dumbasses coming on the internet where you know the police are watching every platform everywhere and telling on crimes they committed. They're idiots.
understandable, but did you read Brick's indictment?
I'm not reading through none of that shit. But
Okay.
basically what I'm saying is, regardless of if anything he said on this show was in the indictment or not, some of the shit he said, if that's my boy, like if my brother was to say some shit like that, hey bro, you gotta stop talking about shit like that. Or I'm not even putting it up. Like, nigga, you just said some federal shit. I'm gonna edit that shit out before we put the clip out. I'm not just gonna be like, oh, fuck it, it is what it is. He dumb enough to do it if this is my boy. See, there's a difference between I'm calling this my homie, my friend, like Adam calls Bricc, or some idiot that just comes up here and wants to go viral. Yeah, I caught 11 hats. Okay, you stupid as fuck.
But I think part of it is the fact that, you know, when Bricc comes on here and says, I'm putting kill squads in the street, or I got more bodies than you got squabbles.
That's what I was getting. That was crazy.
But bro, he don't mean that shit.
It doesn't matter.
That's for entertainment purposes.
When he goes to court, they can still bring that type of shit up.
But my thing is that when I hear Bricc say something like that, and of course I assume that Bricc has never killed anybody, but when he says that kind of thing, I assume he's doing marketing because he knows that the aura of danger around him is such that that's really going to hook people and get them interested. And we're seeing that right now. Really, if I had a suggestion for Bricc, if he gets out tomorrow, I'm going to say, let's get a video guy. Let's get in the studio. Let's drop music right now.
1000%.
Because realistically, having this aura of danger and criminality around you is going to be massively beneficial to people paying attention to your music or whatever you're trying to monetize. So, I mean, number one, all those statements were said on live. So, yeah, we could have cut it out, which would have basically meant that everybody besides us was able to monetize it. Or we could have, you know.
Is that more important?
So it's content over everything.
I mean, it's going to
at the
happen
end of
either
the
way. So.
But the thing is, if you read Brick's indictment, you'll see, and I'm not telling you to because I know you don't want.
He's not being accused of anything like that.
That's what I was trying to get to. So literally, like he had an AK case from 2023. It's got nothing to do with anything he said on a podcast. He's not a part of that RICO with Big U and them. He's not listed as a defendant.
Yeah, I saw that.
On that RICO.
Yeah, I seen all that shit.
There's nothing that he said. Now, what you saying, what Messiah said, like, oh, it could be used against you in court, potentially as a character witness, but I think that could easily be dismissed considering you're an entertainer for a living and your persona is based on having this, street image, which these statements do nothing but substantiate. It's got nothing to do.
I mean, at the end of the day, if somebody come on here and they say what they say, that's coming out that person's mouth.
And even if Bricc had never been on a podcast, you could just listen to his music and say, look at all this shit that he said that's basically him declaring himself a killer.
His music's way gnarlier than anything.
That's what I'm saying is that, like, let's say tomorrow Bricc gets hit with another indictment and it's like, oh, we think Bricc Baby killed these 4 people. I mean, the music is then going to be, the Traplo Ross documentary is going to be crazy because Bricc talks like he's the baddest man who's ever walked the West Coast in his music.
Swamp Story.
And that's what you're supposed to do.
Swamp Stories has a whole video calling him, you feel me?
Oh, yeah, right?
You feel me? The Crip serial killer, whatever they call him.
And I mean, people want to blame you, which I think, again, you asking certain questions could be looked at as, fetish. But at the end of the day, these people are coming up here to give these stories, to give this behind-the-scenes information because they want to go viral. They want the clout. So at the end of the day, if you're willing to take the risk of sitting behind bars or being unalived or whatever the case is for clout, then that's on you, right? Like at the end of the day, I could pass out the poison all day. It's up to the people on the other side to take it. So if they're gonna come on here and they're gonna do that, that's on them.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's a fact.
That's
We
how I
also-
feel about it. Even though I feel like you do put people in positions where they could say things that might be incriminating, or you make them feel comfortable enough where you guys start talking about certain things that they shouldn't be talking on camera. But at the end of the day, they gotta know that for themselves.
But that's like it's like if, for example, like YBC Duel, R.I.P. Someone like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel me? All of his music's about smoking people, like very disrespectfully. You know what I mean? Then he come over. Of course, like this is what all your music's about. This is what all your posts are about. Your whole entire image. It'd be bad journalism to not ask about that shit, or to not at least bring it up. Like, what are you talking about here? You know what I mean? Like, these motherfuckers gotta know what they're getting into and what this fucking platform is off rip. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm not mad at nobody asking the questions. It's up to you to give the answers. So
But-
when these dudes is telling on themselves, I don't really see why everybody's so outraged, like, oh, Vlad is the feds. No, the nigga who answered the question is the fed. If the
1,000%.
police pick you up and interrogate you about a crime, are you mad at the cops for the interrogation or the dude who gave all the information up?
Well,
And there's a lot of times where I'll do an interview with somebody, and like even the other day I interviewed this dude, Young Dizzy from DC, and later, Ross, appreciate you. And I'm listening to his music, and he's got a bunch of songs that are blatantly like dissing his ops, whoever his ops are. And then I'm asking him about it in the interview, and he basically, even though he's a young ass kid, he basically declined to give any kind of information about who's beefing with, who's got problems with, etc. And okay, I mean, would the interview have been a little bit more interesting if he had spent 20 minutes talking to us all the crazy street shit in DC? I mean, yeah, for sure. But I'm not going to hold it against him that he doesn't want to do that. I'm not going to even really push him. It's like the worst I would even do is like bring up a quote. Oh, in this song, like he had a song called Cruddy K.
yeah.
I don't actually know who the cruddies are, what cruddy means, etc. I just asked him what that means. He's laughing his ass off. He can't, he ultimately isn't telling me shit. And it's like with Bricc, it's like I feel like one of the signature things about No Jumper, when we first started it, I'd be interviewing these underground rappers, talking to them for an hour and a half, and people would be like, I can't believe you're willing to give an hour and a half long interview to these dudes that realistically most people don't take very serious, don't treat as if they really have something to say. And I feel like still to this day, that's kind of like what we extend to a lot of the people that we interview, is that we just take them at face value and we're willing to have these long drawn out conversations with them. And I treat them adult enough that I'm not, I feel like if I were to go through a podcast with somebody like Luce and go through and be like, all right, we're going to cut out this 10 minutes, and we're going to cut out this 10 minutes, because it would be like me saying, you are so stupid. You are such a baby. You are so not even an aware, competent person that I'm going to edit your statements because you can't even possibly be in control of what comes out of your mouth, which is not how I feel. I feel like, if you're grown enough to be able to sit on a podcast and talk, then we should probably just take it at face value.
Could it be the latter?
Well, but to be fair, almost everybody that I've ever interviewed has professed to some level of criminality in the interviews. But,
I said I was the biggest drug dealer in LA.
Exactly. But what are they going to do with that? Really, like, unless they've got like a crazy amount of shit to corroborate it, it's not really like going to be interesting to them. I hope I'm not missing out on an important phone call.
Could it
right
be
now.
the latter though? You can look at them like you're so incompetent, so stupid. I'm not gonna tell you, but I'm gonna use your ass for content.
I don't see it as like using them for content so much as just like we're working
Give an
together on making
opportunity.
content. Like with Bricc,
Do we need their parents to sign a permission slip? Like what? You feel me?
when I
Like,
hired Bricc, the thing that really like made me realize like, oh, okay, he has like a very unique value on the podcast is when him and Flacco were having a conversation about the Dirk shit and the killing of Lil Pab, and Bricc was just like offering up not information firsthand, which it later became more of a rumor that he was offering up firsthand information, but basically like he was just willing to be honest about shit in a way that I had never really heard somebody be on the podcast. And that's when I was like, okay, we need somebody like you who, there's a long list of things he said over the years that kind of blew my mind with how real he kept it, because so many people that are like mega familiar with the streets, that know everything about the streets, when they get on camera are basically like, nah, I don't understand. I don't know anything about that. I don't want to talk about that, etc. I was impressed by Bricc being willing to have honest conversations about other people. It's only now that it seems like, the stuff he was saying about himself becomes elevated to a different level.
Well, it's crazy because I feel like Bricc is damn near like the Kobe Bryant of this podcast. You know what I mean? He does so many. That's why, to refer back to the conversation, there ain't no replacing Bricc on this podcast.
And motherfucker's still talking about a T-Rail.
He,
Like, what the hell is that?
Bricc is, yeah. Speaking of T-Rail,
Transition.
the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
That was an interesting little arc. I'm not gonna lie. I was impressed with the way that you were willing to call bullshit on T-Rail for having a serious conversation on the podcast and handling it like a clown. And you called him out in exactly the way that I wish that more people would, which is, I definitely earned some respect for you guys as content creators when I seen that.
Yeah, that's pretty much our whole platform is built on calling a spade a spade. We stick to the facts. We don't really care about the feelings. If the facts could go against the way I feel, I could dislike the facts, but I can't ignore the facts are the facts. So that's just how I call it. And the thing with Z-Real, I really don't know where that came from. You know, I'm not going to get up here and trash him so it looked like I'm coming to the white man platform to trash the black man. But I didn't understand where his energy came from because he was the one that reached out to us. He hit me directly. So when I hit him back, I'm like, all right, cool. Maybe he had a heart to change. I really didn't give a fuck. I left it at that. But once he started throwing darts, I'm like, oh, all right, all's fair in love and warfare. It's up.
Right, because the clip, like the one thing that you said that to me felt like just such an indictment of who he is as a person and what his attitude is and how pompous he is when he basically hit y'all up at one point, I don't know, 6 months ago or however many months ago, and said, I want to have you guys back on Fig. And your response was something along the lines of like, yeah, we could do that, but I would like to have you on our podcast as well. And he sent you a bunch of laughing emojis and was just like, oh, hell no.
That's what
That
made
blew my
me.
mind.
That's when I was low key over it.
T-Rail.
Cause I'm like, I don't know this nigga. Maybe he's joking, maybe he playing.
Right.
But you don't know me to play like that. So I didn't understand that shit. But
I think
then
he was joking.
Nah.
Bro, I don't know you like that.
He meant that?
See, this the crazy part. People think
What a jerk.
People think we came up here because of the T-Rail thing. But T-Rail hit me up because we was going in on y'all when y'all had did the shit with DW. So we gave our takes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we gave our takes on that. So he's basically doing the same thing you're doing. You know what I'm saying? In a sense. So people can't really be like, oh, you're up there teaming up with Adam against dude when dude was doing the same fucking thing.
This is like a 5 to 8 minute conversation in a podcast that'll probably be like 3-4 hours. It's like, I feel like people have a hard time distinguishing between us talking about T-Rail for 5 minutes out of a very long podcast versus T-Rail literally doing like multiple hours about No Jumper and our hosts on a very consistent basis, watching entire 20-minute videos about us. Like, there's a huge like dissymmetry or asymmetry in terms of how much content we make about each other. Because I am curious about all that. But, okay, I'm going to be real. So much of what I've learned about podcasting basically came from me being embraced by DJ Vlad very early on and him basically telling me all about how he does his thing and how he, you know, treats his guests and everything about the game. And one thing he always said to me from super early on is, if I have somebody on my platform and then they start their own platform, I'm happy to go on their platform to basically return the favor and let it be like a mutual thing, because
be a cool person.
I feel like so
Not
many
too
people
hard.
who've been left behind in the media game are basically like old fogies. No shots, Ebro, but you're kind of like the epitome of it, of like people who they have their spot, they want to hold on to their spot, and they're basically gatekeeping and not letting many other people come up the ladder. Whereas like my perspective that I kind of got from Vlad, or I guess it's just the inherent like nature of No Jumper, because it's like more of an underground focused podcast, is that like you could be a YouTuber with 10,000 subscribers or whatever. Yeah. And if we think like, oh, he's cool, he's got an interesting story or he's got an interesting perspective, it's like we should have them on and even return the favor. When I hit you up, I wanted to make sure right off the bat that I was like, listen, I'll come on your shit. Like I don't have a big head about that. Like, you know, I'm perfectly happy to help other people out as well. But to see T-Rail send the laughing emojis, which I guess I didn't see it, I just heard you describe it, that to me was just like, oh my God, he so doesn't get it. And that's the same attitude that makes so many other people in that little content universe resentful of him, because his whole attitude is that he's way bigger and better than MacWop or the Apollo or whoever, because you know, he feels like he gets more views, which is slowly not even really seeming like reality. Maybe at one point, like 2 years ago, he had enough momentum that he could kind of have that big-headed perspective, but I feel like that's kind of on the way out anyway.
Nah, for sure. Also, I think I want to make it clear that this isn't, you guys weren't invited on this pod out of spite
No.
or because of T-Rail in any capacity. And like both, you know that y'all have a relationship with me and y'all got a relationship with Flacco. You feel me? Being cool. We've been pushing for y'all. Both me and Flacco have been in the group chat and just been talking to bro and like for several months. It ain't got nothing to do with that.
No, but this is the thing. I didn't care if that was the reason. We understand how show business works. I don't mind being used as long as I could use you back for something. Because if you can't be used, you're useless. So if Adam would have saw that as a moment to, hey, I could take a shot at T-Rail and, you know, this could go up because of the controversy, I wouldn't care if that was the reason. I mean, in retrospect, that was the reason he hit us up. We've been doing content for like
that's what I'm saying.
2 years. The one video we did about No Jumper, bam, in the inbox. So realistically, he was doing the same thing because they'll call you a culture vulture. But then when someone from the culture is tapping in, trying to work, you like trying to shun them out. It looked like hate. You know what I'm saying? Especially when everybody else around you is like, yeah, cool, let's work.
But they're going to react to the culture vulture for, you feel me? Like on top of that, they're going to not fuck with someone from the culture, then do a reaction about the culture.
But that's what people in the culture got to understand. You can be from the culture and still be a vulture.
Right, because T-Rail to me is really kind of a culture vulture because he never got put on.
This nigga crazy.
I mean, I'm just being real. Like, he's doing like a whole Hoover-themed podcast, and you never really like got initiated into that. Like I see the way Bricc was accusing Luce Cannon of not having been put on. Luce Cannon doesn't want to divulge who put him on. I understand, whatever. But, I mean, I feel like, you know,
Wait, you said he's doing groovy cosplay over there?
I mean, you can call it what you want to call it, but, you know, it's definitely like, I feel like he's like a non-participant in a lot of the shit that he's talking about the same way that I am.
I just don't understand. See, this what a lot of people that watches this type of stuff, they pick sides based on the favoritism. That's why I go into, we stick to the facts. I never reached out to T-Rail. We never tried to get on back on Fig. We did shout them out because we see they in the culture, they doing their thing. Hey, shout out to y'all, black man. But when you see somebody else coming up, where's all the hate and the resentment come from? I don't understand that shit.
What about when MacWap called you Kevin Hart?
Everybody call me Kevin Hart. if I had a dollar for every day somebody called me Kevin
I
Hart,
can go out the state and they're going to call him Kevin Hart.
every country, every state, it don't matter where I'm at. So that's regular.
Well, you'll beat up Kevin Hart, let's be real. I'm pretty sure you'll beat
You
him.
think? He seems
Shout out
like
to
he
Kev,
might do
cuz.
like martial arts training for fun.
No, I think this fool is fucking for
think
sure
he got
putting
it? Oh,
tips
shit,
on
okay.
Kevin, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Kevin though, cuz we got to get some work done.
Shout out to Kevin Cuh.
Yeah, and I'm against all that bullshit that Cat Williams put on him. I felt like he did him dirty.
Cat Williams was doing the most in the interview, but he made it iconic.
Yeah, for sure.
Did
I don't
Cat
think-
really do
Did
the
he do
most?
him dirty?
I mean, I feel like when you say that Kevin Hart doesn't have any real fans, but then meanwhile Kevin Hart can like fill arenas, it's like what are we talking
He's
about?
more successful than Cat.
I don't think
Yeah,
he was saying he
significantly.
didn't have fans. I think he was saying like he got that special package where they push the button on him because he's saying, you know, as a comic, when you come up, we can remember when you was doing the local shows that was selling out. Kev just popped up on the scene and was boom. He was Kev from the jump, from his perspective. Not saying that's a fact. That's what I got out of
building.
it.
He in the building.
All good, man. Hey, if you're gonna be Bricc Baby's replacement, then it only makes sense that you be an hour late. Yeah, you want to kind of guide him over? What do you want? You want to do this seat right here? Yeah.
What's happening, bro?
Brother,
What's good, bro?
Munchie,
Everything
my
straight?
boy.
Everything good? What's that? Hey, in front of you.
I can't even. I'll shake bro hand when he come over here.
Hey, I thought Munchie said, "Fuck this shit. It's too federal." Cuz I thought he was. I thought
many
Munchie
Crips
just
over
left
there.
niggas. Cuz.
No, Adam, that's facts though, because you came on my platform, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you did one with them.
No. You
Oh, I came
my
on
shit.
yours. Right.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? That was good looking.
You can pull you over.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard something about 16K live viewers. I don't know really too much. You feel me? I'm just-
Okay, it's going up. It's
So, yeah,
it's going up.
Just a regular day at the office for us.
It's going up.
Yeah.
Real players maneuvering. That's it.
Yeah.
I came for the topics, man. What's the deal?
Yeah.
What's
well,
happening?
All right, that's a good idea. Let's Adam, they're coming to the set right now. Who is texting me weird cryptic things that I don't understand? Okay. Yeah.
But what's the beef with you and T-Rail today? Let me ask that, because I see both of y'all taking shots still to this day. Are y'all secretly cool behind the scenes, or is really like fuck?
We haven't spoken. We haven't spoken privately or anything like that. He did unblock me maybe like a month or two ago, and Heather unblocked me. And yeah, I mean, I don't really feel like super strong feelings against them. I feel like when I am critical of them, it's really more of me just being like, offering my real opinion on shit that's going on in the culture and everything. Because Munchie is a hood hopper. He was just with T-Rail yesterday. I saw that.
But guess what? Off camera, I told him, I said, I don't talk about kids though, bro. Like, but that'd be hard for me to say, because I disrespect the dead though. But kids, they don't know their dad is a blood or a crip. They didn't pick that, or they don't know Adam is an asshole. You know what I'm saying? So the kids is innocent. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in talking about the kids. But shit, that's smacking T-Rail, they go for it. But
So he's making a reference to when T-Rail made that comment about Parker, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he said that he was going to kick my kid in the ass when she got older, which to me really did kind of push it over the line, because if you go back and watch that clip, it's like, he was so mad and so emotional. And I had people be like, oh, no, that was play. That was content. I'm like, motherfucker, did you watch that clip? He was so upset that he basically like stormed into a podcast that he wasn't even on just to say that he was going to kick my daughter in the ass when she got older. And, it's like there's certain things that I just don't respect, or that I look at and I'm like, damn, that just drew a line in the sand, because I've been around your kids. I would never, ever say anything about your kids. They ain't involved in all this. And that to me, no matter how bad I was beefing with any of you guys, that's just not a line that I would take. And
even with the disrespect, you never threw no shot back at the kids. You kept it.
Yeah, because if you can use your mouth, if you can actually use words, then you don't need to fucking dabble into that shit. And, especially even like the dissing dead people and all that stuff. That stuff that only comes out when you want to offend the person so bad, but you're not going to be able to offend them so bad by actually critiquing them and their life and where they're at.
Or you can't get to them and do something to them.
So what did he say? He was trolling or what?
He thinks he's like a genius, because he was like, well, I didn't say that I was going to kick a 4-year-old in the ass. I said when she gets older, I'm going to kick her in the ass. Which is like, oh wow, this is an incredible line in the sand you've drawn here. Yeah,
he did the Kill Bill threat. Remember, remember in the first scene in Kill Bill, after, she was like, says to the kid, like, if you grow up and you want smoke, I'll be there. Like,
so where do you draw the line with trolling? Because to me, I thought you didn't have no line, but you said you drawing the line at the kids.
I mean, I think there's a reason why I don't really have serious problems. As much as people think of me as a troll or think of me as somebody who's stirring up problems and stuff, it's like I can't really think of a hood or a neighborhood in LA that is such a big deal for me, because I don't take it to dissing your neighborhood. I don't diss your dead loved ones. I don't diss your family members. If I'm saying something about somebody, it's basically going to be a criticism of them as a person, and that's kind of where I leave it. And I feel like that's good, because then you can fix things with somebody if it hasn't got to that point,
Kids are a borderline. Put it like that.
Yeah, kids.
I think
kids is all the way out.
Yeah, kids are not.
I don't think kids should be in
they out,
there, bro.
Yeah, they out. That's to me a line.
If you start dissing somebody's kids, it says way more about you than them.
100%.
From my perspective.
100,000,000%.
Yeah, you go to grandmas and shit, bro. Leave the kids alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep it on the adults.
If I see your granny, I'm kicking that bitch right in her spleen.
That's crazy.
Mama jokes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a mama joke is one thing.
Yeah, keep it on the ancestors, bro. Like leave the kids out.
Yeah. At least we could assume that if you're a hoe, there's a good chance your mom might be a hoe, because she raised you. But your kid, there's at least a chance that they're going to escape your hoe ass bloodline and be better than you.
Hey, so when you just did the little thing, somebody came to mind when you thought of that? I was listening in on it right here though.
I was not thinking anybody in particular, although it did feel like Jalise and Suspect were just getting into some of that conversation. They were getting into like the bloodline. She was saying like, I could tell you were raised by your mom. I'm like, oh my God.
That was like that being a diss is maniacal.
That's
like,
wild.
You were raised in a good home. You had both parents.
Yeah, that's crazy work.
He was kind of saying the inverted version of that to her, which is crazy.
Which is fucked up.
That's fucked up because she was his draft pick. She's on the podcast because Suspect said to me, hey, there's this YouTuber girl named Jalise, and she's not huge or anything, but she's really she's interesting, and she would be a good interview. So we interview her.
That's not a diss. If you had a mom and a dad, that's not a diss.
I
to
see.
me.
No.
He ain't took the 8 Mile
Trying
approach.
to make that a diss is crazy,
crazy,
though.
What's her
Yeah.
name, Jaleesa?
Yeah.
She tight though. She can hold her ground.
She's
like
dope.
her?
I guess she basically saying like you not street because you had both parents
Exactly.
type
Yeah,
shit.
that's what she's.
That's
trying
what she was trying to get
That's
at.
what she's trying to insinuate for sure.
What if both
Like,
of your parents fucked up though?
Because
Exactly.
there's niggas who be out there that got mom and dad.
Most
They
of
still
their
went the
parents
wrong
might be
way, though.
gang members.
Yeah.
Y'all seen Cameron Terrell, the white boy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
from '90s.
from
Yeah.
So both parents, like, what that mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's about the outside influences.
Apparently, they respect him too. They still, Cameron Terrell.
Man, they was using that. They was using that.
Apparently, they still. I don't know.
Who?
I've talked to people like.
The dudes in that jurisdiction.
Yeah.
that was
Apparently,
They
they.
still respect him.
Yeah.
You probably
He's
put in
on
some
good
more work
accord.
after
He had a
that.
We asked-
farm,
we asked
he had
on
the
it.
car, the money.
I interviewed a dude named Casper from over there, and he said that the homies fuck with bro.
Damn.
Because he had bread.
Yeah, I guess. But so when that story originally came out, I was like, oh, the kid cooperated. Like they gotta hate this fool. But I guess that's not exactly what happened. So I
But
don't know.
think about how much of an internet celebrity that kid could be right now if he was just doing podcasts or doing social media. But I don't think he has any social media.
We need the Milk 9
No, he went back to
interview.
jail. He went back to jail for another case after that.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh hell no! I thought he must have cleaned his life up.
No, they respect him because he had the bread. You know what I'm saying?
He's
You know, you got the party crips, the party bloods. They gonna have all the little females. You got the homie that got the car and everybody walking,
had
so
the
they get in
Benz,
their
yeah.
car.
Yeah.
Everybody serve their purpose. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't killers around here.
You think he's still hanging out in the section and
No,
shit? He
not
really
in the
around
90s.
them?
It's-
No.
No, hell no.
I think they're going to his house in Palos Verdes.
No, it's, I
and
think
big
it's
chilling.
But
like-
imagine how his parents must feel about him even spending time with the people that basically, I don't want to say got him involved in that situation, but you know, that he got involved in that situation with. If you were his parents, like him being completely off social media makes me feel like he changed his shit up.
Don't
but-
get in the car.
But
Adam.
Mom, I'm from
Don't
the
get in
set,
Hey,
Mom. Mom.
Adam, you know he was driving, right? What you mean got
Yeah,
him in
yeah,
that?
yeah.
He drove
No, I
to the
know.
shit. You feel me?
But it's not like he would have had the idea to spin on this dude if it wasn't for the people he was around, you know?
Shit.
But maybe.
He's pushing lines.
Nah, you can't blame that. He got to take accountability for his own actions.
How did he
For
get,
real.
How did he,
He
come
did
down
that
the
shit
hill?
because he wanted to.
How did he end up there though? Do y'all know that?
Kicking it.
Forget the
Sports.
story.
Did he Google
Sports.
Google the 90s?
He Googled the 90s.
Hey, you YouTube was out, right?
This seems like a very popular hood.
It's a very popular in the neighborhood garden.
You know how many niggas want to be from 20s because of Snoop or from Insane because of
For sure. Yeah.
what's my boy name? Baby Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
From
Trey
Trey
D?
D?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, come on, bro. I don't know who was his influence, but
Well, I mean, everybody, like a lot of people, being a white boy from West LA, I can tell you that we definitely, everybody was like, oh, like, I know he was from 90s, but everyone was like, oh, rolling 60s. Like, seemed like a super cool thing when we were kids.
Munchie,
West LA.
what was your outlook on going on Back and Fit? Because I ain't seen it, but from what I heard, T-Rail and Smack are like celebrating Bricc Baby getting locked up. Like this is a
no, when I was there,
little
I don't-
party
I don't
for
do-
them.
I don't do celebrating people going to jail. That's weak.
yeah. That's
No,
some
no,
hoe ass shit.
no,
huh?
no. I see a lot of people clip the Trap Kitchen Money thing, like just deeming her a snitch off the rip, and it seemed like she was kind of like talking like, I just cook tacos and burn some hoes. Like she ain't saying I'm a madam or like with no currency or nothing like that. But you know, your man's he gonna go after anything attached to Big U. So everybody must go with him. But I was kind of like speaking up for her, kind of sorted out. But I don't like to celebrating people going to jail though. That shit whack, bro.
It's a whole lot of people doing that right now.
Exactly.
A lot of members
That shit
doing a
is
lot of
weak.
celebrating
They got
for the
snitch
content.
potential, bro.
That shit crazy to me.
Anybody celebrate somebody go to jail, they got snitch potential.
Facts.
How'd you feel about your boy Wack and Lovejoy basically like exposing this indictment before it came down?
Lovejoy was an outcast when Luce and 600, Luce and Wack was hanging out, but now Luce out the equation, now they back buddies. 600 should try to, you know what I'm saying, reevaluate things where he stand with the exposures, because, like, but, man, I don't know why everybody want to be investigators, though. You could cover it, touch on the subject, but, like, solve the case is crazy. Before the indictment drop.
So do you think that what they're doing is federal activity in your eyes?
It's not street activity. That ain't what, like, if you come from that walk of life, that ain't what we do. Gang banger, gang member, or street person. That ain't cool to try to solve a crime or what's it called? Public when you kind of taint the jury,
Yeah,
public
yeah. Opinion.
public opinion.
Yeah.
Like
But I guess the question is it different when you're basically just reporting on stuff that from your perspective is already public knowledge? Because every time I tried to make that argument to Wack or whoever, it's basically like, nah, the victim's mom made a TikTok. The victim's mom said this or did this.
Well,
and it's like or once the indictment comes and everybody can just like read the indictment, even that doesn't necessarily feel like 100% in line with what a street dude would do. But it's also like you're not bringing anything to the table. But going into it before the indictment definitely rubbed a few people
when
a
you got a
different
big
way.
voice like Whack 100 or Adam 22, you could say the sky is pink, and they go like some people will believe it. So Whack could say something like his DNA is under his nails, and they never said that in an indictment. When the indictment come out, and a lot of people believe it already, and they deeming him guilty. They just now everybody against Big U. It says inconclusive. It don't say nothing about no positive DNA.
This is how I view it. If you're covering what's out there already in the media and you're just covering the facts, you in the clear. Once you get to try to piece in details together and trying to solve the case of, well, maybe this happened and that happened, I think that's where you crossing the line as media, especially if you're from the
federal,
streets.
when
But
you-
somebody like a non-affiliate or something, I expect them to do that. They're not living by any code, but I'm talking to the street podcasters that I'm seeing like,
Right.
well, maybe he did this, and did you think of this angle? And okay, that's police shit, because now you're trying to solve the case when you're supposed to be reporting the facts.
And I think that's where people go viral though, is the opinion part, right?
Right.
Like it's not really the facts, because you got a million motherfuckers reporting on the facts. My opinion is what differentiates me from, you know, whoever it is out there reporting on that. So most people, I would say, are really spewing more opinion than fact. And if you do have a platform like bro just said, they're going to believe that. And that's what they're banking on.
Facts. Well, there's two things, opinions going around about Bricc that I think are really fucked up. One, I do think, like in retrospect, all the times, anytime people would bring up that AK case with Bricc,
Yeah.
you feel me? And he'd be like, bro, it's still an active investigation. Like, charges haven't been filed because it's still an active investigation. Like, stop talking about this shit. And he pleaded on several occasions with several different people not to bring it up. Not me or Adam, you feel me? Not me and Adam never brought that shit up, but other people were bringing that shit up a lot. I think that's kind of fucked up in retrospect. Also, I think it's fucked up. My bad, Munchie.
No,
real
go
quick.
do that. No.
I think it's fucked up that people are trying to put a snitch label on Bricc because there's no evidence
None.
to suggest that Bricc is cooperating in any capacity. And since I'm cooking, let me add a little bit more sriracha on this
Keep
motherfucker.
cooking.
Bricc did not get fucking stabbed.
Chef
Stop
Lush.
fucking lying and trying to get views off the homie, trying to say he got stabbed just to say that. It's not even cool to fucking play about that.
Right.
So yeah, all three of those things.
Because, I mean, that's the one thing that we
W.
all
Lush.
feel kind of lucky about, is that when you look at this indictment and you look at the stuff that Big U's being charged with, it's like with Luce, you definitely have more reason to be worried because he's directly looped in with some of the gnarlier things that Big U's being charged with. Bricc shit, they arrested him at the same time. They put him on that whiteboard with him. But as far as what we know right now, he wasn't involved with any of the crazier shit. His shit is more of a straight up and down, like guns and narcotics case, which realistically, any of us over the past couple of years probably kind of could have guessed that was coming down the pipeline after his house got raided.
Hey, Luce wanted to prove to the world that he was a rolling 60 Crip so bad that he told on himself everywhere he went.
That shit
And
crazy
now
as
he's in
fuck.
jail and he's still calling everybody.
That's
Yo.
that's
I
the
wouldn't be
wildest
calling
part to
none of
me.
y'all.
So what y'all think about that? Like, y'all know them, they in the feds, they facing this indictment, and they're still calling
They
in.
for it, nigga.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're still calling
hey,
in.
who else is? I
So
thought it was just Luce.
if
It's
no,
just
Bricc,
Luce.
I just heard Bricc call in
Bricc did it
today.
once just to clarify that he didn't get stabbed.
But that was real short. That was
Yeah.
like 3 minutes. Whereas
Right. Yeah,
I feel like
he's-
Luce has done a lot. He's talking to damn homie. He's talking to like whatever. He's pulling up on anything. Just
Party
having,
line Luce, huh?
I hope he's already spoken to a lawyer and that the lawyer has basically told him, hey, it's cool. You can say whatever you want on these podcasts, which I don't really think that a lawyer would have said that to him.
He didn't speak to nobody.
Personally, I think that he's saying too much. He's doing a little too much because, I mean, man, like your lawyer is just going to tell you to be quiet. They're definitely not going to tell you like, hey, go talk to as many different podcasts as possible before you even get out.
Is that content for y'all?
Fuck the lawyer telling you to be quiet. The phone gonna tell you the phone's is recorded.
Yeah,
If you don't know by now, niggas still thinking. There's a lot of niggas that in caught cases in jail in the county, whether in prison, from talking about shit too much, and they use these damn calls in your case. Like people act like that shit can't happen.
You were receiving a call from an inmate in California. You're on a recorded line.
You familiar with the process, huh, bro?
Yeah. Come on, bro. I got a library, so much money on the homies' books. You feel me? Like
So
shit.
as the owner of the platform, is that content for you? Like if Bricc call in right now, nigga, I'm in here going up, I'm woo wop. Are you gonna let that play, or you gonna be like, cut it out type shit?
Especially given the situation that we're in right now, if he started to say stuff that was a little over the line, which I didn't actually see the clip of him talking in the news, but I was looking at the comments and it said that he said, we don't get stabbed, we're the ones doing shit to people, which does not seem like a wise thing to say. I wasn't around for him saying that, but I mean, I don't know. Like, yeah, I guess when it's a live phone call, it's kind of different. I don't know. I just saw somebody in the comments suggesting he might say
Stop this cap. I gotta call cap. You gonna for sure use it as content.
Well,
the reason I say that because wasn't I just seen a clip of was that Luce girl or something called you?
What'd she say?
She was telling you she was gonna call you every time he called and all that.
Yeah. She was saying that.
He said,
Adam said, I don't give a fuck, cuz content. I'm going up.
Hey, she seem a little happy, like she getting her moment.
I know what you said.
She got her
Yeah,
channel
it's like-
back. She like, give my phone back. Nah, for real, y'all. She's
I'm not
excited.
shitting that because he was using her channel.
She's a star now.
The thing is a
Sharice
lot.
is cool, man.
People- shit is crazy.
The channel said Sharice Mills. Now it didn't say Sharice Mills and Luce Cannon. Like he didn't hijack the shit. She got her shit back. She happy.
See the
Man.
cloud, the
Breathing hard,
cloud,
walking up to the car building. Like, I'm like this.
the
girl.
cloud addiction is crazy. It don't matter what form it come from, but people don't understand. It's not gonna hit them, and God forbid that happen to them. But until somebody gets smacked, when you get hit with that time, then it become real. It become realer. It should be real right now. But the fact that niggas is still calling in and doing that, I don't believe you taking it serious right now.
Hey, bro. Hey, so you don't think when Luce Cannon hang the phone up, he like, yeah, I think it's an act on the phone. He's stressed out.
I think
You're supposed to be.
No,
It is
yeah,
very
no,
easy
no,
to be
no,
stressed
no,
out.
no,
Yeah.
This is what it
No, but
might
I
be.
agree.
Why
But look,
you
Munchie,
being
they
an
still
entertainer instead of focusing on your case.
They still kind of fresh in, so you feeling like, well, you thinking in your mind they ain't really got nothing on me. That's what niggas want to think. A lot of these niggas not getting their transcripts immediately when they hit jail. Now these niggas they even asking for their paperwork. They just get in there and just whatever the people tell them. A lot of these niggas run with that shit. So I don't think it's actually sunk in yet until you go to that first preliminary or that court date. Then they get to telling you football numbers, and now you looking crazy.
And do you think the high of just kind of being a celebrity outside is still not worn off at that point, right? Like they calling in, making calls, people probably talking about them. Do you think that has attributed to as well being like not necessarily feeling like I'm locked up?
Because somebody like Luce, I'm gonna be real, like he's been out here trying to go viral for the last however many years. And now it's happening on a level that is so much crazier than probably his wildest dreams in terms of being the main character, being talked about. So you know that as much as, yeah, it sucks that you're sitting down and you're locked up right now and you're probably going to have to spend all this money on legal bills and everything else. You might stay in there for a long-ass time. It's like, no, you're famous too. And you're riding this out and you're seeing the numbers go crazy. And for somebody like him, it's probably kind of hard to like take those two things and detangle them because this is kind of what he wanted for all these years, even if it's happening in a way that comes with some bad side effects or whatever.
It's like Tay Cage checking his YouTube metrics the day after he dropped the race while he's on the run.
We've seen a lot of rappers really kind of fall in
came
with
up
this.
under the mobile home and got up on Luce. And then,
Under the mobile.
He had the final act.
yeah, Cowboy
out of control.
No, Cowboy went he got cracking and came back.
Yeah.
Where
Cowboy
you get the
did that.
mobile home from, yeah? Come on.
The fact that story is real is still
Right.
That's even more crazy. Like you
But
said,
then,
it's
but,
crazy
but,
they
then he
got.
had a cowboy hat on swinging
Oh, I
on.
thought he
No,
made
he
that
didn't
up.
have
That
that.
really happened?
No, he didn't have the hat
Oh,
on.
you didn't.
Nah.
There was a video.
No, I just seen him like run up on him. I didn't know he came from under the mobile home, nigga.
No, he was up under the
He was
thing,
fixing a
trying to
truck.
lack something on.
He's changing tires.
And he heard somebody say, "Is that Luce?" And he came from up under the vehicle, like, "Hold on." And then he got cracking and came back. And then he went to jail the next day. So Luce had a good week. Like if that's what he's looking for, the clout.
Absolutely wild week for sure. But also, like, you guys keep talking about the content, like, oh, will you exploit it for content? Think about this. Do you think it's good for the content, Bricc not being on the podcast?
Not
Sucks.
in the long run, for sure.
Not for y'all podcast, because y'all built him into the main character, and the audience that you built is strictly off of this type of stuff. So from a business aspect, I understand why he does what he does, because the second he tries to switch, you see the chat. What the fuck is this? We don't want to hear politics. We want to hear gang shit. That's what you built the platform on. So now it's kind of like a necessary evil. You're stuck with that.
You know what it is that I've been in this situation so many times where you have something happen that is bad for your life, terrible, negative, awful. Nobody would want this, but it comes with a ton of benefits from the sense that the podcast starts doing better. When X dies, No Jumper's lit. No Jumper has the biggest day that has ever had in the history of this channel on the day that X died. So somehow I have to balance the fact that every news reporter wants to talk to me, every podcast wants to interview me, etc., and my boy's dead and I get to watch the video on the internet. When the guy pulls up at No Jumper and puts the fucking gun in my face and almost kills me, all of a sudden I'm on Logan Paul's podcast. All of a sudden, you know, I do a clip talking about it, gets 1 million views, etc. And so it's like I'm kind of used to like dealing with this balancing act where you have something happen that is objectively shitty, like, well, no pun intended, that like Bricc Baby getting locked up. And then at the same time, it's like, oh, everybody wants to hear about it. And we basically have to create content about it because we're kind of just beholden to the audience to make content about whatever the most interesting shit is going on.
Yeah, the
at any
negativity
given
gonna spread
time.
faster.
I don't think everything is content though, but people let shit fly because, you know, Rockstar Girl got the recording. Like she took the opportunity, and then I don't think that his house was really surrounded. But you know, Sharice was fake recording a standoff. So if it, but if it was real, that'd be weird.
Yeah, like in retrospect, that might not have been real.
No, it
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah.
And then you got Bricc Baby, the famous. I'm about to crash. Everybody
Crash
thought
out.
the camera should have been cut before that, but it kept going. So that people let stuff go on a little longer. But
Munchie, this what people don't realize. You can't put your moral stances on other people. So the second you realize everybody don't think like you, you'll stop getting mad at shit like this.
I
So
realize
our
that.
platform, we cutting that shit. Ain't nobody calling in from the feds. When you come on for an interview, we ain't asking you no federal shit. We're going to stick to your music or whatever you're doing. But everybody's not thinking that. Some people really don't give a fuck. Adam just happened to be one of them. So to continuously get mad at Adam when he doesn't come from this world, he don't owe this world no type of loyalty, what are you expecting? It's a job for him.
My
You
whole
don't-
thing
you know
is
what I'm
that
saying?
if we edit that kind of stuff out when it happens on live stream, then we're basically in a situation where everybody else is going to go up off that content, and then we're going to just have people come into our channel looking for it, and it's not there. Like the Kill Squad shit, that was obviously the super viral clip. People think we're getting rich off that shit. That clip was demonetized from day one. It got 1 million views. We made like 50 bucks. And that's happened over and over. The time that Wack fucking tried to fucking strangle Flacco on the podcast, that got like 1 million views. I looked at it a couple months ago. $50. It's like, you know, it's like
The suspect in Kelpie.
right. Well, that actually we got monetized because we edited the fuck out of it. But you know, like
suspect got an anger problem. You need to go to anger management.
He's angry.
that is,
He
you know,
got
that was a
angry.
wild
He just
day.
caught a viral moment today.
He
Another
definitely
one?
did.
Yeah, nigga,
fired
watch
somebody?
exploded, cuz.
Nah, him and Jaleese, they were having a huge argument.
But that was today.
Yeah,
That was
that was
today.
today.
They
That
got
was
like
an
a
argument.
sister-brother relationship type. huh?
Something, but he had 2 watches on, and so he's arguing with her, and he starts banging his wrists together, and one of the watches blows up and explodes. It reminded me of the Ace
Exploded.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
exploded.
Hold on, what kind of watch explode? What
I
kind
don't
of
know
watch is that?
exactly.
Shout out to
but if you
Suspect,
see any
cuz.
diamonds on the
Nah,
ground,
He out there. Where you buy that shit from? That exploded. That's disturbing. They don't sit by me, nigga. Hey, you see how 4X just broke his what's that shit called? His
What?
bracelet.
Oh,
He broke
did
his
he?
bracelet. Nah, he's into aggressive around.
Hey,
I think
you
you
still
just
talk
karma for making fun of Sharp's watch so much. Sharp's Jay-Z watch.
Oh yeah, exactly. And that's what I was thinking. I think Sharp has powers. I think Sharp is sitting at home with a voodoo doll of Suspect, and he's poking at the
Poking
wrist,
the watch.
and he's trying to make something happen because that clip was a gift to Sharp.
Yeah, for sure.
That being said, I
Tried to tell him, Church.
I haven't talked to Forrest probably in like a week and a half or some shit, but he is coming home soon. Let's just say that is going to be an explosive appearance because who knows what I mean.
Was reemergence?
He's mega against talking about anything federal, so I feel like he probably ain't going to have much to say about the Bricc Baby thing, but definitely he's going to have something interesting to say, I'm sure.
He was on 49th Avenue, cuz nigga, free the homie, cuz 40 crap, nigga. Vernon Avenue is gonna be that.
That's the whole clip.
there it is. 4 Extra speaks on Bricc Baby.
That's it.
Okay, I have an important question about Lush, but just let me do this real quick. I just wanted to take a quick break to remind you about the Everything 420 app. Just search E420 in the App Store because your setup deserves an upgrade. One of my favorite things from Everything 420, they're mixed mystery boxes. They are so fun because there's always a surprise inside and you can get more bang for your buck. And they also have the $4.20 store. It's like a stoner dollar store loaded with budget-friendly essentials. They only sell legit Delta products with COAs for authenticity, and ordering is insanely easy. You just open up the app, browse, tap to order, and that's it. No complicated checkout and no weird steps. Download the E420 app now and use code NOJUMPER at checkout for an exclusive discount. Okay, what I was going to say, Luce Cannon. I'm going to call Sharice in a second, get her opinion on some of what we've been talking about. But
Did you know his middle name was Ashley?
I did not know that. That's very
That
interesting.
nigga name is Termaine Ashley Williams. That shit crazy.
Mm,
Ashley
okay.
though.
I'm going to take note of that.
There's
But-
dudes named Ashley and Courtney.
Yeah, you can be a badass.
No,
Ashley, right?
Yeah.
I heard of some
Courtney
Tracy,
of this
Stacey's, and Courtney,
podcast,
but not
formerly,
Ashley.
yeah.
Stacy? Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Stacey,
yeah,
Chris
yeah.
Mack's
From
fake
the
dad.
Wood.
Yeah,
From the Wood.
Stacy
From
from
the
the Wood, Stacey Ogman.
But Ashley though, so he's little Ash Bash essentially.
Okay. Luce Cannon is locked up. Most of what we can tell that he's being accused of is stuff that's really like him aiding and abetting Big U. Now, he don't fuck with Big U. He has not fucked with Big U for a couple years now. What are the odds that Luce Cannon is really going to sit down and do whatever kind of time they're trying to throw at him to protect someone who he does not fuck with, does not want anything to do with, that he has publicly declared to be his op? I'm not saying that Luce Cannon got the snitch gene in him,
That's what it sounds like.
but I mean, when I look at the situation, it's like, how much time am I really willing to do for somebody that I don't fuck with?
And it's interesting you brought that up because I want to ask Sharice this too, because when they had a live stream, right? Sharice and Luce, and they were talking, and she kept saying to him, like, you got to think about yourself, baby. Think about yourself.
That's
like
what snitches do.
You do so much for these other people. I know you got a big heart, but they don't give a fuck about you. You got to think about yourself. To me, like when y'all hear that, does that sound like it's like encouraging?
I mean,
None of that
Girl
matters
told
to
that
me.
YSL dude to do that. Remember on that phone call?
None of that matters to me. It all boils down to who you are as a person. If you gonna stand down and know whatever's going on, and you choose to be a stand-up man and take the time, a lot of people nowadays is different. But I don't put that on nobody. I done seen the hardest niggas tell on niggas. So I can't put no jacket on nobody. It be the niggas you least expect. And they be the ones turning the niggas you thought was gonna turn, be the niggas that be solid. So
That's pretty normal for a female to say. I mean, I'm under the assumption that 100 out of 100% of females are gonna tell in that
But
situation.
is that what? But just so we're on the same level here, when you hear that, does that make it sound like she's encouraging him to?
Yes.
Most
Most
females are
females
gonna
will
do that.
do
That's
that,
what I'm
though.
telling you. They're
Yeah.
gonna tell you, "Oh, think about your family, think about this." But what you got to understand is, once you choose that side of the fence, it doesn't matter if that's your op. It don't matter if you didn't do it. None of that shit matters. You took that oath. You knew that was a possibility. So it ain't no telling because, oh, I'm doing time for him and he don't really fuck with me. It's too bad. That's the oath that you took.
What if at some point it becomes clear, and I'm not saying that this is the case, but it's something that a lot of people have suggested, what if at some point it becomes clear that Big U was working with them people?
Hey, first you got to know what aiding and abetting mean.
Okay.
Because what you described, that's not aiding and abetting. When somebody going a weed dispensary and lay it down with a gun, you committed it. You didn't aid.
You're right. Okay. Yeah.
That's not aiding and abetting.
That's real shit. Yo.
That's an important thing to clarify.
No,
you were
aiding and
part of
abetting
that,
is
but-
if they shoplifting and you blocking it, trying to obstruct the view. That's aiding and abetting.
Sounds like you've done this before.
No, I don't shoplift. Hey, but I'm saying like that's not aiding and abetting. I know
You're
you
right,
want him to
you're
come
right,
home,
yeah.
but
Yeah, I'm not gonna discuss the details of what Luce got going on because his shit's still open. But I will say this: even if somebody tells on you, if you made that oath, you're not to tell on them because that still makes you a rat. Still, like I'm not gonna be a rat because he ratted. I'm not a rat.
hey, bro, before it hit the indictment, he told the same story on this platform.
No, I know. I
So
seen it.
you could talk about that. He said the story first before even.
You know what's funny about that story in particular is that he came on this podcast, he told that story. I'm sitting there just kind of mystified because this is me realizing for the first time of like, oh, Big U still has 1 foot in the streets on a level that I might not have considered. But then he goes on Academics' podcast, probably Whack set that up or whatever, and Ack seemingly like understood how serious that situation was and asked a shitload of follow-up questions, basically digging into that story. And then the other one that has come to be part of this indictment is the story about them allegedly extorting Rick Ross and Meek Mill for $50K while they were in the club or whatever, which is another one where I was just sitting there doing the interview like, are you fucking serious?
That was cap.
But that's such a stupid thing to try to get them on because your witnesses are not going to cooperate. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way, even if that did happen to Meek Mill, there's no way he's going to admit to that in a million years. Either way, he looks like a bitch. Like, you feel me? If he admits to it, or he's like he looks bad either way.
You think so? I don't think he looked bad either way.
He
We
looked-
don't know if it really happened.
He looked bad. He
I
looked
don't
good.
believe it happened.
He
Meek-
looked good.
No, I'm saying we don't
Right
know if
now,
it really
he looked
happened.
good.
Meek
Right.
came out and denied it though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the best thing he could possibly. There's no way he'll look bad if he says it's true though.
Before he denied it, the
On the
Dream
street-
Chasers did too though. Before that, like months ago, last year.
Yeah, I don't think it is true, but I'm just saying it's gonna make him look. If he did admit to it, it makes him look weak in a street sense. Like, oh, you have to check in when you go places. You don't really got it like that, and it makes him look weak on a street sense again. Oh, you're a fucking rat. You're helping cooperate. Da, da, da. So he would never admit to it. That's essentially career suicide for Meek Mill.
Meek Mill definitely could never admit it if it's true, and if it's not true, then he's also going to deny it. Although
Yeah.
at this point, it is seeming less likely that Luce just came on here and made that story up
It
out of thin air.
don't sound realistic. He just tapped him on the shoulder. His security just like, all right.
I didn't believe it when I heard it. I thought
That
it was
just
all
sounds
cap
like some superhero gangster shit.
to keep it
Yeah,
100.
exactly.
Because we thought Luce Cannon was doing the big homie CC move. Go on a podcast and just make up a bunch of bullshit, and some of it's going to stick. Some of the clips are going to go up. Other podcasts going to want to have you on, etc. And now it's like, oh, you were serious.
What's the big
Okay.
homie CC move?
You know, he just going on every podcast saying
And like
every
about who he
celebrity's
bodyguard?
gay, and he was a bodyguard
Oh.
for this person,
Okay.
and he saw this person get robbed.
Everything
and-
was content, man. They took the Lando Brown route.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he was giving Luce's. He said Luce was the truth. Remember? He said Luce is the boogeyman. He was saying that in the beginning, but now you know what I'm
Big
saying?
homie CC was saying that, huh?
Right. He said it on Camp Capone.
Shit, I hate to admit
And he
it,
was
but
lying in.
Whack and Bricc really, or Whack and Luce really kind of like exposed the big homie CC thing because he didn't have any energy when they seen him in Vegas, and then completely switched his energy
And how
up
could
as
you
soon as he
tell
went
though?
on
Because
another.
both of them seem kind of vague on
Yeah,
both
they
sides.
both had the same energy to me.
Right. It seemed like nobody
It looked
play on
like
nobody.
it was a play to me.
He was alone. And Whack and them, they had a lot of people with him. And I know Whack's at the point where I don't think he's trying to just beat up everybody and torch his name by getting into a huge fight at a trade show. But for sure, in that moment, if they wanted to fuck Big Homie up, it was going down. For sure. They had a whole bunch of people with them that were serious people that aren't really on camera and shit. I believe that Big Homie was the liar in that situation.
I think
That's
they
my
both
opinion.
didn't want to do nothing to each other, honestly.
Mm.
And then, you know.
Do we want to do we want to listen to what
Yeah. And honestly, honey, I thought about it. As much as you may want to help the families of all those that's involved with the situation, I don't know if it's really the best thing because you really should be disassociating yourself with these people. You really should. I understand the intention was good. Baby, you got to listen to me because sometimes you don't listen. The intention was good to want to help these families. But you gotta think for yourself right now. And I don't think if they were in the same position or thought of it, they would do that for you. Real talk. And we need to separate ourselves from Big U anyways, and Brick Baby and all these other motherfuckers that probably don't really give two shits about you. I'm serious.
Let's do a fuck Big U shirt. Or fuck
So instead
Mine
of
goes to
free
merch
Big U,
right away.
fuck Big
She
U,
recording that?
yeah.
Big U.
big useless. Okay, all right, honey. You know, I do what you tell me to, cause I'm your wife and I gotta listen. But I just want you to hear me. It doesn't look good because of course you're not cool with the nigga, but that doesn't mean you gotta help him. And that is one thing people don't realize with you is no matter what, you would still help your enemy. But ain't nobody right now, you gotta think for yourself. You gotta think for yourself.
Try to tell y'all.
Okay, because all these motherfuckers probably telling, all these motherfuckers probably turning against you. They are not having your best interest at heart. I need you to listen to me.
Yeah, and then I have to really think about the son of the mother that died, Ray Sean Williams.
Exactly, because it's making you feel
Oh Lord,
Wait,
we gotta think about the sun.
That's a crazy.
You a
response.
gay member. You're not supposed to think about the sun.
She don't have his best interest in mind.
And that's exactly what I'm about to say. If that was me, I would have hung up on my bitch.
She wants
bitch,
him
what the
back
fuck you
home.
sound like?
Tell
You
her
trying
to
to
take
record
care of the
nigga.
baby.
Yeah, for one, you talking
Hold the house
too much.
down.
Hey, help me with some clarity.
For one, she talking
Who's she
too
talking
much.
about? Help who? The co-defendants?
No,
Help
Ray
herself.
Help himself. She basically telling her to
she
rap.
said, stop thinking about everybody else. Who's everybody else?
yeah,
Then
all the
everybody else on the
codependents.
case.
Everybody on the
She
case.
literally said Big U,
Her
Bricc. She literally said she said the name.
Don't none of her co-defendants like him though. They all want to do something to him. When he get down here to MDC, he gonna be in trouble.
Yeah,
Well, and
Brick's
that's-
I
the
low-key
closest
think
friend
she
he got in
enjoys
that
the.
indictment.
She's enjoying like
She-
creating the
she
content
want the
right
clout,
now.
She is
Yeah.
special.
Yeah,
She
she a
That's what it
clout
seemed
monster.
like.
She gonna
One,
get a
for
TV
one,
deal
you
out of all
already
this.
you out of pocket recording my shit. For two, I would have hung up on the bitch for three because 9 times out of 10 you're insinuating that I know more than what I'm denying. So now you're making it look more than what it is.
Yeah.
By even just having that type of conversation.
They're match made in heaven, bro. Like they perfect for each other.
We should all be so lucky as to
That's
find one like her.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she is insinuating that you guilty. Just tell him, babe. Just like what the fuck?
Wow.
Bitch,
She,
get the
she's
fuck off
a
the phone.
she's a public figure too, right? She's like been on reality shows. And
She a
all
public
that.
figure?
Yeah,
I have no
She used to be a
idea.
singer. I ain't never heard none of her music and shit. But
yeah, she's a singer.
She got like some little amateur porn.
What you think about it, Adam? You think that was wise to record a federal call to have played on the fucking pod?
I think they should be saying less, generally speaking. For sure, like, if I was locked up in the feds facing this exact same situation, the last thing I would think about would be like, oh, I need to get content out right now. I need to help spread my narrative. No, it's like, that now is a time where it's perfectly fine to be quiet. And I mean, like, maybe if you're making content for your channel so it could maybe make money so that you could, like, you know, help yourself out in terms of your legal situation or whatever is one thing, but I don't understand the value that Luce Cannon gets from doing an interview with Damn Homie at a time like this. It just
Damn
doesn't
homie's
really-
crazy. Kids, you had a right to remain silent. If you catch a case, shut the fuck up and let your lawyer do all the talking.
Let's press.
Or just don't even
Sharice.
get in the position anyway. Like the shit is dead anyway.
Sharice, you're on the press list.
Shawty's telling me about the lambs.
She clearing her throat, getting cute already. Watch.
Hello? Hello? Hey, are you in the car or something? It doesn't sound like you're by the phone.
Yeah, you on my Bluetooth.
That's
I
better.
just disconnected. Are you good?
Okay, yeah, we're on the podcast right now. We just figured, you know, we've been talking about you, and I don't want to be talking behind your back. I feel like we should have the conversation with you. So I guess like my main question is there a strategy in terms of content, in terms of like how much Luce is saying publicly? What are your thoughts on that and the potential that it could get him in more trouble?
Well, first of all, he's not speaking on anything that's already not being said. He's not speaking on anything that's not in the public. And he's not giving his strategy on how he's going to beat this case either in public. But what I will say is that everyone is forming their opinions off of hearsay, and there is no real hardcore evidence that, you know, these incidents that they are charging him for has anything to do with what he said on a podcast. Second of all, I thought you were locked up, Adam. What's going on?
Nah, that was cap. Yeah, that was cap. But for the record, the feds, when they did come, they only wanted one thing, and I feel like this will be of special interest to you. They wanted the cease and desist from Big U in regards to Luce Cannon's first appearance on No Jumper, in which Luce basically implicated Big U in the murder of the late, great Nipsey Hussle.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. And did you give them the cease and desist?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, well, there you have it. So with that being said, I'm sure they're going to do their due diligence to see what that's about. But obviously, if, you know, Big U, you know, is innocent, I don't know why he would want to cease and desist, but that's his business, not ours. But what I can tell you is my husband does not deal with Big U. He does not like Big U. He has not spoken to him in years. So all of these implications and allegations are false. I will say that. And second of all, you know, if he didn't like Nipsey, that's his business. You know what I'm saying? My husband, he does have a big mouth from time to time when he talks about certain things. But at the end of the day, you know, he never said anything when there was an open case. Now that there's something open, I'm sure he won't say a thing in regards to that's concerned. But Nonetheless, what my husband is saying and what he's talking to you guys on these podcasts are nothing that's a secret. It's things that have been said even in the public prior to him bringing it up. A lot of people in the hood knew that Big U did not like, Nipsey, and they had a little thing going on. He had contracts, all that stuff, and I'm not even from the West Coast, and I've heard that before. So, he just said things that people wanted to say that didn't have the balls to say it. That's all.
Sharice, what's up? It's Lush. How you doing?
What's up, Lush?
Shoot your shot.
I got a question. When I saw your convo with Luce when you were basically telling him to think for himself? What is that?
Absolutely.
What do you mean by that? Like, think about yourself in this situation. What do you mean by that?
Tell on Bricc Baby.
What I meant by that was because, I came up with an idea to him about, helping the families with anything they need by selling merch on our sites. And, he's like, okay, well, maybe despite of all the shit that's going on, I think, we should help all the families. And like, so Big U, Bricc Baby, you name it. And then I said, honey, you know what? I thought about it.
Oh.
I don't think they'll do that for you. Possibly Big Baby's wife because she's sweet. I talk to her from time to time. But Big
Shouts
U,
to
heck
sis.
no. So when I told him think for himself, don't even give it a rat's ass about nobody else but him. You know what I'm saying? It's not all right. And truth be told, we're trying to separate ourselves from this situation to begin with. So why even go and help them? And we got to consider the family of Rayshawn and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's what they was talking about.
That's what he meant by that.
That
Okay.
make a little bit more sense.
Hey, this is Andre. Is he lawyered up or is it?
He's lawyered up.
Okay.
Our lawyer bill is over $200,000. So
Okay.
Adam, I'm gonna need you to sell me some money, all right?
No,
Yeah,
not at
I
all.
got you on 200K for sure.
Okay, that's cool. I know you do. With all these podcasts that you got my husband's name in, I'm sure y'all making some money.
Little son.
I'm
But
just saying.
okay, but this was my question. Is like, to me, this feels like a situation where Luce Cannon could probably sit down with the federal agents and say, Big U did this, 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 and this, and he could probably walk out that door tomorrow. Would you encourage him to do so?
Heck no. My husband is not a snitch when it comes to things like this. He'll tell his stories and tell things online that won't pertain to an open case or shit, but he wouldn't want to put nobody in no jail. I could tell you that right now. And that's one main reason why I'm sure he won't get bail, because he's not going to go and open his mouth. Everyone else, who knows what they're doing? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, as long as we, this is so. Oh, hold on. We got Cannon is calling me right now. Would you guys like to hold?
Of course.
Hold
Why not?
That nigga crazy.
She crazy for doing all this motherfucking
Her
talking.
response
She
is
about to be
cool,
fucking
but this
next
one you
week.
need to do the
She gonna be
least
on
talk.
Plug
Right,
Talk.
shut the
Oh,
fuck
no.
up, period. Who they lawyer?
Sharice gonna be on Plug Talk.
Never that.
No,
Nah.
that'll do numbers.
I'm manager, though. I'll get her on all kinds of Zeus shows.
No,
and
no,
shit.
no, right here.
This little
Yeah,
munchie
right
fuck,
here.
This little munchie fucked me up when he's all shoot your shot.
No, for real. You know when niggas go to jail, it'll be over. We know what goes on.
You are live with Adam Lush on November. Hello.
And Andre.
Oh,
Luce, what's cracking, bro?
Luce Cannon!
what's up with it, King? How you doing?
Not much, man. We tapped in right now. We got the viral way on here. We got Lush, and we got the one and only Munchie B.
Andre.
What up? What up with everybody?
Chilling, man. Yeah, we were just having conversations, and we were kind of, I mean, I guess first question is just how are you doing in there? What's your state of mind as you're locked up?
Nah, the state of mind is good because at the end of the day, it's like, let the truth be known. Like, I don't fuck with the niggas. You know what I'm saying? So everything else is false.
Okay. Do you what's your media strategy in terms of talking on podcasts, doing live streams, etc., while you're in federal custody?
No, it's not that. It's just I'm doing the same thing that I was doing outside. You know what I'm saying? Nothing changed. At the end of the day, it's like I don't have to. I have no parts of what happened, what's going on, or anything like that. But I ain't gonna say anything. A lot of people rolled over and turned on the nigga, and it is what it is.
Who turned on you already?
No, I'm talking about on Big Useless.
Oh, people are already telling on him.
Yeah. So it's like I'm just sitting in here right now, just going through the process.
Damn.
Is everybody telling Luce, or do you know specifically who's been telling?
Shit, everybody got out. The only people that's still in here is what me breaking him.
Have you had any conversations that were basically like, we'll let you out right now, you just got to tell us this, this, and this?
Hell no, it ain't no conversation.
So they consider you to be such a crucial part of this case that they're not even proposing a deal.
No, I haven't. No, it's not that. It's not that at all.
Safety valve.
It's just the point of it is it's just not gonna happen. Just put it that way.
The feds know that you're so solid that they wouldn't even ask you to talk.
No, it's not gonna happen.
So did you catch word that I just revealed it like an hour ago on this podcast, but basically the feds came to my house and the one and only thing that they were interested in was the cease and desist from Big U because of your appearance on the podcast with Wack, in which you basically said that Big U had knowledge of the Nipsey situation before it happened.
No, see, the thing is, it's like, I'm going to say it like this, because he's going through something. It's just why send a cease and desist if it's not true. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are
'Cause it's
suggesting. Yeah.
defamatory though.
Yeah, even if it's not true, it is
Right.
It's a defamatory statement
Oh,
for sure. Absolutely, I could understand him not wanting that out there, even if it wasn't true, to keep it a stack.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What'd you say, Lush?
I was saying,
I can't hear you.
it's a defamatory statement regardless, so I could see him not wanting that out, even if it wasn't true.
Yeah, but if you wanted to prove somebody that was a liar, right? You just telling them put it out, right?
No.
Why stop it?
Crickets.
Yeah, I don't know.
No. But if we talking right, that's facts, right? Why stop something that you saying is a lie?
Right. I mean, hey, I guess he really wanted to stop that narrative, I guess.
When a lie linger too long, it become the
you can't
truth, bro.
stop it, no.
Yeah, I'm not his defense attorney, but I could think of a few.
Like nobody want to lie out there about him, so that's why you would do it cease and desist. If you feel it ain't true.
Well, that's like that's like career-ending information. You know what I mean? Like, or statement. If people associate him with the death of somebody so beloved, that fucks off his business, right?
But everybody is getting misconstrued. Nobody's saying that he has something to do with it. He just acknowledged. I mean, no. It's just like if somebody somebody that know me, right? And they basically be like, man, I'm either going to get that nigga because of whoop-de-whoop. And I'd be like, well, shit, go and get your man. You get what I'm saying? That's just how it is. My statement is Nipsey wasn't his brother. Nipsey wasn't like his son. He keeps claiming that and putting that energy in the air when he didn't fuck with Nipsey and Nipsey didn't fuck with him.
He said Nipsey just flew him out before they passed. They patched it up.
No, they didn't. They
was in New York together or something like that.
Yeah, they went to New York for a video shoot, but it was still animosity because it was still a situation that happened after that. Why he didn't go and support Black Sam at the Marathon Burgers then? If everything was patched up.
No, for sure that ain't patched up. We saw that in the Black Sam interview for sure.
Cause Nipsey is Big U little homie essentially from 60s. Black Sam is not from rolling 60s. That's just Nipsey's brother.
No,
so he don't have to support Black Sam like he will support Nipsey, his little homie, his younger homie.
Good point.
That's not the same thing.
No, yes it is, because the marathon continues, the Marathon Burgers, anything that marathon is based off of Nipsey, like that's what he stood for. That's what he pushed. That's what he wanted to do. That's his thing.
Hey, if you pass away tomorrow, Adam not fucking with your twin brother, bro. so that marathon ain't gonna continue. Cause he messed with you, not your brother.
No, but the thing is, if somebody's pushing the narrative, right, and it's in all good honors of Nipsey. If I have my brother, not my twin brother, but if I have my brother,
You don't like your
on
Twitter.
the
He said, no.
situation or whatever like that, I would have Adam. I hope what Adam would still support. If something happened to Bricc or whatever like that, I'm pretty sure Bricc wife or whatever like that, Adam would still support that. It's different.
That is true. If me and Bricc were beefing, and then we got cool right before he died, and then his girl opens up Bricc Burger, for sure, I'm at the Bricc Burger. I'm turning up the Bricc Burger.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm chasing Rockstar across the street.
So since Crib Mac been in jail, have you checked on Mama Bear?
We've been talking. Yeah. I helped him out around Christmas time and all that
Shouts
kind
to
of shit.
Mama
yeah.
Bear. We love
All
Mama
right,
Bear.
All right.
And Granny Bear.
Definitely. Man, if he was out, he would probably be in this Rico too.
Busting all these assholes.
JK.
I got no comment on the Rico. Nothing to do with the Rico.
Nothing
No
to
comment.
make fun of, Adam.
Oh, that was a Crip Mac joke. My bad.
You know it's free loose.
But-
It's free
but
loose.
at
Free
the end of the
free all the
day, it's
guys.
like, everybody is going to support everybody. Only the real is going to stand. You get what I'm saying? Like, everybody that was on that indictment rolled over. Everybody out of jail. Everybody was making statements.
So you and Bricc are the only ones who didn't have anything to say?
We the only one that's still in jail, right?
I didn't know everybody
damn
was
near,
released. I
yeah.
didn't know
Of
they
the
were
ones
all
we know.
released.
It was 4 already in jail,
No,
though, when they
everybody else is
landed.
out.
Damn, everybody being out is bugged out.
Luce, activate your patience, man. Stay off that phone.
Hey, how do you feel about people celebrating people going to jail?
Ooh.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the ops were
What
throwing
did
a
I say?
party.
So think about this, right? Because I never ever celebrated that. I took a stance on that before.
No, not you. I'm talking about how you feel about others celebrating.
I don't fuck with it. Not at all.
So you don't fuck with
I don't
600 and
condemn
Whack
nobody.
celebrating people going to jail?
I don't fuck with nobody celebrating a nigga going to jail, but I don't think Whack and 600 take that stance. I just think they just don't fuck with Big Yusuf.
I ain't heard him laugh this much. Shit.
You think Wack's been celebrating, Munchie? You really
Yeah.
think he's been celebrating?
It,
Adam?
it might be a little muted, but yeah, it's damn near a ticker tape parade
it's like
over
a
there.
passive aggressive celebration.
The 100 side? Oh, yeah.
On his side
I don't
turning up.
think they celebrate, but at the end of the day, it's like it's the best outcome for him. But other people have been affected by certain situations he's done. But I don't want him to go to jail. I'd rather if we beef him, we handle this shit on the street.
Why is
That's
Cuz on the
it.
phone saying that?
Yeah, I don't know if you should say
Hey, hang
that.
up, Cuz. Hang up. Like, hang up, bro. Y'all, you doing crazy
That's
shit
what I'm
now, cuz.
saying.
Hang
It's
up.
Like, I don't want him to go to jail. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Shitty burger.
That's just kind of weird for somebody to say. I want
Y'all niggas crazy,
my enemy to go
cuz.
to jail.
Y'all letting this nigga incriminate himself.
No
Hang
street,
up, cuz.
no street
He
dudes
gonna
say
call
that,
for
Adam.
I know, but
Maybe you.
nigga, don't do it while we on here, because it look like we condoning it, cuz. We're not with
Yeah,
that, bro.
Luce, the
Hang
viral
that shit
way
up,
wants to
bro.
make it clear that they think you're incriminating yourself and that you should stop.
Who's the
Hey,
far away?
Long as you
Podcast
self-snitching,
from
and I
Long
don't know
Beach.
Yeah,
nobody
we
else.
don't got nothing to do with what he doing. I just don't
You know,
want to watch him do that,
yeah,
bro.
shout out to them too.
Hey, Luce, hang up, bro. Let your lawyer talk.
He ain't got one yet.
You said what?
I said hang up and let your lawyer talk, bro. Like, they gonna use this for content. Don't do that shit, man.
Yeah, but the thing is not saying anything that I haven't.
Nah,
said.
bro, but
Y'all
you
acting
you
like
in some
I'm
real
talking about
shit, bro. And I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Activate your patience, like bro said. All this circus, don't do that, bro. You in facing some real life shit. This the internet. Don't do that. They gonna laugh at you. None of these niggas gonna put money on your books. None of these niggas gonna come visit you. They're gonna laugh at you when this phone call hang up, cuz. Don't. The fame ain't worth that shit.
Everything will go. Even the females. The females, they go bounce on you.
That's not bad
Well,
advice.
he already got one.
What females you talking about, my nigga?
Man, that's how I go.
What you talking about? Because you got his wife right here. So what you talking
Hey,
about?
if you his wife and you care about him, stop letting him do
What
this.
you talking about?
I'm talking about the
Listen, my
majority
husband's
y'all.
gonna do what he's gonna do.
Hey,
At the
Hey,
end of
hey, look,
the day.
niggas gonna do what they want,
Hey,
but I'm gonna
Shree,
give you some
Munchie,
real
we know
advice,
how that
cuz.
shit go when
He
they
been
go-
to the
when they
pen
go
before.
there.
He know.
Calling in from the
I know
don't.
he know.
That's
Look,
out.
Shree. Long as you keep the visits coming, and pen the paper, some pictures, you know, some you go do what you do. That's just how I go.
I'm just need y'all to put a little respect on people's names and don't try to be disrespectful here.
No, that's
all right?
that's to the gender.
Before we just really cut the line off, and that'll be that.
Hey, respect his.
She cut it off.
Hey, look, respect his freedom. Stop letting him do this to himself.
Okay, and respect his woman, and respect him too.
No, it
If
ain't
he
just
does
you.
Respect his freedom. If he chooses to do that, he's a grown ass man. He's gonna do what he want to do.
Yeah, but
Who
you
are,
supposed to
his
care
mama?
about him and not let him do that shit.
Hey, look, Sharice.
Not his mama.
Sharice, females that got on me during my bid. When they bounce back at the end of the last month. It happened like that.
60 seconds.
Oh shit.
Okay, well y'all
60
got 60
seconds
seconds
is
to make. What
crazy.
else y'all want to say?
Yeah, but at the end of
What
the
else
day,
y'all want to say?
no,
Free,
but at
free
the end
Luce
of the
Cannon.
Free
much love.
Luce.
Much love to the homie Luce.
Hey, you
I
got the
like
right
that.
to remain
I like
silent,
that.
cuz. Exercise that.
Hey, Luce, are you banging Sweetie in there too? Are people fucking with the Sweetie movement?
Sweetie!
Yeah, sweetie.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody,
We needed that.
We need everybody in the feds banging Sweetie gang.
FruceCannon.com and purchase that merch. It's FruceCannon.com.
That's right.
Hey, hold your head, my guy. And Sharice, let us know when you're in LA. We could tap in, do a podcast or something. We get whatever.
Thank you, Sharice, for real.
I'm sure I'm gonna send you my Zelle, Adam.
She on the freeway
I
right
bet.
now.
Bet.
She on the freeway right now. You heard her on the Bluetooth. She en route.
All right, much love. Appreciate you guys. Oh, that was good.
She on the 15
I think
freeway.
we got some clarity there. He don't feel like he's doing anything that hasn't already been done.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, but that DC niggas think they know smarter than the system to that gavel bang.
Hey, viral family. Hey, check it out.
That shit
Hey,
out.
viral family.
No. If he not taking it serious, you can't.
No,
care more
Munchie,
than
look, I get it. If he want to make content out of himself, I don't give a fuck.
I don't play
do
with
it.
my freedom.
But look, don't do it at my expense. It would look like I'm condoning that. That's out.
It ain't gonna look like that, bro. It ain't
That's
gonna
out.
look like
We
that,
don't
bro.
condone that shit. So if he want to call Adam every day, I don't give a fuck. Just don't do it while
If
we
a
on here.
nigga dumb enough, if the nigga dumb enough to do it, he gonna do it. But if I'm here, I'm gonna just say my piece and then that's on him.
No,
Like
that
you
was
said-
good though. You
like
actually saying
like-
that to
like you
him
said
is
it.
like that was good. That was a conversation that I think needed to be had.
Because it sound like nigga think this shit a game or something. So either your lawyer telling you, hey, we good, which I can't see no lawyer telling you
Yeah,
to call
right.
a fucking
Have one, bro.
podcast, or the reality ain't set in. Like, I done been in jail. I done seen niggas think this shit a game. They facing life. I'm getting out to, nigga, no, you're not. Then
Did
the
you- did y'all-
gavel bang,
Did y'all,
and you see the life leave them niggas' eyes,
Bro,
and
he
like,
haven't
oh, this
retained a
real.
lawyer, bro.
did y'all catch the moment where he like second thought it when you first said that to him?
Yeah,
Like,
'cause you-
Nah, he said
because y'all gonna keep
thank
hyping
you,
him
but
up.
he get it. He get it, but he not getting it because you think you're speaking in code or you're saying nothing like it don't apply. They're listening to everything. You under a fucking Fed case. They're gonna pay attention to every last phone call he has.
So we about to be in his paperwork. They about to
Nah, that's
Nah,
out.
you gonna be the
Yeah.
paperwork, nigga.
They about to transcribe all that. They gonna get me saying she's gonna get on and get hit. And all that's gonna be in the paperwork.
is that why you said that?
Hell yeah. nigga.
That lawyer gotta be
You're
pulling his hair
maniacal.
out. Like, why do you keep calling these fucking podcasts, nigga?
There's just
lawyer
more
probably-
billable
Shut the
hours
fuck
for that.
up.
The lawyer
That's more
probably
like
don't
talk all
even
you want. I
look-
got more shit to clean
These
up. You
niggas-
gonna keep billing me?
Hey,
But see, look, the culture gonna blame Adam for this when these niggas are voluntarily
this one.
doing it.
not on this
Now
one.
Stop
you see.
fucking
But this
doing
is-
it.
not on
This
this
is
one.
always what it's like, bro.
This is what I'm saying. Stop doing it. He couldn't exploit your stupid ass.
It wouldn't be me.
Yeah.
Niggas want to get exploited.
Fuck it.
This why I be like, fuck niggas, cause like, you know what? I'm gonna be quiet.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead,
got
cuz.
cut five.
I'm finna start tripping.
Hey, bro, that's
We-
a special case, bro.
that shit is crazy, my
Everybody
nigga.
not doing that.
Sweetie.
You can't say niggas, bro. That's a special case right there.
Yeah, and we can kind of move on to the other topics that we got. I just have a question for Munchie, and I guess you guys to an extent too. When I was talking to Wack about the allegations about Big U, he said this motherfucker got out of prison and thinks it's still 1987, which is basically saying that this whole idea of shaking people down and trying to tax everybody and charge everybody, et cetera, that's like an old school thing that you don't really see as much in this day and age. Is that still something that in Los Angeles you see with any level of consistency?
It happens on all levels. The Hispanics shake the corn ladies down and shit.
Okay.
Okay. And then Wackness self-admitted extortion all on camera. I don't know how he ain't indicted. He didn't admitted to doing it with T.I. He in the De La Hoyas and shit. I don't know, man. But, you know, I mean, 1980, I don't know what he mean. Like, what you talking about?
He's just saying that whole, thing where you try to like tax everybody and charge everybody
But he said
for
he chased
protection, et
Future through
cetera.
the airport for Trick. He said that. He said it's about some money. And then he threw the phone at him and Birdman said, I'm going to take care of it. he say this shit, so he living in the 90s and 80s too, though, right?
You don't think that's small level though?
Small level.
No. What I'm saying is like they like to focus on the small level street corner bullshit. When you got USAID stealing millions, nobody talking about it. Billions, nobody talk about it.
Man,
Ain't that the same thing?
the real crooks is the
On a bigger
politicians, you
level
know
though?
that?
No, that's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of government corruption, but you know, for
Adam
most
like,
of
I
us,
ain't talking about that shit.
we're
Wait,
pretty
are you-
oblivious to all
I
that.
ain't talking about that
no,
shit. Pop's already got that part in
Yeah,
it.
he's endorsing Doge right now. You didn't catch that.
I'm
This
just
is
saying,
a
shout out
low-key.
Elon,
This is
cuz.
a Doge brand deal.
Why y'all not talking about that shit? Them niggas stealing billions. I feel like I'm
The
getting
most jankiest nigga in America is
extorted
Trump,
by the
bro.
government, nigga.
He got 34 felonies, got found guilty, and he the president. So, you know, this is how the world is. I don't know how you do that.
Adam, you friends with Bill Clinton?
I haven't seen him since '95.
Oh, you know Clinton?
He was at Cuz
I met him a couple
house.
times when I was elementary. No, I never went to his
You
house.
don't go
You
to
ever,
Cuz house?
you ever seen the girl that gave him head?
Monica Lewinsky? No, I would love to have her on. Man. That would be crazy.
That's an
And that'd be
interview.
legendary. If you
That's
could get
fire.
Hillary on,
Even
that's
my
legendary.
parents turned against Hillary Clinton later on. They'd fucking-
Where's Monica Lewinsky at this day?
Yeah,
these
Monica-
days?
She's still around. She still does media from
Why she-
time to time.
Oh, okay.
Giving goaded top.
I mean, you can't have like a more toxic name than that. Like everything you got to do for the rest of your life is like, oh, you're
Okay.
Monica Lewinsky.
We got to come with the Monica Lewinsky freestyle. Talking
You
about
got fingered
females
with.
giving top.
She got fingered with a cigar.
Is that right?
That's what he did.
Oh, that's
yeah. He
mafia.
didn't fuck her. He put a cigar in. That's why he was able to go on TV and say, I did not have sexual relationships with that woman. And then it became a debate. Is sticking a cigar in someone's vagina a sexual
Well, she
relation?
No, he got
I
head,
would
though.
say yes. Yeah, and he got
She had
sorry,
sexual
please.
relations with the Cohiba.
Getting head is
That's
sexual.
right.
Very sexual.
That's yeah. Hell yeah. Clinton is crazy, man. Shout out him.
What? Yeah,
He's
that-
the last of a dying breed.
He was definitely
shout
one of
Cub.
the more gangster presidents we've ever had, despite incarcerating.
Now I'm about to say, don't shout Kyle.
He
He
got
just
head,
book,
he
nigga.
got
just
head
like-
under the desk, bro.
Yeah,
Had her under the desk.
I'm all in favor of head under the desk.
That's bracket.
But mass incarceration.
Yeah,
of
he was getting
minorities,
niggas booked.
kind of janky.
yeah, that's tough on everything.
I feel like Trump's past that part of his life where he was just trying to fuck everything, and I feel like Obama was too bitch made to be getting some top.
Trump
in
is
the
a
Oval Office.
gangbanger. He targeting specific gangs like MS who like zero in on one gang. Trump is a member. He's no better
Trump
than
is a
me
member. It's
and the homies
crazy.
from Long Beach, bro. That nigga is a gang member.
Well, MS is technically an international terrorist organization.
No.
Because, That's what when you talk about him zeroing in on them.
I don't want to
that's-
hear. You got Crips in Europe, bro. That don't mean nothing. So.
There's
why-
entire prisons built in El Salvador. To
That's
house
interesting you
MS.
say that because I heard you guys in a clip from your podcast say they do this to the Crips, but they have never indicted the Klan. So I actually asked ChatGPT,
that ain't true.
has the Klan ever been
y'all take-
federally indicted? It turns out the Crips and the Klan have a lot in common because they're not a top-down organization.
The whole point was.
I'm glad you said the
The
blood-
whole
the blood ain't
point
gotta-
was, see, people is too simple-minded because we know to get to down to detail, they've been indicted about things, but a lot of
individual
things,
chapters,
they're-
much like this.
Yeah, they haven't been really charged as much, but you don't get the RICOs as much as they do on us that you do on those type of groups when it comes to that.
And somebody
That's-
for
that-
and somebody
last
for
year they
instance
came
like
down
Big
on
U.
the Perker Woods, the Aryan Brotherhood. They did a whole little thing end of last year.
Nah, but this what we getting at is,
That greatly
like he said,
affected this
certain
podcast as
chapters. They're not trying to target the whole organization. Why? They took the hoods off and put on other uniforms.
Or they're not taken
No,
down,
they
for
amongst
instance,
us
like
and
the
they just
president.
No, this is what I
or
mean.
somebody that's
They're
a
now the
politician.
politicians, there's some police officers, some judge. Like they got smart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they're not low. Motherfuckers know what
The-
time it is.
and they're not
Yeah,
on podcasts
they're not
calling
low.
in from the feds talking about this what we doing.
Also, the
either,
Klan
so.
is just so old school. I feel like they've been like destroyed financially,
Allegedly.
and they don't really
Nah.
have like the same kind of impact. Like if this was the 1800s, we would be talking about the Klan like the biggest fucking
still-
thing in
But
America,
that's
right?
see, you thinking with the white hoods. I'm
See,
talking
but it's
about
still it's still shit going on down south. They
Yeah.
still out there doing shit that's not nothing going on. And what was that place we was talking about with the sundown and all that shit?
Sundown Town?
Yeah, all that
No,
all
but
that
that's
is
the
still
thing.
going on.
They got
There's
some
for
out
sure.
here.
Hey, look, Adam.
There's
If a white boy go to jail, they will come together and get him a lawyer. They did it with the Trayvon Martin case. Like that's a Klansman without the hood. Like, and they got a big ass support system. That GoFundMe go up.
Wasn't that a Mexican dude? George
Nah,
Zimmerman?
No, Zimmerman.
He was
Zimmerman's a white
Hispanic,
boy.
right?
He was Hispanic.
I thought he was a
Was
half
he?
and half. I
Man,
thought he was a
for-
half
for
and
the-
half.
but
But
He was a
He was
white-
branded as a white
yeah,
boy.
he was in
They
that.
actually, a lot of them
Hispanic.
identify as
Yeah.
white though.
Yeah, he's a white pastor.
On that census, they be putting white on that
No,
motherfucker.
he
And even if the Klan has been indicted, you never gonna see somebody like a big U within that community get indicted. It's going to be a no-name person.
Yeah,
for the most
David
part.
Duke's not going to catch the Klan indictment.
You're not going
right?
to see
That's
that.
what we
It's going to
getting
be a
at.
lower level
Zimmerman
person.
is German and Peruvian.
I told you
That's
it's half
white.
and half.
That's like
So he
pretty
mixed.
white.
He exotic.
Man, he go to jail. He running with the whites, bro.
That's pretty
Facts.
white. Better habla español. You feel me? Or else, yeah.
Adam trying to
he's from
debunk his
Raza?
homies, cuz.
Yeah, Adam trying to debunk
Adam
the
up here trying to
Klan.
debunk his
No,
homies.
I was
The
looking
Klan
at,
gotta
because I
know
was
that
thinking,
you
I'm
know what
like,
we
is that
saying.
true? Like, it would make sense that the feds would crack down on the KKK at some point, but they don't really, like, they have all these individual branches, and it's kind of like the Crips, where it's like the Rolling 60 indictment has nothing to do with y'all.
No, I just
Same
think
thing
the
with-
Klan is super antiquated. There's still very much so white supremacy and white supremacist organizations and gangs and shit. I just don't think it's necessary. I think the KKK
Maybe you
is
should
like,
just say white supremacy because they got little chapters just like we got Bloods, Crips, Insane.
I think
That's the whole
the
point.
umbrella.
If
That's
you-
the- yeah,
Nah,
that's
but
the-
I'm saying it. But without they saying all of that, you should better catch that. But even at the end of the day, we see what's going on from Atlanta to out here
Jersey.
to Jersey to everywhere. We see Ricos
Philly.
getting put on us back to back to back. We getting spanked right now.
It seems like they got a challenge though. It seems like the feds got a challenge, and especially with these rappers, like they just having fun. With
Yeah,
this
they
shit.
sweeping.
That's
right
all
now.
I'm
It's a
saying.
sweep.
Yeah.
You got to admit, though, that, like, hip-hop these days is a lot different than the way it was 20 years ago, where it's like, if you would have taken everybody on death row and put all their lyrics on a whiteboard in front of the cops, I don't think there would have been anywhere near as much to go on as they have in this sort of day and age, where podcasts and rap is so full of so much federal ass shit and rappers telling on each other that I don't know if 20 years ago there would have been an equivalent to a Young Thug or
But it
a
wasn't no
Dirk
podcast.
who was really airing shit out.
Well,
And that's
even
just the
in
music.
Yeah, he's talking about
Nobody's
music.
pointing at like Lil Durk
And that's
interviews
still-
or
that's
Thug
still
interviews and saying
allegedly,
like, oh,
though.
look at what they said in this interview. This one is why it's kind of unique. This is like the podcast Rico because there is so much corroborating evidence from podcasts.
Not for sure. And if you look at it, like there's never really before this era, before these past like several years, whatever, rappers like you would barely know. You would know someone if they were a Blood or a Crip, but besides DJ Quick talking about Treetop, but there was nobody that was really a prominent star rapper where you knew what specific hood he was from, unless you like from the city for real. You know what I mean?
Nah, you would know the Crips, you wouldn't know the Bloods though. Like it just, like
people don't.
But what changed though?
People don't talk about like
Media outlets
No,
covering
the
it.
Crip
No,
thing-
not even
my
just
opinion.
that.
and the rappers
the
talking
Crip
about
thing
it.
No,
like
not
their
even
music.
just that.
It's easy on the ears. Like you seeing blue, like oh, it got blue, and you see red, like oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, but
Like,
It's
yeah,
deeper
we
than
knew
that,
that
though.
Snoop was a Crip, but most people didn't know he was from 20s. You feel me? Like they
yeah,
just
yeah.
knew he was a Crip.
anytime
they
Dog
didn't-
But
Pound
even the
Gangsta
gangster
Crip
rappers
on the
were
radio?
making like party songs, hit songs. When they started investing in the private prisons, that's when they started driving it. That's what changed.
Oh,
When
yeah,
they had
so
that, yeah.
Are you referring to
see,
that?
Bone Thugs talked about this shit a while ago, but this was before the internet and they going viral. So when the record companies and labels and different people on the higher up start investing in the private prisons for niggas to go to jail, that's when they, oh yeah, we got to drive this gangster rap
But
shit
how do
all the
they
way up to the
control
max.
the extent to which rappers are incriminating themselves? I feel like that shit comes from rappers looking at it's from the bottom down. They look at Chief Keef.
Nope.
All
So-
these generations of grown ass rappers looked at Chief Keef and said, "We want to be like him." We're
It's
gonna
not-
start
it's
rapping."
not-
it's not- it's
So
not
it
100%.
does, but you have to think about the infrastructure that pushes it. So yes, there are rappers that are incriminating themselves, but because there's platforms and media outlets that have came and said, okay, this is what we're going to look into. 10, 15 years ago, you didn't have as many media platforms covering black men, black women, rappers doing this shit. You didn't have people going taking tours of hood 20 years ago. So this is something that's changed, which has now became the new market for music. And then when you look at the streams and things of that nature that is not really making money no more, what's making money? Going on some platform and talking about yourself. Your personality more is now your driving income force compared to what I'm rapping about in music.
To
They
me,
care about
that's
your
just
story.
that's the rappers following the incentives. Like people who want to understand why Bricc and Luce are basically incriminating themselves on podcasts and shit is more or less just them realizing I can court more attention the more real I keep it or the more I hype up drama and beef.
But that's not
That's how you do it.
but that's no different because the label's controlling what the music is putting out. So if you're not putting out self-destructive music, we're not pushing you to the front. You can have a say-so and say, if you're not talking about gangbanging shit, I'm not putting you on my show. And most of them niggas is gonna feel like this is the only thing they can talk about. So in a sense, it's being pushed out and they're falling victim to that by themselves. But back then, you didn't have to. You was able to be yourself as an artist. Nowadays, you have to push out whatever the labels are choosing to push. And if the rapper chooses to bubble off of the street shit, then they win. But if he crashes out, they still win. So yes, it's a double-edged sword for niggas that's rapping now. That's why the underground rappers that we know that rap about conscious stuff don't get pushed out as much.
Hey,
Yeah,
they get
that's
rich
true.
and they join gangs.
Munchie, that's why they do it. Because if I'm part of a gang, I'm gonna get a bigger bag.
Oh, you guys are referring also to that letter, right? That one letter, that document that was circulated in the early 90s.
I don't know. Well,
No,
It's
I'm
not even
talking about
just a
them
letter.
actually
But
coming
y'all
out
know-
It's not
saying
even
it.
just a letter. You seen?
But y'all know that letter I'm talking about.
I know
They
what you're
had-
talking about.
Yeah.
They had Meek on there. He was doing a interview, or he was on something he was talking about it, basically saying this is the only music they want from him. And basically he can't put out nothing else. So he chooses to talk about it on platforms because they're not going to push him in the music doing
So is
that.
Meek Mill saying that he really would like to rap like Black Thought from the Roots? If
Hell
he-
no,
like-
he
Not
wanna
Black
talk shit
Thought,
and
but
rap
Meek talk
flashy.
about real shit also.
But
he
his
just-
most
he
successful
just-
song is him talking about real shit. So I don't really understand that.
And we do have to give some accountability
Dreams
to
of
ourselves.
Nightmare is his most, like, you feel me, successful song. And that's
used
like
to be a
that's
used
conscious?
to.
I mean, it's a pretty conscious.
Man, that shit ain't conscious.
It
Dreams
kind
of
of
Night-
is.
I mean,
it is.
Dreams
It's
and nightmares
thought-provoking.
being conscious is
It's
crazy.
thought provoking for sure. It's not just a regular, you know what I'm saying?
These
like,
days they care
you're
about
right,
your
it's not the
backstory,
most-
bro. If your backstory is dope and your raps is mediocre, you'll be all right.
And we all seen people whose backstory evaporated with like one chain snatching, and then their whole career evaporates.
Done.
Because realistically, it's like the audience is in on the joke. They know that they want real shit. They want to watch real drama, real murder mysteries, etc. Which is probably why we have 5 times as many viewers right now as we typically would.
One of your rapper buddies just got a chain snatched, but I ain't gonna say his name if you ain't heard about it. It's one of your friends too. Any a crib. Can you guess?
No,
Just a pretty broad
let's
spectrum.
air it out.
Yeah.
Let's
Nah,
get the
nah,
old Munchie. Air it out.
No, I ain't gonna air it out.
Why you had to throw that in there, Munchie?
I
You
just
talking
want
about
to see
Andy
if
and
I thought
Chris?
you was gonna
Yeah,
comment.
you had to.
I want to guess.
Nah, no, but you could have left that part out.
Huh?
I said you could have left that part out. You should just left it at rapper.
Which one? The crib?
Yeah, leave that
A
shit at
Is
rapper.
too wide. Like,
Nah, leave
it's
that
his
shit at
buddy.
rapper.
He don't got that many crib rapper friends.
He
got a
though.
lot.
No, he don't, bro. These niggas ain't rap. 4X's not a rapper. Crib Mac not a rapper, bro.
Yeah, they are, but
Nah, they
No, they
rap.
not.
They got rap songs now.
they make raps. It might not be like
Right.
what they're primarily.
Crip
famous
Mac
for,
is an
but
MC.
Saying that I rap and I'm a rapper is two things.
I'm the Hobgoblin.
Nah, you can't give everybody the rapper title. You know what I'm saying? That's disrespecting the rappers.
Hey, and just in case people think we have no limits, I did say no to allowing AOF Nino to come onto this podcast with the Nightingale sign. So
Oh,
there is a
What?
level in which we do not want to take part in
The
the
Nightingale?
bullshit.
That's some Stockton shit.
Yeah, AOF Nino drove all the way to Stockton to
block-
take EBK J-Bo's street sign.
Oh yeah, I heard what AOF Nino said up here about me.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, he been
that's a
tapping in
op,
too,
yeah.
though.
Oh, you trying to tap in with you?
Yeah, he follow, he DM me.
How's that going?
I ain't responding. I ain't follow back.
Was that?
Oh, shit.
Was
okay.
that before or after the sweep?
That he wanted to pull up actually the week that Bricc and Luce were together, and I had to say no thanks.
See, what make you want to pull up on a pod and bring your op street sign? Like, hey, we took this. We
Probably
killed
because he
it.
knows it would have gone viral.
See, exactly.
No,
They're
that
trying
might
to
Put
get
that
to
shit
it
on
bad.
the table.
That might
Imagine how
start a
big
trend,
and heavy
though.
that
It's
shit is.
crazy.
That might start. How did he get it down though? Who know how to do that?
Imagine he had got pulled. I know, that's how I was wondering. Did he just know exactly what kind of screwdriver you needed, or did he have somebody loosen it up
Did
before
he get a
got there?
custom Nightingale sign made? Did he like, go to the
Yo,
sign
but
shop?
imagine getting pulled over on the drive back to LA and the cops charging you with stealing the street sign.
Oh, so
Oh, yeah.
he's supposed to double back. Or you just like playing with that shit?
Nah, I saw it the same way everybody did, but he wanted to pull up, and I was like, but he don't get along with Bricc anyway, so they would have.
Oh, he don't?
Nah, they fell out
Hmm.
because they were together a lot when Bricc was first coming here.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he was helping him with his career and shit.
Brick's like, I'll notice Brick will like get into it with someone, but then they're always cool afterwards.
Yeah,
Brick forgiving, bro. I
He
don't
is.
think
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
It'd be serious for like 3 days or something. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, Brick.
Free Brick, man. Fuck this shit.
Okay, let me do this. Then we're gonna do the donations. Then we can get into the actual topics because I just wanted to say one last shout out to Everything 420, your one-stop shop for vapes, smoking accessories, and the best legal THC products. Everything 420. You see the giant inflatable joint in the background. I love how fast and easy it is to order from these guys. You just open up the app, pick out what you need, and it's on the way to your door with no stress and no hassle. So hit the link in the description, download the E420 app, and don't forget to use code NOJUMPER at checkout to save. All right, Donnie, can you maximize the donation window and we can sort of run through these? Because I know a lot of people want to have their voices heard right now.
Well, real quick, Munchie, I was curious, where are you in because I'm a little out the loop. Where are you in Spider Loci right now?
Ooh,
Nowhere.
Good question. Good question.
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
He where you at? I'm right here.
I'm saying like so like there you guys haven't been talking, no reconciliation.
I ain't dealing with that dude. Hell no.
Okay.
No, hell no.
So
It's over.
So are you and Alex still doing the pod and he's kicked off? Or like
Left off bad and bougie.
he got left off of Bad and Bougie. Okay.
Bad and
It's a
street
wrap like them
gangs.
condoms he don't wear. It's a wrap.
So
Wait, you don't want? Oh.
are you guys gonna have another co-host come on or?
It's been a revolving seat. Like, you know
I
what I'm
noticed
saying?
that. I noticed that.
Yeah, we like, you know what I'm saying?
You can just go to the top, Donnie.
Young and ODM, Neem, it was
Oh, some of those
I
are
fuck
from
with ODM
yesterday.
and I fuck with Neem.
Nah,
I fuck
that's
with
from
all
today,
those.
right?
Kenzo was
Yeah.
on the BMF
Kenzo,
indictment.
Yeah, this is all from this live stream. All right, for the record, we're only reading donations $5 and up. So, for instance, this one, Eduardo Herrera. Don't forget, Adam 22's dad was pardoned by Bill Clinton. That also Clinton.
For real?
Yeah, that is true. But $2. Fuck you.
You got
Anyway,
criminals in your family?
I'm off of this. Call me Pill Clinton.
my dad had a Fed case for mail fraud when I was in elementary school. Yes.
Okay, he's a scammer.
Well, I guess that
It fall
would
up
be
under that.
a general
White collar crime.
version of that. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay. Berto, $5. Almighty Suspect is the new Ace Hood. How dare you? I can't possibly wrap my head around that sort of statement. Most official RVD sent $10. Said, on God, Wag begged Big U to spare him in the garage. Wag called out his government name. The video was on YouTube right after it happened. Find it. Now, at this point, I assume most people have heard the Big U version that the feds had him on wiretap saying whatever. And then there's the whack version. You can believe whatever version of that you want to believe, but I believe Bricc was there too. Bricc has his own version of events in terms of that story.
Correct.
So maybe we'll get to hear that.
You should try to get AD up here from 60s.
Uh,
AD was an arm reaching.
that would be great, actually. I
I
like
got
him.
his
Yeah.
line. We hit him later.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that. That's a great idea. Spare Peso said new single released on Friday featuring Jada Mag, beat by DJ Flip, engineered by YVNCC. Shout out to him.
Shout out to my dog Spare Peso.
Shout out Spare Peso. Con said Bricc and Luce gone because of crime ties. Last week they were just there. Now we got these guys. I guess it's suspects watch the way time flies.
Is that a rap?
That was a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, he rapped. He rapped.
This is
That
was a bar.
He was spitting, no
I'll
cap.
record that, bro.
I
Let
didn't
that
realize what I was reading until we got to the end of that. And then Spare Peso sent $50. So shout out to him. Massive shout out. Best podcast in the universe. That means a lot, bro.
It's my dog.
Yeah. So there is a fake MacWap in the comments threatening the viral way, which I definitely don't believe that's the real MacWap.
No,
Real MacWap probably would handle his issue in a different way.
Shout out to MacWap,
It was a
man.
fake brick.
Okay.
He in Egypt right
Oh,
now.
no,
yeah.
this one's a rap too from ConCon, $5. They
Okay.
took Big U, aka Big Draws, and they snatched Bricc. That's a big loss. Now he's sitting withdrawals, going through withdrawals. Can I get a Uno? Hashtag free Bricc. That was great.
Yo, that's
He
hilarious.
did a Lush One style intro.
I'm
not
like
mad.
he seems like a good rapper. The way
Yeah,
he just
he-
tied all that together. That's pretty impressive, man.
My son is nice with it.
The Omens Den said, motherfuckers ask Adam the same tired questions about him saying something gay. If you black, you know white boys be joking like that since high school. Stop asking about it.
I mean, it's not that serious.
I don't
They
know
could ask
shit,
about
nigga.
it.
They ain't joke with us.
Well, I didn't go to school with white boys.
You didn't.
No, hell no.
You went to school with Dejan.
No, the fuck I didn't. No.
You guys are from the same city.
And you know who?
I heard he went to Inglewood High, but
Yeah.
he's younger than me too, though.
I know, I'm just
I went to Morningside.
But you know who benefited more from the Rolling 60s takedown than anybody else? Big Swift.
Oh, yeah.
Because everybody was just trying to talk about him and the Dejan thing up until this shit happened.
Yeah, it definitely took a little bit of the fire off.
But that's
of
just
him.
how I go in the content thing. It's gonna be yesterday's news tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was the rock star, then there was the cowboy and what's his name? Luce.
Yeah.
Then after that it's Big U, the indictment. And then
Then-
you
then
forgot
it's-
the Big Swift. Yeah, Big Swift got straddled.
I've definitely had that happen where I was getting destroyed on the internet one day and then something way more interesting happened the next day. And I was like, phew, okay.
Nah, but this is
Saved by the bell.
This one's gonna linger for months. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
because we're
lie.
going to keep having updates.
It's kind of
forever,
overshadowed
yeah.
the Diddy indictment. Yeah, I mean, not indictment, but the Diddy thing.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck about Diddy.
Wait till they find out about the brick parties.
Oh, that's crazy. That might be a thing, nigga. No brick.
Just him and Conrad.
No brick.
no brick is
No
crazy.
brick.
No brick. Buka buka. No,
No shitty.
A brick party just consists of him passing out. That's a brick party.
You just take fucking lean to the face.
Yeah, he just sips syrup and
All right.
passes up.
Kid Murray said, free Brick, but if he harmed innocent people, lock him up. Old man Adam, double this 5 and put it on his commissary. Man, after YouTube takes their cut, that 5 ain't even really 5.
Sorry, Kid Murray.
Yeah. But Frank Johnson, the God, sent $5 and just said, bussy, which I agree. I completely agree. Okay.
We're not gonna read this $5 one either because Yeah, we're not gonna. Are we?
Oh, free big Bricc baby keep sweetie. He a follower, just doing as Big U says and telling on himself on the internet in the process. L criminal. Okay. Shout out to you. the FBI donated said if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Okay. LB Confidential sent $10. Said, Adam, these dudes would be a great replacement for your federally indicted LA hood boogers.
Yo,
Long Beach dudes are smarter and more articulate. Time for the job offer. I warned you last night. Yo, that's great. We were rewriting the.
Is that Brandon?
Hey, remember?
That ain't Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon,
that's him?
That ain't Brandon.
That ain't him. It look
Hey,
like
shout
him.
out
Like
Ruckus.
Brandon, I
That ain't him.
That ain't Ruckus.
But
That's a fake
that's a
Ruckus.
good narrative for Long Beach because we've been trying to analyze this weird narrative for years now, and he's saying no, smart and articulate. That's the new Long Beach
But if you
narrative.
know Long Beach,
Yeah.
you know like them poly kids be athletes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
They got.
Great
We used to
athletes.
go ride there. They got a very nice football field.
Adam know about Long Beach because I used to live there.
Yeah. Messiah Promotion sends $5. Said the Viral Way podcast hashtag Long Beach stand up. Yup. Once you're done this episode, go tune into their back catalog. They got all kinds of shit on their channel. Tay React sent $5. Shout out Lush, free Bricc baby. That's right. That's right. B Tyler 562 Viral Gang. Shout out Messiah, realist in any room. Man,
Shout out Gutter, man.
you guys got some good support going here.
That was kind of mean.
Oh, well, just saying they're the realest.
Because we're all not the realists then, except for him.
Shit, we're all in a realist competition at any
Hey,
given
if it
time,
don't
right?
apply, let it fly. Hey, good.
That's true. That's true.
Yo Ma sent $5. Said, "Damn, so y'all don't want to make y'all bones. Y'all want a fair exchange and ain't even on they level yet.
What that mean?
He throwing you an oop.
That ain't no fucking alley oop. Disrespect ain't no alley oop. Don't throw me no alley oops that way.
I don't even
That's
understand what he's
I
trying
didn't
to
get
say.
He's talking about the
everything
T-Rail
is
shit.
content.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, you and T-Rail got smoke?
Nah, he
yeah,
got
what-
smoked.
Oh.
This is the one thing that really stood out to me as funny is that T-Rail hits them to have them come on back on Fig. Their response was, yeah, we'll fuck with you, but we'd like to have you on our platform as well. His response was a bunch of laughing emojis and said, hell
Oh,
no.
that's disrespectful.
That's
That's what I'm saying. Like, I
grimy.
don't know you, cuz. Like, what the fuck?
It's like we all doing
crying,
content
laughing.
here. Like, I mean, that would be granted. I know, yeah, driving all the way down there, whatever. It takes some time out of your day. But if you really want to be in the game, putting people on, you should probably be open to the idea of going on their podcast as well.
I don't know,
right?
guys. Sounds kind of fade worthy if we're being honest here.
Ooh. Nah, he's fade proof though. He's handicapped.
that's
He
true.
can't fade nobody. Yeah,
Damn.
you gotta
Lush,
have
what
Heather
you
take
on?
that fade.
Lush ain't talking shit.
Yeah, what you on, Lush?
Lush ain't talking about nothing about no
I
fade.
was still
Hey,
pushing,
Lush,
though.
leave that to Adam.
You still
cuz.
got that Flacco fade waiting for you.
I know. Did you get out with Flacco?
That was a
Flacco.
long time ago.
Okay,
guys.
don't be talking about
That-
fades till you line
Suspect
it up
took
with
Flacco's
Flacco.
fade.
Yeah, I had a whole other arc after that.
Nah,
that
Flacco got up and wanted it right there.
Yeah,
Well,
they said Flacco beat you to the door, bro.
he did beat me to the door.
Yo, that was one. We never saw that side of him before.
He
that.
did.
said, "I need
It was
that."
just I was honestly more beyond turning down. It was more just
Being
I was-
professional.
I mean, I was gonna say more that, but thank you. I was more thinking I was just dumbfounded. I was just awestruck. I
Oh,
could
you a
not
stud.
believe. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I could not believe what I was seeing.
You gotta have
Flacco
fast
stood,
buttons,
Flacco stood
bro.
on business, cuz.
He did.
That was the ultimate situation where you could tell that people got in his ear because you had done content like the night before, and then this was like the next day, and he just had such a different attitude. You could tell people that got on his bumper, just
No,
like
it was-
you got
it
to
was-
stand
it was-
on business.
It was for sure AD in them. It was from he was on Community the night before.
Put the
Probably
battery in
not.
his
They're all,
back.
they put the battery. They supplied him with the Duracell, and this fool that day.
But it sounded like he was banging his last name like a hood. He said whatever his
yeah,
last
exactly.
name, and my
Jala.
dad gave me this last name, and I ain't playing with it. Gotta
banging
I'm
Jala.
like, oh, yeah, Jala gang.
That's what set up. That's what made.
Out of everything
Flacco
that offended that nigga, that was crazy though.
For sure. Niggas have called him every name in the book. Don't play with his name,
That's
though.
what got him jerking over here. That was the moment because everyone was like not fucking with Flacco.
Flacco
What
jerking
you
is crazy.
say to get him that trigger?
I don't really remember.
You
I
said
guess.
he was a pedophile, bro.
Yeah, and I want to
guess
hear
so.
Lush
bro.
say.
I didn't
Everybody
say
wanna
it.
get
I didn't-
amnesia.
Oh, that's
I didn't
crazy.
say
Oh,
he was
yeah,
a
that's
pedophile.
fake.
He said it was a PDF.
That
or
is
something.
complete cap.
Well,
There was a lot of
That is-
stuff going around of like, oh,
So wait, if
does
it's cap,
Flacco
what'd you
have some
say?
shit from back in the day?
It was something that belongs on Megan's Law. You said something in that.
no.
That area.
the
No,
same
no.
way
That's
you
out,
put some
bro.
stitching shit on Suspect, and that's why he had to fade you.
Again, not
know.
true.
Wait, I thought it
that's true.
was.
That last thing you said
Okay,
is true.
okay, yeah.
But everything else, not true. Because no, there is a bunch of people, there's a bunch of rumors in the Reddit or whatever, blah, 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 blah. And all I said was tomorrow is going to be different. Y'all are going to find some shit out, da, 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 da. And people told him, oh, Lush is insinuating this and this and that because there was a bunch of things going out.
So you never said that out your
I
mouth.
never out my mouth said Flacco's a PDF.
You didn't
Flacco
insinuate?
never once.
Insinuated?
Hey, so
Did you
Never
insinuate?
once.
So if
I
I talk
lightly
about,
insinuated it with the post.
yeah, that's a fade.
Insinuating the same
Over
thing.
with.
I lightly insinuated.
Yeah, that's a fade. That's over
But
with.
no, but no, it was like a loose insinuation.
A loose insinuation of a pedophile
very-
is crazy.
No, no, no,
What
no,
you
no.
talking about, Luce Cannon?
I'm a loosely have to slap the shit out of
Luce,
you.
Luce Cannon insinuated some things, and I was right snitching.
Yeah, well, not like
You
that.
insinuated that he had something to do with somebody unaliving. 30 minutes later, that
Yeah.
was insinuating. You know what I'm saying?
I've never seen. I feel like Luce is damn near like an example of like hiding in plain sight. Like if you're stealing from fucking Walmart, going to the fucking cash register with all the stolen items in your hand.
But
and just
do
walking
you
by,
think the
like,
judge go take in consideration that they know like he not working with a full deck of cards?
they have to?
No, honestly,
They have to. They have
Imagine he
to.
ends up trying to make that argument. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
he should.
special
I'm
needs.
sped.
I can't be held accountable for the things I've been
No, he got a
doing.
speech impediment, all kind of shit, so he could use that.
He should just say to the judge, "Sweetie," just once.
The judge is a sweetie.
You're in contempt of court.
Sweetie gang is crazy. We got to keep banging that.
Sweetie gang.
Tay React said, "Why he keep putting his feet on the table? I know you don't do that shit at home." Ooh, personally, I didn't even think about it. I don't give a fuck.
All right, moms.
There's
Me-
been worse on that table.
I'm putting dirty ass toothpicks on the table. To me, it don't really.
Out of everything she could have said, that's what she chose.
We
to
table
use
K.
her words about.
Is okay. And then Yo Ma said T-Rail threw an olive branch and y'all hit him with some entitlement. You new generation ninja emojis out y'all shit.
What olive branch?
Go
This
look-
is not an olive branch, you weird ass motherfuckers. That's not
go
an olive
look-
branch.
Go to Google and look up what an olive branch is.
Well, inviting you guys on the podcast is kind of extending an olive branch, to be fair.
But
No.
then laughing in his face at the idea of going on his shit, that's some shit where it's like, you know, if Shannon Sharp asked you to be on his podcast and you're like, yeah, but I'm gonna need you to come on my shit too, and Shannon Sharp wanted to be like, motherfucker, hell no. I get it. You're T-Rel. You ain't Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
You know,
It's,
let's be real.
it's
There's
a
levels.
very rude and shitty
And it's
response
not an
that I
olive
don't
branch
fuck
if you
with,
don't follow through.
But be
Ain't
that
no
as it may-
buts, nigga.
No, him reaching out initially is the olive branch.
That's not a.
That-
No,
no.
this is where the confusion is. If you reached out and said, damn, I like y'all, I want to have you on my show. Why is the narrative in the public that we're begging to get on your show?
Yeah, that's wrong.
We just following through with your olive branch.
Okay.
It didn't go through. It didn't work out. We didn't give a fuck. I never even exposed the messages or DMs or nothing until now.
Okay.
Because you begging for T-Rail. I don't give a fuck about T-Rail.
Okay, now
Y'all look at that nigga like that. I don't look at these niggas like that.
And
I don't
Black Lives
care how
Matter,
many
bro.
followers
And
you got.
the
cuz.
whole thing that it was actually about too, this just reminded me, is that so he did a reaction to Dochi's viral clip where she said that her biggest red flag when it comes to dating is a straight man, which a lot of people at that moment when we're watching Dochi and her come up, we're kind of wondering, you seem a little woke, but you also seem cool and you're with TDE, so we're not thinking that you like the bad woke, and then you say some shit like that and we're like, what? Like you in a room full of straight men every single day when you're recording that TDE, right? Every single boss man over there, shout out besides
And she
Isaiah
got
Rashad,
one hell of a
they
BBL.
all straight as an arrow. They all doing their thing. And in that moment, we're like, oh, so you have some kind of grudge against straight white men, or not white, but straight men in hip hop? Like
That's how you internalized it, yeah.
If she had said white, then we would really be having problems. Hey, I'm calling Clinton if she said white. But, you know, so he calls attention to that. To me, a completely legitimate concern. And if you're like tuned into Twitter, not really a concern that's any different than the concern that had been all kinds of viral clips of tweets of people talking about how they felt like that was a lame thing for her to say. And I don't feel like she's even responded to it, which makes me feel like she don't really want to stand on that shit. But T-Rail watches that clip on stream and his reaction is to say, oh, y'all really don't fuck with gay people, which I understand why that was offensive to you, because it sucks to make a nuanced argument and then have the reaction from people basically be like the dumbest possible interpretation of what you said imaginable. And I'm going to be real with you, many such cases. T-Rail stayed doing that because his brain does not necessarily operate at the same level as some other people. How the fuck are people trying to put the retard card on Luce Cannon when we got a retarded zest monster right over there?
Because that's like imagine like all how woke, like that's really gonna do a lot of virtue signaling. If you're getting on someone's helmet that's gay and you feel me? Like
That was my
It just
point.
sound
Was
like
you're
she
trying to
attracted
get the
bisexual men, bro.
you're
That's
trying to
what
get the
it sound
LGBT community to rally against us. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what type of shit you on? You know that's
like. I wouldn't
serious.
even rebuttal that shit. I'll let her have it. It's just like she like what she likes. She like bisexual men.
Nah, but that wasn't it.
It wasn't even about that.
Listen,
Yeah.
her
gay retarded
listen,
person.
You're
her
wondering now who
one of her dudes she was dating
He ain't gonna go public
was
now.
down low and she found out and it fucked her up.
Oh, word.
So to say a red flag is a straight heterosexual man made no sense in context to your red flag would have been a down low man because that's what one of her biggest songs was about was her
Oh,
catching
wow.
her dude being down low.
And
So
that's-
I pointed out like how does that make sense? And you're bisexual. So why is that a problem if you're bisexual? So you don't even like a certain part of your community that you're a part of. None of what she said made sense.
And not even that. It's like they asked her what her preference was when it came to dating. So if I'm bisexual or if I'm gay, I'm not straight. So my preference is not straight man, point blank. So they should have never came up in the conversation anyway. Your red flag would have been within what your preference was, and she went completely outside of that to ostracize straight men. In my opinion,
She was actually like, I hate to say it, guys, like, because I totally agree with like the meat and potatoes and ideology and everything y'all are saying. But in this instance, to keep it a stack, Shorty was clearly joking, and people made a big deal about it.
She wasn't joking, bro.
That was my next
Listen,
question. Was it
She
like
was
some
for
shock value
show-
shit?
She was
No.
for
What
show
made you
joking,
feel like
bro.
she was joking, Lush?
She was the whole tone of it. You feel me? The whole tone of it.
Like if I had said to you, like, what's a red flag with girls, and you were to say, like, if they got titties, that
Yeah, yeah.
basically be you saying all these girls are red flags. Which, if that's what she meant, then that is a joke that a lot of people did not give her credit for.
Yeah, she
I
was
think we all
basically
kind of
saying
took
she
it
don't
as
know.
like
she was basically saying
Yeah,
she
yeah.
liked girls.
This would have
That's
joke.
what it is.
No, that's
That's
not.
the
This
joke.
would have
That's
joke went
not
out the
what she
window.
said.
She's already self-identified as a feminist. So if you know anything about the feminist movement in the black community, that's a part of the reason we did the red pill shit because it's turned into just hate men. So the interviewer even said, "Oh, I thought you were going to say men in general," because she was already familiar with her background.
Right.
So where's the joke? Where was the knock knock? Like I don't get it.
Well, I mean, like it's just a. I'm not gonna say it was a hilarious room shaker or anything. She's not Patrice O'Neal, but like,
Did you laugh at it?
No, I didn't laugh at it, but it's obvious she was like not being. She was being sarcastic. She
because
wasn't
what,
saying
what
it
I
like-
am cautious of here is, are we holding her to a harsher standard than we would hold, a regular dude who was a rapper who made a similar joke? Because we do. I think there's something that subconsciously happens to people where they hold women, especially black women, to a higher standard and take everything that they might say as not being a joke and go with the worst possible interpretation of that. So I am cautious of that I don't want us to be dogpiling her over some shit that really was.
See,
just
but
a
Men,
joke.
th-
hold on,
this
men
is
have
right
been
now,
canceled
but
for being
this
men
one-
have been canceled
Kevin
for
Gates
spewing
always saying some weird shit, bro.
homophobic rhetoric.
Kevin Gates is
Kevin
hella
Gates,
weird.
Kevin Gates says the weirdest shit ever, and we've all decided we like Kevin Gates, so we all give Kevin Gates the pass
Okay,
of
what
like,
about my
okay,
boy
you
from
funny.
Hawthorne? Is it Tyler the Creator?
Yeah.
He said I'm what the I'm
The
like
Funk
He's in
Master
that
Flex
community, though.
freestyle.
He really doing
Yeah.
it.
he see
He
But we
booked
just
us.
had
He booked us.
Big Boy Dave Blunts. That's his
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
He was getting killed, and not to the biggest extent, but he was getting killed for saying that the F word,
Yeah.
right? So if a straight dude was to come out and say a red flag is gay men, we still be talking about it right now. He would probably be
be canceled.
demonetized. People be trying to cancel him. All types of shit be going on.
well we
With Doechii though, it's celebrated because it's a woman doing it.
We
In my
seen-
opinion,
It was-
So
it
there's
was-
no
it
sexism.
was-
No Baby got canceled, bro, and then he had to ask permission from he got the
Oh,
graces
Dub Baby.
of the
Dub
LG
Baby.
Dub Baby,
Right.
my
Look
bad.
how long
baby.
he got
Yeah.
canceled.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was just his opinion, right?
But the LGBT had to give him his you know what I'm saying?
Well, I
his
felt
blessings
bad
to
for
get
him.
back.
Well, he got taken completely out of context. First of all, he wasn't even like saying it the way they made it.
But look at the
It doesn't
backlash.
matter,
though.
though, yeah.
Look at
The
the
backlash was
severity of the
serious.
backlash.
You're making an
Yeah, the
excuse for one
backlash
and not
was
for
not
the other.
fair.
But
But
you
also
can say whatever about
The
men.
baby had got to the level that he was getting to do all this mainstream type shit where it's like, oh, okay, you do a song with Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
You don't get those kind of opportunities unless you're willing to bow down and kiss the ring of the gay community,
100%.
the Jews, the people in power in the community,
Or at
etc.
least not offend them.
If you get into that category of being offensive to those people, it will massively throttle your opportunities. And most rappers, they're too controversial to get those kind of opportunities.
Well, we
He
talking
was
about a
for a
nigga that
while.
shoot people in Target.
He lost all of that at a certain point.
Right. Just
Yeah,
off of one
100%.
comment. So
And this woman just won a Grammy, and she's saying these things about straight men.
But what she said,
I gotta hear
all
this
she
shit.
said is a male, a dude, a straight man is a red flag.
Yeah, but
she didn't like attack. She didn't say she doesn't have like an offensive word for them or whatever. You feel me? Like
It's the platform, though,
Hey, could it
right?
be
It's
she
the
just
reach.
trying to say the niggas be trying to act too tough, and she just put it on steroids? No,
But
not
this
at
is the
all?
thing.
mean,
When you say
kinda.
red flag, that leaves it up to for
Kinda.
interpretation of the person. So I could think a red flag means you acting too tough. I could think a
Right.
red flag means homophobic or violent. Whatever I believe a red flag to be is what I'm going to put on what a red flag is.
Because some of the
So-
dudes that's super homophobic, it's some dude be kind of wrong with them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I just think it's like you said, it's a bitch that used to fuck with dudes. You feel a woman that used to fuck with dudes, got hurt, found out her dude was down low, don't fuck with men anymore or whatever. Now she
No, they
She
said she's
embraced it. She said
bisexual.
she like-
yeah.
But I'm saying if that's
but
the
it's just-
case,
Shorty made a joke like what's a red flag? Straight men, aka I'm trying to grub some box right now. That's it. It's not that
no,
deep.
That's not how
this
she
is over
said it.
your head
not
because
a good
your
public
community
defender.
doesn't have to deal with
'Cause that-
the effects from.
I'm not a part of
from
the
that.
white community, bro.
No, I'm just saying whatever your community.
it don't
It's
matter.
different
Hey, how do you
undertones.
You
identify,
can
bro?
code switch.
Yeah, you can
Facts.
code
I
switch.
thought I,
It's
I, I,
very,
fucks-
very
Listen,
true what he's
this
saying.
is the
though, yeah.
difference.
I fucks with the black and browns.
The undertones of the effects of that feminism, what I'm talking about on our community, is not the same for yours. So you're not catching certain shit. You're like, oh, it's a joke. You're not paying attention to the agendas.
no,
and
I
shit.
understand like
I'm catching
the
it.
undertones.
They-
And
It's
you-
not about
so-
it's not about the
Within our
undertone.
community,
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
women
I
already
mean,
grow
that
up
literally
with a
is-
disdain for men because of the single mother situation.
Right.
Where these women, and not all of them, but a lot of single mothers have had a sour situation with the father or whoever it is. So in the black community, because that's what we're speaking on, because the Dochi, people already have a disdain for black men because of that. So when you have somebody with a platform like Dochi, that's her putting a battery in black women's back that's already been laying dormant, if that makes sense.
I got
So,
a
so, you,
question.
so y'all
you-
feel like black masculinity is being threatened. In most
Masculinity
I was about to ask
across
you
the
that.
board.
Is that,
But, yeah.
is that the agenda? A woman that's like feminist, like to demasculate men? Is that what is it?
They think it's equality. What the real agenda was to split the family up and take the power away from men, turn women against men, which if we look online, it's working 100%. You got black women calling black men bullet bags. Bitch, you black. You got a black son. Call a nigga a bullet bag. I'm gonna call the cops so they can smoke your ass.
I've never heard that one.
You're not black, nigga. This is my point. You're
What
dealing
else
with
is
shit
called
that's
the
Yeah,
not
black
I've
women
heard
who
that.
hate
I've
black
heard
men. It's like a whole community out there online that like we've talked about it a little bit, and then that community will like repost the clips of us talking about it, and they can't believe that we're actually talking about them. But like, there's a whole little weird like niche movement of black women who are anti-black men.
They just
And I
got
get it.
dogged out.
Even if she's just making a joke, you're Dochi, you're winning Grammys, you're on TDE, you're super mainstream. You have to understand what you're saying. And even if you don't want to be a role model, you signed up for it already. So you have to be very wary of the words you choose because it's going to send out a ripple effect, especially in our community where we argue over minuscule things that happen on social media.
No, okay, that makes a lot of sense. So how hypothetically, how could we teach her? What do you feel like would have been a way to phrase that? Because or are you? Like,
It's not
against-
even
Is it
about.
okay
It's
for
not
her to
about.
not wanna fuck
It's not
dudes?
about teaching her, but that's why he gave his opinion about it. And if we're saying, if y'all feel like we too pressed about it, why are other people so pressed about the opinion we chose to give about it? It wasn't like we just disdained her. It was separate what she said from the person, and we spoke on specifically what she was doing and what we felt about it. And
And
other people had their opinions about it.
And you
Did
just
we
said,
give a
is it
fuck
not
about
okay?
it?
Yeah.
Is it not okay for her to fuck dudes or not to want to fuck dudes?
Correct.
It's okay. But it's a difference from being not wanting to do it and then vocalizing it. That's like you. You don't want to fuck dudes. I don't know.
I do not want to fuck
But-
dudes.
We don't know.
But if you came out
So
on a
many
big
jokes I wanna
platform, if you came out on a big platform and vocalized it, be a whole different story.
For sure.
Hey, I
So
don't
that's
like
the
that
thing.
single mother narrative. Like, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I know
You're right.
single dads and good dads too, though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure. But again, that's less popularized than the single mother.
Right. That's right.
But see, I don't want to get too political because it's a hip hop show,
Yeah.
but just
Talk your shit.
study where feminism came from. Study who funds it.
Yeah, get off
Study
my
how
house.
black women got involved in it in the first place and why they're the only ones still out there waving the flag while the white women went back home. You don't hear white women online really pushing like we hate white men.
I've never seen Susan B. Anthony make a single tweet. Keep it a stack.
That's what I'm saying. So
Like-
we dealing with two different problems. To you, it's a joke. To me,
No, I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm
studying
sorry.
this shit.
I'm sorry. I got it. You know, bro. I
No,
got
no,
it.
no.
got
I ain't
you.
taking
I
it
got
serious.
It's
They gonna
not-
say, "Are you too serious, viral?"
But no, look, it's a lofty subject. It is. It is. I get it.
My thing is like, oh, you don't fuck with straight men? Well, guess what? You're going to have the vast majority of hip-hop listeners taking a stance against you, which is, I feel like, the same thing, kind of at no fault of her own, but kind of the same thing that happened to Meg Thee Stallion, where it's like she's pretty popular. She gets all these crazy opportunities. She's getting brand deals from all the biggest companies. It felt like she had way more of an opportunity to embrace the straight male aspect of hip-hop in the way that, like, I don't think dudes are really, like, jumping out the window to listen to, like, Nicki Minaj and shit, but I feel like she still gets a lot more respect in the community, whereas Doechii, when she starts making jokes like that, it feels like she's setting herself up to be the kind of female rapper that really only appeals to female fans, which to me just seems so boneheaded, and she should be going very much out of her way to make it clear that she's not trying to be that kind of rapper.
It doesn't matter.
Especially with all that get. You feel me? Like, come on, what a waste of get.
It doesn't really matter if she ostracizes certain people, though, because like we spoke on our show, there's an agenda, and she's a quote-unquote industry plant. So, and I could say the same thing about Megan Thee Stallion because of what she has pushed. So even if you lose a part of your fan base, you still have those people propping you up to win awards, make money, have appearances. So it doesn't necessarily matter when it comes down to that.
I gotta brush up on this shit. You talking about Megan? She got some gay shit going on? no,
No, we're just saying that, like,
this is sound of the chopper.
I feel like her, through releasing music that primarily appeals to women, and through obviously the Tory thing, which a lot of people feel like she was at fault for that. A lot of people feel like she wasn't. She's kind of like ostracized herself and gotten to the point where the mainstream hip hop audience, like, if you were to take all the young boy fans, I feel like less than 1% of them have actively listened to Meg Thee Stallion, which I don't think it had to be that way, because look at Sexy Red. She's done a great job at making music that appeals to women and men. Like, she's probably like the most popular female rapper amongst men that I've seen in my lifetime, because they see her as being real.
Well, yeah, the realism, like, she just walk out the house, you don't get dressed to go on stage. She's just like, you know what I'm saying?
You could also blame that on the fact that her content is essentially like destructive to the culture, the community.
Well, like, I want to say, like, back in the day, like, back in the day, there were certain female rappers that dudes would jam and not be embarrassed about. I want to say it started with, like, Lauryn Hill and around that, because, like, Lil Kim is still kind of not yet, but that's like super old headish. Like, ask my uncle about that.
Ooh, Queen Latifah?
Well, because she came out in the late '80s.
But you got it, man. You got it.
Queen Latifah started it all.
You got Moni
Shout
in
out
the
to
middle.
Queen Latifah.
Yeah. Shout out Moni Love,
Missy Elliott.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Lil Kim, Foxy Brown.
Exactly. Yeah, fools were for sure slapping, like, yeah, Moni Love, Queen Latifah in the '80s. I'm saying for my era, though, for like people.
Nigga, what's your era? The '80s, ain't it?
You've been around a long time.
I was a little ass kid. I'm 43.
He 53, y'all. He 53.
So your era is like the golden era then, like the 90s.
100% the golden era.
So that's Lil Kim, Foxy Brown.
Yeah. But at that time,
you had Eve. You had a
Eve.
You had the Brat.
That's when it felt like they first started making inroads. Because before that, who was relevant rap-wise? Like, it was pretty dry before that.
Yeah. Now, obviously, MC Light's a GOAT. Roxanne Shantae's a GOAT.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
I understand.
Sort of limited appeal.
That's like back in the '80s. I'm saying, like, in the '90s, for my era, Eve
when
was
rap
like
was at its peak.
Eve was like the first one that, like, dudes were like slapping shamelessly.
But then you like fast forward to Nicki Minaj, and she was like 100 times more popular than Foxy Brown ever was.
100%.
Nicki low-key.
But Eve
Nicki
had
got the GOAT.
Nicki is
goated. She's goated.
Nicki is like Jay-Z and Run DMC all wrapped up in one.
That
She's like the most
Monsterverse alone
important
did it
female
for
rapper
him.
of all time. She may be relatively disliked by a large percentage of rap people, but she's the GOAT. And then really she had like the game to herself for like 10 years before Cardi B came around.
100%.
So the 90s,
now it's wide open.
The '90s ushered in the get naked rap for the women, right?
Yeah, like Trina and
But also
Kim.
Trina, like,
good.
yeah, that wave
Kim
right
and
there.
then Trina,
You don't know now?
But it really started, there's a group called, you got to be super, like, obscure to know this, but there's a group called HWA that Eazy-E put out, Hoes with Attitude.
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah,
heard that.
and that was, like, the beginning of thought rap, essentially.
Definitely. All right, let me run through the rest of these. So shout out Spare Peso again, promoting his new single featuring Jay the Mag, beat by DJ Flip. Bello 44 cent $5 said, Adam, how you feel about Ack running a 3-hour stream about how your platform is the police when he has his own federal pod with loose cannon? I didn't see that, so I don't know exactly what he was saying, but from my perspective, Ack just making content. I know he don't actually think that we really got them fools caught up in everything.
But he do content with all the snitches. Troy Ave, 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm missing one. Didn't she just say it? She messed with, yeah, that's crazy.
Why you didn't say that when he was right here?
Who?
He wasn't here.
Man, I don't know that nigga. Oh.
No, not you.
Oh.
I'm saying act. He was right here in the room.
Yeah.
Why you didn't say that shit?
I don't know. I didn't even hear what he said. So
Man,
I
he
don't
be
really
bringing
know.
all the snitches over. All the Oh, Snoopy badass. Like all the snitches be over there.
Yo, Urban Gorilla. Oh, shout out to him. He said, salute to my Indians in the building, Viral Way and Manchester Munchie.
That's right.
Oh, ain't good. I got the
Shout out
Indian
to
on my
him.
neck.
Shout out Urban.
Yoma sent $5, said inconclusive DNA, but the driver whose DNA was excluded put you at the scene. This ain't good, Munch.
Stop trying to solve the Kanika Jenkins case, okay? Whoever that is.
Oh, shit. Okay.
They been a fucking detective.
True Lies sent $5, said Wack been trying to line up Bricc for months, trying to say he helped Dirk line up Rondo. Wack, you the trick, not the Bricc. Yeah, Wack has been kind of grasping at anything possible to try to put on Bricc for all those years. Shit, you and we just missed a few, right? Or is that
47?
That was a bunch of
okay. Gerald Broflovsky sent $5, said Adam ain't lying. I got 10 different recommended videos reacting to No Jumper clips. Crazy blood.
Clearly not a South Park fan.
Crazy what?
It do happen. He said crazy blood. I think he was saying blood like the way you would say blood. Flawless P sent $10, said, what's up with all these extra tough street dudes acting like it's someone else's responsibility to censor another grown man? We don't give a fuck about keeping it solid. Crash out so the trap can make another fire doc.
That's what I said. These niggas is crazy. That's how they really feel, though.
Hey,
Oh, God.
but you said I probably heard you. It ain't on the interviewer though. You ain't gotta answer them dumbass questions.
No, I said that I was speaking
Right.
strictly for Bricc, his co-host, and he's saying this is my boy. We
Right.
hang out with the fan. That's what I was keying in.
Right,
on.
right.
If you come on the internet want to snitch on yourself, you a dumb fucking got whatever you got coming.
Right. Agreed.
Real talk. The Stop. Shout out my boy Danny from The Stop. One of the best YouTube channels out there. I watch him every day. He said, stay safe, y'all. Danny said he gonna get an AI voice if he ever starts doing street content because he wants to stay out of this shit.
Yo, you Cali bloggers is wild, son.
Man, I told him he better get a
Dead
blick
ass.
because he got all the No Jumper or all the Joe Budden podcasts potentially running down on him.
We got Danny's back. By the
Hell
way.
yeah, Danny, you got to at least keep the
Oh,
the
you got
box
beef with
cutter
Joe
on
Budden,
you.
huh?
Nah,
you got
that's
smoke
my
for him?
mans.
No,
That's my
talking about
mans.
Adam.
we love Joe Budden, but Danny, you got to keep that
Joe-
box cutter on you, man. BX Ready. Did Adam know it was wrong for them to speak on open crimes, though? He seems so smart, so why didn't he stop anybody? If he cared, you're letting your mans do that. Listen, I'm not going to hold my homies' hands through life. If they want to air themselves out a little bit, it is what it is. Also, I'd like to say that the only person that I'm like close with in this whole thing is Bricc. Big U, I've been around him like one time. Loose Cannon, that was his third time on the podcast, I think. You know, we weren't even really cool for like a couple months there, right prior to this. Like us doing that podcast together was like us getting cool again because we were out after the Jay Reed situation. I wasn't really
Right.
fucking with him.
Right. Then he gets arrested within 6 hours.
Yeah, it is kind of
Right.
poetic, huh?
Finale, huh?
All right, and then Flawless P sent $5. I'm waiting for Munchie B to go the Stevie Wonder route with the pew pew on these Long Beach N-words so shit can get really federal.
What's the pew pew? I don't get it.
These
I
fan
don't, what are you
niggas
talking
is
about?
crazy, cuz.
Saying that at some point you're gonna blick them down at the
Stevie Wonder with the pew pew.
These niggas is crazy,
fucking-
cuz.
Hey, this shit great. You want me in there, huh?
No, definitely. We gotta
He
keep
gonna run
Munchie
content
free.
on you, Munch.
Gotta keep all the real ones free. Don't kill me. I'm just a vibe. Sent $5. Said these dudes have a lot to say when Luce and his wife is off the phone, but they all respectful now. I think we were pretty consistent.
Man, I brung his
I
school
told
picture
her to
up
get
here.
off the phone, nigga. Fuck
Yeah,
you
she
talking
started to get a
about?
little heated because we were joking around a little bit too much, right?
Yeah, she wasn't feeling
She
it.
had sex last night, bro.
She was mad. She was mad.
Hey, look,
She
look,
was
look.
mad.
With her
She
rabbit.
was mad. He said he was.
Hey, Adam,
She
you just
was
ain't
gonna
get no
leave.
time, bro. Like these females, they go straight. Just answer the phone and put money on my books, bro. That's all you can ask for. You see, he was quiet.
Who? Luce?
Luce, he was quiet. You know the deal.
She's
You
the
know
big
he-
dog
you
now,
know
you're
he-
saying?
She was on your platform talking about everybody she got hit by in front of him. Remember?
Wait, who's she name?
She was right here.
Munchie remembered
I was like, damn, and you ain't embarrassed? I'm like, sheesh.
Wait, Sharp interviewed her and she was
No,
talking about.
no. It was you.
I forget
Your
who
boy
she said
Wack,
she is
it
up
was
with.
her.
I think I asked her about a few things. Damn, we might need to revisit that.
You don't know.
interview.
She was faded. And you took full advantage.
Oh shit, she is a baddie. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to Luce. You got a bad one. AI069 shit by feds politics. Luce a snitch. If they book Big U for his no jumper statement, he be walking that FCI Englewood yard on the G on fucking Goofy.
Inglewood Yard.
Well, Englewood with the E,
with
like
the E.
Chicago version,
Oh,
which is
okay.
I
Englewood
extra
with the
don't
E.
understand what the fuck this guy's talking about. But
On phone him.
you might want to feed that statement into ChatGPT before you donate again. Just kidding. Okay, is that 600 Sun back there? I saw that.
They was spamming that shit. Yeah, it was.
We might need the 23 and 1 on
They
that.
calling me that, yeah.
Damn.
They better tighten that beard up.
That's funny.
That's fucking hilarious.
Convo with
bro.
Upstate sent $10. Said, "Sweetie on 6-0, free them. Stop talking. Adam 22, go get the gag balls from the other room."
He the only nigga laughing. See, that's the white boy.
That's funny.
That's out.
Okay, that
Gag ball.
below 44 said the viral way dude keep trying to MLK every situation like these ain't grown men who don't know what they doing. After a while, you come off too preachy. Damn, all right. What you gotta
Ain't
say
too
to that?
preachy, cuz you gotta realize these niggas represent the West and they think we all do that goofy shit when they looking from the outside looking in. So I'm trying to dispel that because we ain't on nothing.
Definitely Hotep adjacent.
Yeah, for sure.
That's overstood, but Luce already hung himself. He on the tour because he called somebody else after he hung up.
Are you serious?
No,
He probably got on fake immunity right after us.
everything. Call Cameron phone or something.
Good phone. Yo, all right. And then Danny from the Stop, I agree. He said, dude in black giving good advice in an entertaining way. I think that's, I agree. I think, you know, he ain't really like doing the annoying podcaster, don't talk about that route. J Rich 23 also showing love. Kevin Hart speaking facts. Combo with Upstate said call Whack. I'm gonna be speaking to Whack tomorrow on the podcast, so make sure you tune in for that. BX ready. I think it scrolled down a little bit. Keep going up.
Go up, go up.
Go up.
It went.
Yeah. It
We
skips
got-
as soon as more donuts come in.
We got hella more.
Keep
game.
going up.
Yeah, we
Donnie,
skipped the
up
grid.
the other way. Yep. Keep going.
I think we here.
I hate when they do that. No, I think you gotta keep going up. Go up. Keep going.
Damn,
And we got hella super chats.
Y'all going up, cuz.
Damn, we gotta keep going up.
They like this little group right here.
Yeah, it's not bad,
I
right?
think he was right there.
Yeah, right. All right. Call Whack. We got that
On a
one.
homie.
BX Ray. So Adam knows they're exploiting themselves, but he allows it because it makes profit. So when y'all tell him that, he laughs. Y'all accept that. Okay. Listen, we all know what's going on.
Ain't
here.
nobody exploiting me.
We,
Bro.
whatever content comes our way, we're gonna clip it and title it. And what the internet does with it, it is what it is. Travis Tillard, Lush, I emailed you a song called Hustler. Do you check your emails? Thanks.
I've not heard it yet, but shall see you, brother.
You're gonna get you your feature.
Don't
Don't
sound like
worry.
no lizard. Go check it out.
T.O. said, long live Nip the Crip and Draco the Ruler. That's facts. Pun's Old Teeth sent $5. Said, viral way, just say fuck Z-Rel. Pun's Old Teeth is crazy.
And they be on to you. That's crazy.
Damn, the streets are figuring that out. Pac TV sent $10. Said, shout out to Pac-Man from Clubhouse. Devil emoji show. I don't know Pac-Man, but for show. Brit the Beautiful said, Munchie, check your DMs on IG. B Team, love you, Mayor.
Good luck. I'm gonna check
You
it.
really got hoes, huh?
Feel them.
God damn.
Why are you calling this donator a hoe?
Brit the Beautiful. Sounds like a hoe now. I mean, I'm sure she's a beautiful joint woman, whatever. Probably look just as good as Dochi. Dashboy Ant said $5. Rocking with y'all in NYC. Hashtag big SSF. Hashtag big no John Bro. Shout out to you.
What are my deads?
Pac TV said $5. Said, Dame, I paid you 10. You skipped my comment. Can you shut up? Pac-Man from Clubhouse. I paid $15 for show. We just did that one. Thank you very much. Pac TV sent, keep going on. The white man beat another brother. I'm out $20 and the rat is winning. Thanks for scamming. We did not scam
Jesus
you.
Christ, Pac TV.
Shout out to you, though. Adam interviewed Burt Bronx, the black dude that was with Airsoft Fatty. Yes, I am very intrigued by Burt, but I looked up on YouTube and tried to find clips about him, and I didn't really see anything that crazy. That dude is fucking fascinating, though. So, for sure, I'm interested in Burt, but I don't really know what the fuck I was interviewing
Airsoft
about.
Fatty.
Steve Luce said, Bricc said he ain't want to talk about the open case. Adam didn't stop. Bricc walked out. Adam and Wax still kept talking about it. Yeah,
Brick's supposed to swap that phone, bro.
yeah. Drea the Virgo said, shout out Viral Man making being solid look easy episode. Shout out Munchie B for always bringing real. And shout out Gangland Neem, best YouTube creator in the come up. So what? She's
West
like a
LA.
manager that's like tapped in with you and some other people,
you know,
right?
Yeah, she get it done. Shout out Dre the Virgo.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah, she
have
done.
you seen Gangland Neem before?
Yeah, I never actually watched it, but I see those thumbnails in my recommended all the time.
Shout out
man.
Neem.
That's
cuz.
my dog.
Yeah, we just had a cam on.
Real West LA.
For sure.
I'd like to have him on here one day.
Tiffet sent $5. So did she just say tell us why they called top? Sidebar, Viral Way podcast where the surf meets the turf. If you know, you know. For
The
sure.
beach. The city by the beach.
T.O. said, I ain't know Lush was transracial.
Ben.
Nah, that's fact. That's a
Ben.
Fendi fact.
Ben.
T.O. sent $10, said free Tory Lanez. That's debatable, but shout out to him.
Nah, free him.
Free
And he
him.
on the main line. He not PC or nothing.
Yeah, we can free
all right.
Tory Lanez.
You know most rappers go PC.
All right. Sergio sent $10. Shout out to Munchie B, Big Sergi from San Pedro.
Shout out.
Shout out San Pedro. I said it wrong the first time. Spare Peso said, thanks, y'all. Tell Almighty to use the cash I gave him to fix his watch.
Oh,
Man, you grimy. I'm going
Come
to tell
on,
him you said that,
Peso.
though.
He gonna use that go to anger man.
Peso,
bro. That's
come
more
on,
important.
bro.
Oh, shit. Now we got to scroll up a little bit more.
Damn, the
All right,
watch,
that's
bro.
good. Brandon Upchurch, Adam, get it right, G. It's Glow World, Big Glow. For show. Glow World. Half a Brick sent $5. Said, how do we know that phone call from Family Wagon 600 have we real people?
Have we wheel people?
I don't know.
It's like a little
Oh.
kid mispronouncing
And then
something.
King Miles 88 said Bush did 9/11.
Yeah.
Down to the 5 to 6 crazy.
Nigga was golfing.
You ever heard this
Nigga was
one
golfing
song
when
by
they had
Everyone
some
Technique?
No, but why did Bush knock down the towers?
Everybody get tapped in.
Jadakiss is like rare excursion into political
Why
rap.
is Jada gets as hard as it gets?
Adam, can you add a weekend show with Viral Wave and Munchie B? Shit, that's not the worst idea I ever heard.
Viral
Fuck,
Wave.
Maybe we have
Oh,
to
well,
take
no way.
make some shit
Viral
happen.
wave. I like viral wave.
Keep going up. Keep going up.
Good idea.
Okay, you're right. P Dog said, "Yo, any minute the Fed's gonna bust in there and arrest everyone but Adam and shake his hand." David Blackskin says, "Shout out Trap News Network, Lush, Viral Way, Munchie, Josh, and Yadameen, Jason Marshall, and Adam need Viral Way, Brandon, Almighty, and Jaleese on the news." That does sound like a good episode. Maybe we can make that happen soon.
Like that.
Your Truth sent $10. Said, "What's your opinion on Wax saying he has a team he orchestrates to put information out that isn't on the net so they can use it as content?" Shit, that man do love his content. So I guess that basically is something that he has said. Yeah, okay. GLJ3 Brand said, react to T-Rail crashing out. Has T-Rail crashed out? Is that
there a
something?
T-Rail
They was
crash
arguing
out?
with somebody that was over here.
Oh.
And then he went over there and they was arguing. They talking about that.
Well,
Wait, what's up, boy name?
You seen what happened with Shorty, the trap snacks or whatever Shorty.
Oh, he beefing with that chick. We do have that clip ready so we can watch that at some point. LBC Messiah say safe young, all these ignorant motherfuckers. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out Nikki.
T.O. said, why Whack running from the fade from Aaron the Plumber? Shit, if Aaron the Plumber right behind Jay Diggs. I don't know.
I just talked to Aaron.
And then, is that it? That the last one? Oh, all right, beautiful. All right, so we can get back to the topics. I'm gonna go take a 5-minute piss break. If anybody wants to donate, we will be reading all $5 or more donations. You guys talk about whatever you want to talk about. I'm gonna go take a piss break and be right the fuck back.
So I'm behind. So Aaron the plumber with the fade, huh?
Yeah,
Real way.
Cut lining up with
He
anything
said, "Who you
moving.
trying to squabble?"
there's a lot going
I guess
on.
you want to get on whack.
Yeah, I guess they got a little issue going on from the shit I seen.
I think it stems from.
About that.
I think it's.
Wax said he was gonna do his family and his mom's and shit. He started saying he was gonna get at his mom.
Oh, on that phone call.
Hey, you know how that's criminal threats, bro. These niggas is crazy.
I see he linked up with old boy from Sac.
Oh,
Mozzie Op. What's his name?
Cut did a whole
From
cut
South
did a-
Sac. You know,
yeah.
nigga.
Cut did a whole music video.
What the fuck
Who,
is
Aaron
his
the
name?
plumber? Are you talking about? You're
Not
talking
Aaron the
about-
plumber.
Oh,
Cause-
Cash Money, Lavish D.
Yeah, Lavish
yeah,
D.
lavish. Man, CML lavish.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck he hooked up with Cub, but
Well, because he's from Stockton. That's right near there. You feel me? Like Stockton and Sac fuck with each other. Like they're close to each other and shit.
my nigga done
so,
faded his way to fame. That's crazy work.
Yeah, he won.
Yeah. Yeah. Not Munchie though, the reason I asked that question
No question.
about earlier about Spider Loke, you feel me? Did you see when I was talking about y'all pod and who was a better podcaster?
It's me.
I gotta take a piss.
Did you see like my whole reasoning behind it and everything?
But you couldn't really get it out though, cause it seemed like it was an intimidation factor right there. Like Bricc wanted to tell the truth, but 4X's right there, like it's Crip here. You know what I'm saying? I'm
But
like,
well-
oh, this shit crazy.
Well, my thing is like I obviously like am the biggest Draco fan ever. I love Draco and I'm a fucking huge and I fuck with hella fools from the neighborhood card. So obviously I should fuck with Spider Loke's podcasting off rip. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
But I said you're so much of a better Potter. You know what I mean? Like, and it's because like that fool be too drunk.
man. I mean, I get fed sometimes too, but you gotta let people talk. You know what I'm saying? Let them land their plane. You know what I'm saying? You gotta ask the good questions. You gotta get the interviewers, cause you acting like a weirdo. Nobody want to sit down with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No,
Hey, but no. I checked that out though.
because it was like, bro, like I was like, I'm gonna give credit when it's due. You feel me? Like it's not about you gotta call it down the middle. And I hope for Spider Loke that he finds like his way again, because I do think he has potential and he's a talented dude, you know what I mean? But I know for me, shit, that alcohol could be a big hindrance. I haven't drank for a few weeks now, for a couple weeks.
I know when to kick back, man, because I do some little self checks and I ran it back and like, oh yeah, I was slurring and you know what I'm saying. So I try to correct it the next go around type shit. Like, you know, I done been faded right here. I embarrassed the fuck out of Ash Bash. Like, every day, but you gotta correct that shit, bro.
How you embarrass Ash Bash?
Man, I don't know, you have to run that back on every day. I was like, damn. She was like, oh, all right.
Oh, you was popping it?
Mm-hmm.
My boy was popping peas. All right.
No, I spanked her down the pass, but I'm just, I forgot what I was just fading. I was just bringing up, I think I was bringing up smack or something. I forgot. It's been some time. That was last year though.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's a whole other side of her arc I forgot about. That's right.
No, that's all fun and games though. She cool people's, man.
Messiah, you don't drink or smoke or nothing, huh?
Nah, I do.
Yeah. But it's not that much.
It depends. You know what I'm saying? You ain't ever brought none around, nigga.
What you mean? I stay.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
always putting in there.
Nah, it depends where I'm at. Like you said, I know myself too, so I like to keep a clear mind depending on what I'm doing. 9 times out of 10, I'm probably drinking with my bitch or something if I'm doing that. But other than that, I need a clear head.
Who do you think would win? Who do you think would win in the fade? TF third versus.
We ain't
Bricc,
doing
baby?
that. We ain't doing that with me, nigga.
Hey, you know what they gonna say? They from the home team.
Hey, but the fact that he didn't answer makes me a little bit worried.
Ain't nothing worried. We ain't finna be gossiping about two niggas that can't speak for themselves.
Him
right
not
now.
answering kind of worried. I'm a little concerned. I gotta be honest.
Yo, you know what I'm pissed about?
They got all these celebrity fights.
This whole time, all right, just to give you guys a history lesson, when I the day of the Jay Reed fight, Luce came in and gave me like mad merch that he had made with his fucking logo or whatever. And then I never ended up wearing it because I was mad at him for the Jay Reed fight.
Wait, this is Luce merch?
Yes, and then I go right now. I was thinking, I'm like, oh, it'd be mad funny if I came back with a fucking Luce Cannon hoodie on, and then I go get it, and it's all larges, and I can't really realistically rock a large. I'm really more of a XL kind of guy.
We're selling these on eBay for $500 right now.
Good luck.
And it's like
now.
a no jumper collab too, because it's got he put it's like an AI Frenchie smoking a blunt.
How is this a Luce Cannon? What? Can you explain to me? If it says Luce Cannon, I'm wearing it like for sure.
Whoever wants them can rock them because it's not really my.
Where
Thank
that
you, sir.
no
This is
jumper
like a-
jacket that Lil Jon had on?
Lil Jon?
Yeah,
And the East Side Boys?
No, you mean Lil Jon?
I think Lil Jon had it on in the background when old boy's getting his ass beat.
You might as
Fred
well
Dodge.
put that on.
Yeah, we was,
Fred
me and
Dodge.
Alex was checking it out, and Alex like, oh, that jacket tight. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to get up on that jacket though.
Man, it would be so much tighter if it just said Luce Cannon.
Yeah, you guys want some Loose Cannon merchandise? we got it.
I don't want no sweetie
It's
hoodies.
extremely rare. Yeah.
I would for sure
that
wear
shit
It
say
this.
just said
Oh,
sweetie.
yeah, I don't want no sweetie hoodies.
I wish.
I'll give it to the homeless.
He's a fashion
take it.
For
genius.
sure, give it to.
Yo, this Munchie, you might not be able to see, but this is like
I
very
ain't
blood
wearing it.
approved. Nah, it looks cool as fuck for a blood to
It's
rock this.
definitely flaming for sure.
I'm gonna drop it off in the bounty
I
hunters
wear blue
tomorrow.
too though. I ain't wearing that though.
Nah, all right.
I can't support that, brother.
We gonna figure it out.
Yeah, no.
We gonna figure it out.
I'm gonna wear the Luce
Hey.
Cannon. I'm just pissed off it doesn't say Luce Cannon on it.
He's already clipping shit up.
All right. Yo, I mean, I guess I'm looking at the topic list, and the first three are all very much stuff we already covered. But the fourth one, Luce Cannon stole $40,000 from Black China's mom, Tokyo Tony. I'm gonna be honest with you, I have not followed this particular thread in this whole thing, but I guess we should watch her video where she's explaining Luce Cannon allegedly stealing $40K from her.
Cherise got a lot to say about this.
Check.
They've been
Yeah, they've been going back and forth. I ain't
watched.
watched any of it.
And they
Three
need to
back and
squabble. 'cause I
forths.
think Tokyo will get down with it.
For real?
You don't think so?
That would be.
I don't
I'd
even
like
know
to
who it
see
is.
that.
Tokyo Tony.
China Mama, Black China Mama.
Shit, I didn't even know she had a mom.
Oh, that's crazy. See,
Aside from
You thought she just spawned? Like,
absentee ballot.
You want to play this?
just materializes.
You definitely gonna have. Okay. She just said Luce Cannon robbed me of $40K. Karma's a bitch. All right, we gotta see her responding because I know Sharice fired back about this allegation.
Cherise has multiple videos.
She fired back.
Do-
It was
do
kinda
we have
shitty,
that?
but Tokyo rebuttal to her rebuttal was cold.
So apparently, so Luce used to.
Yeah, if you want to Google it.
Luce used to fuck with China too, I think.
Yeah, that was all under the same roof.
No
for a
way.
little
How's
minute.
he getting all this celebrity pussy over the
He's a
years?
con
man?
artist, bro. He not as slow as people think, though. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's not.
He can't be.
He's He
just
is
talk
not.
funny. That's it.
Do you think of like Luce
He's
Cannon
nuts.
like the way that we talk about like King Von now? Like he's such a criminal
Hell no.
mastermind.
Hell no, get the fuck out of here.
King Von.
Hey, you want me to keep it real with you, bro?
Yes.
He come from a long line of snitches, bro. You know, that man, daddy is snitch and all this shit. So we gonna see how this case play out. Let's keep it real. And you ain't the most behaved because your dad was in the feds.
Wait. You think? Wait, I don't want to watch a 12-minute clip. We gotta find some like short ass.
I ain't gonna lie. Sharice kind of look like Lotto Auntie.
Nah, Sharice a bad one. I'm not gonna
I ain't
lie.
gonna lie.
We gotta find like an Instagram clip or a reel or some shit where she fucking goes off on this Tokyo Tony. Stealing Tokyo is crazy. I wonder if there's Japanese women who are like doing the inversion
Well,
of that.
it's kind of fucked up too because like the daughter's name is Black China. It's a whole
Oh,
other.
crap.
it's a whole-
Everybody just stealing Asian culture.
No,
What
but
is
it's like
that?
a
Asian doll.
different country too. It's
Black
like
China.
The mom's named Tokyo and she's named China. Like,
Yeah,
it's
war.
kinda-
Yeah, because it's all just Asian shit
Yeah, exactly.
to
Like,
us. I hate that when people are like, oh, like that she's Chinese, not Japanese. That's like saying like, oh, he's from Long Beach. He's not from LA.
yeah, confused.
Like, bro, they're right. They're side by side.
Yeah, tell me I'm from
It's
the
different
IE.
though. It's
The people
different.
from the other side of the country,
It's
the
a
same.
big difference.
I agree. It's a big difference, but
Cities like
Mistake
Long
me
Beach,
from the
Inglewood,
IE or
Compton,
some
they
shit.
got
I'm
little
mad
man
from
complexes.
LA.
They don't like hearing the LA. shit.
IE.
all
You feel
right.
me?
Got
Nah,
it.
they
That
got
is rap,
complexes
huh?
with us.
No.
Nah, but I'm
I
not
could
from
admit,
there. You
Yeah.
feel
we got a
me?
low
Like,
man complex, and we like, we from Inglewood, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know, what's the number one thing I miss about Long Beach is I miss being able to go to the beach, run along the beach, and then they have all these huge stair sets along the beach, and I would like run up and down the stair sets as I was running along the beach, and it's the sickest workout. And there's no equivalent version of that. I asked ChatGPT the other day, are there any famous stair sets that people
Culver
use?
City.
Talking about this,
Culver
yeah,
City
yeah,
stairs.
Bill
Culver
Bots
City.
Park.
I got the
Go to
Culver
Culver
City.
City.
Culver
I ain't going to
City
fucking
stairs.
Culver City. That's almost as far.
No, it's not.
Go
It's
to,
way closer.
From right here?
Yeah, it's way closer.
Man, Long Beach.
They
is
got
far,
stairs in
bro.
Fullerton.
Yeah.
They got Fullerton stairs.
That is
That's
also
further
far,
too.
right?
No,
No,
I found out how big
Culver
Long
City
Beach
and
was
Santa
by
Monica.
accident one time. I
That's
was driving
nice.
forever.
Remember, like,
Trying
Y'all
to
must
get
have
to
been
the
on
east side of Long Beach.
PCH.
Hey, for
Yeah, he must be
sure.
riding down
Because the north
PCH.
side of Long Beach, border Compton, it's like this. Bro.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
off Greenleaf and then boom.
yeah.
Right.
Remember that rap battle I went to? That was like the very line between Long Beach and Compton. I was very confused when I was pulling up to that.
Yeah, which and I think it was technically Carson where that was.
Yeah.
which
No,
is
it's
still,
easy,
like-
it's easy to get confused with the north side of Long Beach and Compton.
Miss
and then
Long Beach.
Signal Hill is
I gotta
like
go.
Yeah, then you got Signal Hill, you got Bixby
Signal-
Knolls.
Yup.
Signal Hill and Bixby Knolls are both basically considered like
Los
Long Beach, though,
Altos.
right? Like people,
Yeah, yeah, we consider it still Long Beach.
yeah.
Long
Even
Beach
though it's
gotta
just
be like the
separate.
most diverse city though.
They got their own
Yeah.
police
They
and
got
all
the
that
Asians,
shit.
they got the blacks, the Samoans, the Hispanics.
Tongans.
The best airport ever.
Tongues,
The
the
Long
TFL,
Beach
The
airport.
best airport ever.
Best airport ever.
Facts.
Why? Is it
Why you
like
say
real
that?
fast?
Because it's hella fast and they have bomb ass Asian food there. It'll be like there's sushi, there's poke, there's fucking Thai food.
You go
at the
from the
fucking
runway
airport.
to the parking lot in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, nobody there. It's a great airport. It's a great
said
airport.
nobody there?
Nobody there.
I
bro.
don't know nobody that flew out of Long Beach. I know
Yeah,
Burbank
I
and LAX.
feel like I ain't flown out
Shit,
of
I
Long
try
Beach
to
even
fly
when
to
I
Long
lived
Beach
there.
every
Because
chance
not too
I
many
get.
flights. They gonna close that airport down, low key.
For real?
Yeah. They were
What, Long
shit.
Beach?
Yeah, because there's barely any traffic. Not too many flights go there.
Nah, hell no, they ain't closing that down. You tweaking.
I hope they don't. 'cause
Fuck you mean, though?
I love that airport. I love that airport.
All right, you want to rush this clip? Let's see what Sharice had to say.
Talking on the net, nigga, do something. Ruger on my hip, nigga, clutching my stomach. Baby got ass, come and do something.
So what? She just starts it off with
With a loose cannon.
with a loose
song.
cannon verse. That's a real bitch,
Nah,
huh?
she down.
I mean, it's probably.
Baby got ass,
yeah.
come and do something.
We definitely don't wanna
They
play the
don't
whole
want
thing.
beef, all they want to do is tongue wrestle.
Yep. Nothing would be more poetic than loose cannons
Give no fuck
claiming the
about your
monetization.
I mean, maybe that's why this has
Clean up the
24
game,
likes.
now
It's a
I'll
fake out. Yeah, I'm
They
confused.
only got
That
24
IBM hoodlum really trying to be the main character in all this shit, huh? He out here making a name for himself.
He really
IBM
is.
Hoodlum.
Oh, here we
Let's
go.
see account.
China mama don't have no money.
I love when
Everybody
she
knew
does
she
this
was
voice.
going broke, or not going, she is broke. You know, we're not about to go play big bank, take little bank. We know this. We also knew Black China was going through something too around that time because she was suing the Kardashians and spent her every last dime thinking she was about to get some M's, and it backfired and she lost. So let's get real here. We're not gonna make this about China. I feel sorry for you because I know you tried to help your mama and you're on a great path to life. You know, I don't hold no judgment on you. You're a beautiful woman. What happened in my husband's past, my husband's path.
So to his wife, you big head red bitch, do something with yourself. Something like maybe get a job and stop looking me up and worrying about anything I'm doing because, bitch, if you was watching, you would know better. Sorry, I don't put all my business out there, but bitch, let me tell you something. You still wear the same motherfucking dirty clothes that you recycle. You still get money from a nigga to get fucked, to get your hair done, nails done, and some more shit.
Like, seriously?
All right.
Recycling clothes?
Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, she's still going. All right.
Oh man, I can't even fit in my clothes that I used to wear because I gained weight from having a baby. I wish I could recycle some clothes right now. Okay? Miss Queen of Recycling Chains with fake diamonds in it. Let me not go there, okay? I'm trying not to go there, but you got me so hot.
Yeah, the Versace chain.
You want to call me out my name? Everybody know China Mama don't have.
All right. Yeah, I mean,
Tokyo.
I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
Yo, look at Luce in the back. It looks like a president in the back.
Tokyo 8 on that one though.
Wait, what?
Yeah, look at him in the back.
That is amazing.
Prom picture back
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks
literally.
like, huh? Holy shit.
Hey, you
James
can't-
Bond for Halloween.
It ain't no conjugals in the feds, bro. She about to be up out of here.
Is it hard to get a?
Are you campaigning or what? It sound like you campaigning,
Just
girl.
get married.
Munchie does not fuck with Sharice.
Nah,
Yeah.
Nah, you know, she trash, bro. But they good for each other though. They equally love the attention. They feed off each other. You know what I'm saying?
Do we have a reel of the Trap Kitchen mommy rebuttal? Because like she was released after getting wrapped up in this whole indictment, and then Trap Kitchen put out a whole statement about how they were separating her from the business, and then I guess back on Fig dissed her, and then I probably should have watched all this shit. But
I did.
Okay,
So first of all, just being on the phone with Luce, he just said that this is per Luce, you know. So he said that everybody that pretty much that's on a part of this operation drawdown that's been released already is cooperating. That's per Luce canon. All
I
right.
feel like that's probably an overgeneralization.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah, I would assume as well. But I mean, it's not necessarily outside of the realm of feasibility either. Now, with that being said, T-Rail and Smack have been cool with Trap Kitchen Money. They've been around her a grip of times, hung out with her, or at least bought food from her. And they've been cool, shouted each other out, blah, 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 blah. When they spoke on it, and she was really offended. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna watch her response then, because she went bad on them and basically was like, "You guys."
I want to get her on the
Lush.
podcast.
You're supposed to be, huh?
No, she was mad that they know that they F with her and they sat back and let somebody talk bad about her.
Correct.
And the somebody is whack.
Correct.
Whack went super bad on her. She like, y'all really know me. You know what I'm saying? It's really Smack that got a real cool relationship with her, it seemed like, but she was upset with a couple people for letting her, you know what I'm saying? Do it on a professional level to the part ways though, but they said they believe in second chances and none of that. So they just did what they supposed to do on a PR level type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it was a business move. Like, we'll let you go now and then see after the case, however it pan out. If you beat it or whatever the case, then you come back type shit. But for the business, you involved in that, we can't have that on the business name. I think a lot of companies will do that shit.
But what she got is a complaint still.
Yeah.
Like
Federal
she
complaint.
low on the totem pole. She gonna get a slap on her wrist, bro, like some federal probation or
But
something.
if they let her out, is she still fighting? She still fighting something, or is it over with for her?
No.
Man, I doubt it's over.
Well, she's
her charges were bullshit anyway.
Well,
if you look at what she
it was
charged
the
with.
transportation.
Yeah, like,
impose
come
that she
on,
made
like,
some
that's some
block
bullshit
on.
anyway.
Well,
They got to
well-
change them laws anyway. Them laws is fucked up.
Everybody be getting caught up and just bringing bitches around, huh?
Well, that literally. So they're saying they're trying to call that federal human trafficking.
Tricking is against the
If
law.
I
No,
invite
that's
some
not
hoes over to
trafficking.
get
no
hit,
flying bitches out,
I
bro.
shouldn't be.
If I fly
I
a
shouldn't be
female out
prosecuted for
and
that.
she gets on the plane to come fuck me, or I'm driving bitches to wherever and they want to willingly go, that's not trafficking.
No, of course, but I'm just saying that's why just because it crossed this invisible line called Nevada, whatever, they gonna make it federal. Because before obviously they got rid of the pimping and pandering charge, and now it's only human trafficking, and they did that to kind of like take away from the mystique and cool factor of pimping, and try to put some smut on it and make it a sex charge,
No, it's a
right?
gang of charges under that umbrella though. They got supervision, pimping and pandering.
No,
soliciting,
pimping and pandering in California is no longer a charge. It does not exist.
They got
We
a
got
gang
rid
of
of
other
it.
charges equivalent. Just changed the name.
Correct, but they did that on purpose, though.
Is
And
that
that's why they
under-
call it human trafficking.
Is that under the Mann Act?
The Mann Act is on federal shit. You in trouble with that?
No, I'm saying they used the Mann Act to take the boxer down. That's how that shit came about. You know, the black dude who was fucking all the white bitches.
Yeah.
That's what they made it for. That's why I'm like, the law is bullshit in itself.
You
It
get
was
too
some
many
janky
hoes.
shit anyway.
No, for sure it's janky. For sure it's janky. But regardless, she's still facing some pretty serious charges. And look, I don't know if y'all agree. I'm pretty sure my red pill homies will agree with this.
If you don't stop boxing us with this red pill shit.
No, he prefaced this shit by saying red pill.
Nah,
He
nigga.
prefaced this by saying he did. When Adam,
Yeah, I fuck with the red pill. Go ahead. Talk
Yeah,
your
with
shit.
that-
Munchie's trying to make sure that he's down with the red pill. He doesn't like the idea
I'm
of
just
being anything
listening.
red.
I'm
He ain't
not
tied
on
in
red
with it.
pill. I don't know what it
Dexter
means.
Dream.
If they gave
It
you
might
like
just-
a 2-minute review of what the red pill is, you'd probably be like, yeah, I can fuck with that.
I'm a good listener.
I think it
just
matches
wait.
up with your
men's rights
worldview.
activists. Men's right activists.
Kinda, yeah.
You feel me?
It's
Like-
really just about seeing the truth,
Minimist.
seeing the way the world really is, not the way that they script it out to be.
yeah.
I'm a realist. So
Yeah, that's basically what
That's
it
what
is.
it is. Yeah.
But go ahead, what you were saying?
No,
Lux?
I mean like those type of charges, like every single time, are going to be disproportionately favoring a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like every single time. You know.
Hey, but everybody on the indictment ain't in the same amount of trouble, bro. Some people get they on some punk ass shit, like, you know what I mean? Just because you tied to the big dog in this series with him, this person down here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She was literally hanging with hoes and cooking tacos.
No, this
bro.
is what I was finna say. If you hit a lick with a bitch, she finna tell.
Oh no, that I already made that understood. I said
Yeah,
that
yeah.
earlier.
If you
Be
hit a lick with a
expected
bitch-
for a female to tell, and don't be surprised or mad or nothing because she's a female. You shouldn't even be doing dirt with her anyway. They're gonna tell.
I knew the red pill was
They're gonna tell.
Nah, but it don't
And
even.
it's not like
it-
her reputation's not going to be in the dirt the same way that if Luce Cannon tells on Big U, then that's obviously going to fuck his whole shit up.
Not
Nobody's
saying
ever
that
going to
she
look at him the
told.
same.
You're not saying that she told, but I mean in general, you expect a female to tell.
She's
In
very
2025, be surprised if nobody tell.
Right.
That's what you be surprised about.
Hey, but
Expect it
honestly,
from everybody.
expect everybody
nowadays.
pretty much.
Shit.
She's very adamant about the fact that I didn't tell, and people are gonna see the truth, and a lot of these other people talking about who told, they really the ones telling.
Because nobody want that jacket on them. Not even the
Hey,
female.
y'all know Monty
Yeah.
B team though, huh? On Inglewood, she got it. She better not tell.
Oh, for real?
Hell no, she better not.
I didn't even know
I
that.
don't go snitches. No. She's straight though. I don't think she go. You know what I'm saying?
I think they went in and apologized to her and some more shit.
No,
though.
no, they so
Smack
his
did.
response,
Yeah.
no, T-Rail's response was like, "What, friend? You were never like our friend. We would
Business
just get
transactions.
we would just get food off of you. It's a business transaction." Like that was
Yeah,
his
but I had to
response.
read him his rights on that though. That's what I'm saying. She mad because she expected more out of you. You know what I'm saying?
But to be fair, like having Whack on the line when you're doing a live stream and expecting you to be able to combat every different accusation and narrative that Whack puts out there, knowing that this is what he does, that he's one of the best in the game at putting out a million different theories and making it extremely hard for you to poke holes in them. That is kind of like a high bar to expect T-Rail and Smack to observe, because it's difficult for any of us. Yeah, I'm his fucking co-host. It's just me and him, and it's extremely difficult for me to combat every single thing he's throwing out there in real time.
That fool
yeah,
lied
But
on
this
me a lot.
the thing though. Hang up the phone. If this my people's, you ain't making content on my people with no jacket like that. I'm gonna hang up the phone.
Adam
It's
gonna keep
over
the
with.
line going. Crazy as
Yeah,
shit.
No, not Adam. I'm saying like
Whoever's the
If you're
receiver.
calling
Yeah.
in to call my people a snitch, nigga, I'm hanging up the phone, especially if I haven't verified it. You're not getting that narrative off on my people,
I don't
on
want
my
nobody calling
show.
whack around
That shit
me, bro.
over with. Nigga, I'm hanging
That's
up.
out.
Maybe
I'm
T-Rail.
not
Ain't no
finna
telling where
combat
that's gonna
shit,
go.
nigga. I'm hanging up.
Maybe T-Rail though also just didn't feel like he owed that bitch anything.
If he's saying like, "Oh, we just got food from you one time," I mean, shit, that definitely is my
Nah,
relationship
she
with a
told me
lot
she
of people
catered
too. You know,
But they
kids
think
party, bro.
you gave me some shirts one time. You expected me to
Oh
hold
wait,
you down.
she catered his.
She
kids-
catered his kid's party, bro.
Oh, T-Rail's. Come on, man.
I mean, is that
Come
that's-
on.
that ain't that crazy? is
No,
that?
no, that's why I
Nah,
told
but
I said,
that's a
I
business
said, you a little
transaction
closer
still.
to Smack on the motorcycle scene. You see her more out there, like they more closer, and T-Rail don't give a fuck.
But this is the thing. When you get in this podcast space and you come from the street background, you can't get wrapped up in content because there's certain rules to this shit. You can't just be calling people rats and snitches and throwing jackets with no facts. That's out, nigga. If I ain't seen it, it's over with.
That's snitch thing is.
Yeah,
But a lot of
because
these-
you get hurt
Cool,
doing
right.
that if it's false. Now you got to prove it. Like if you in the pen, okay, you made the claim, you got X amount of time to prove that, or we finna fuck you off.
But
But
now
a lot
you
of
don't really
niggas,
gotta
a lot of
I had to
niggas,
fight suspects.
a lot of niggas is jumping in the content world now that's coming from the streets and they're throwing all rules away. So they're probably not speaking out on that, still acting like they living it, but in their mind, they probably don't give a fuck.
It's a lot of niggas right now that people or the social media has proclaimed a snitch, and we ain't never seen no paperwork just because of popular opinion.
Morals over money, people.
That's the new thing. Oh, he a
Yeah.
snitch. Where with the proof?
So
I
it's
don't
like-
know he a snitch. The fuck?
Yeah, as full seen Frank Lucas's paperwork. I never read Frank Lucas's paperwork.
No, I mean,
Man,
I
come
don't-
on, cut it out.
I mean-
this motherfucker one of the most famous rats in history.
I'm just saying.
Knock it
but
off.
he made it. But that's to his point. He made a really good point. Like people, we haven't really read a lot of people are getting called rats.
It's the Me
And
Too
there's
movement.
no,
That was the
like-
Me Too
That was a
movement.
bad
The street
example.
niggas.
That was the worst example
Obviously, Frank Lucas is really a rat. We know that. I'm just saying though. Like,
ever. I'm saying somebody you know in real life though.
well, they were
This ain't just a celebrity.
They was trying to do that to Bricc. They was trying to put that on everyone. There's all this with there's no substance to any rumor that Bricc is cooperating.
I
in
don't
any
agree with
capacity.
that.
big- we got
but
big
the dude
meats.
with the big voice put it out there. This a narrative game. If he throw it out there, he know it's false in it. Some people gonna believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because where do it say that Bricc snitching out in the indictment?
There's
Nowhere.
There's nowhere to substantiate
They
that.
call an NBA
whatsoever.
young boy a snitch now too, because he done got out so many times. That's people just throwing it around there.
People don't even have understandings of the law, and they still
Right.
want to make fucking declarations like that. But that
And the
don't
same
even-
way he just mentioned that is the same way narratives keep floating.
Yeah.
It's the Me Too movement for street niggas.
That's what this is.
Okay.
That's a
That's on the
fact.
board.
That's
You
a
on the
fact.
board.
That's a
Celebrated,
bar.
though.
You on the board.
YSL Woody or whatever. He celebrated. He a celebrity now because he a snitch.
You know, she just alerted
They
me
got
to
Cub
it.
putting on eyelashes now.
But
See, man,
so
that's
so
crazy.
T-Rel, I guess, is live right now, crashing out on you guys / me because of what we've already said in this podcast. Which, damn, he mad he not invited to the party. Like this fool is just out here
know
trying
that.
to
Nobody
figure out
give a
something.
fuck about T-Rail crashing out, nigga. The
we know
fuck?
we
You
know
threw the
niggas.
shots
We
first,
knew
nigga.
niggas was gonna make
Yo,
content.
look how fucking indoctrinated into the Crips Donnie is. He types back on Fig. He spells it with 2 C's. What are you doing,
I had to train
Donnie?
myself.
Ain't no fun
Donnie,
when
you're
the
a
rapper got
wood.
the
Don't
gun
forget
up.
it. We ain't clicking on
They
that
be
shit.
smoking.
Hey, this the thing though.
That
Niggas
damn
didn't even diss
God.
Cub. Niggas just said what happened factually. You mad about that? You actually dissing niggas. Oh, it's a lob. Okay, that was a lob, nigga. Take it and run with it.
Why is he crashing out?
He's sad. He mad he didn't
Niggas
get
be-
that
invited.
conversation.
Niggas be spooked.
Damn, that gotta hurt his feelings that we got like 8 times as many
And in this
viewers as
content
him.
game, it's like content over everything's got to. At some point, you got to have a limit on that because you can't keep disguising disrespect as a lob under the guise of content. It's like we grown men.
Right.
If you want to fuck with niggas, fuck with niggas. If not, then don't.
You just punch someone in the face. It's just content.
Just don't.
Right.
Yeah, it's like-
Then don't be pointing out other people. Oh, he a vulture, and then turn around and do the same exact shit.
Yeah.
And his stream name right now is Keep My Name Out Your Mouth, Adam22.
Hey,
What are you gonna do?
hey,
What you gonna do? You gonna make me shut my mouth? Shut the fuck up, faggot.
Luce Cannon, real wife said she down to talk law. If you want to holler at her, the real wife, the one he's still married to. no cap.
If you gonna call her,
got
I'm
the
gonna
whole
listen to her.
family on this
Hey,
motherfucker.
what's
I'm gonna hear her out.
She said, "Let me get my
family
emotions."
reunion.
Well, I put
This
it to
is
this
insane.
nigga. So,
Yeah.
My nigga crazy.
Damn, I've always heard about this girl, but we never actually spoke to her. But
he's still married to her and shit. She getting her. I guess they little divorce together. I guess.
shit, they gonna work it out.
This is probably a good time for her to do that, right? Opportune.
I mean, shit, she got
I could. Never mind.
Going live to crash out is crazy work.
that's crazy.
I thought it was all fun and
He
games. I
can't
thought it
even
was
wait till we
live.
get done. He got to do an impromptu emergency stream. We got to respond to him right now.
I thought it was all lives. What happened? I'm just throwing the live back.
Nah, we supposed to be the little bullshit platform that niggas don't know.
Shit.
You don't respond.
Gigi, what's
to
the deal?
What's up? Who's this?
This Munchie.
You on live? You live on No Jumper with Adam22, Viral Way, Lush 1, and
Lush
Munchie.
one, viral ways, Adam 22, and Termaine Ashley just hung up, and you know, you know what I'm saying? Somebody told me to tap in with you.
Can you restart the chat because I feel
Okay.
like
About what?
or just scroll
About
down.
Tremaine?
Yeah, you know, just texted me and said you was trying to holler. You wasn't trying to holler.
Oh yeah, he was talking about the stolen the 40K from Black China. I mean, he did. He knows he did.
Wait, and how did you steal it?
He was messing with Black China, which I mean, I said that from the beginning. So at first, did the whole thing, which I mean, China knows. I had told her what was going on, that it was a play. He was trying to, get his way in good. So he was spending our money, and he had took all the money out of our safe and was tricking on her. So he was like buying her crab legs, paying for her gate to get fixed at our house. He paid for like all these tickets when they went to New York and Sacramento, like, all these crazy places. And so after he did that, he had his little, I don't know if it's manager or whatever, Rick Aaron, started like using China's name. Remember, she was doing that. That was when she was doing that cooking show at that time. So he was like going over there trying to take charge of the cooking show. So he had swindled his way into talking her into letting him be her manager. So, and he started being cool with Tokyo, like her mom. So, I heard that, once they got comfortable with him, they started, he was at the house only when Dream wasn't there though, when she would leave.
Who was Dream?
And China's daughter.
Oh.
Wait,
The
but
kids wasn't there, but he would be going to her house and stuff like that and getting comfortable. So once he got in good with Tokyo, it was over after that. So I heard that he pulled a lick and took the money
let me
from her.
just read between the lines. You're saying that Luce Cannon is basically like one of the greatest pussy getters of all time because he had Black China, Sharice Mills, and you. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what you look like, but you sound hot. Like all these different baddies, like he's been capable of putting them all under his spell.
Slaying Poon.
You can pull up her interview on Shea TV.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. Luce is very good at what he does. I'm gonna give that to him. He is very, very, very good at what he does.
Wow, what a legend!
He has the mouth of you wouldn't believe the lies, but the lies and just like he got all y'all tuned in with the lies and the manipulation. Hey, what you think he gonna do to female he want pussy from?
Damn.
Okay, which baby mama with the little shit in the drawers? Who was that?
Oh, it got quiet.
The washing his underwear or some shit. Was that you or that was Nikki?
Washing his underwear? Oh, I don't know about that.
That must be some Nikki shit.
Okay. Oh yeah, I don't know about that.
We are muted right now. Yeah.
That's a sign.
He said that's a sign.
That's a sign. Hang that shit up, gang.
Hey, all right, we gonna tap in with you.
All right, man.
All right.
Nigga said the feds took the sound.
Pull up.
No, it was T-Rail.
Hey, that
T-Rail.
wire fucking up, cuz.
It was T-Rail.
Oh, you just fixed it?
Susan hung up.
Y'all didn't mix.
Look, I told you.
They didn't miss too much.
Hey, they
I
got
don't
the
think.
tapping that phone call,
So
nigga.
just so y'all know, it's been confirmed that Luce Cannon did not actually steal $40,000. It was just a reimbursement from previous tricking on Black China.
So he gave her $40K and then took the $40K back, and that's what is being alleged. That sounds kind of
No.
It's a reimbursement.
Tokyo tell a story.
So
I heard she got stolen or whatever. But they got so many little back, like how you flip back and forth to their little back and forth. You have to find it specifically or
So
whatever.
was she
whatever.
clout chasing?
Who her?
Yeah.
No,
No,
I don't
I'm
think
talking
so.
about old girl with the original story. Like who ran to the internet with it.
Tokyo?
Somebody take 40K.
Yeah, I mean,
I ain't running to the
that's for
internet.
sure cloud chasing.
She got to be clout chasing, right?
For sure clout chasing.
That's a clout chase.
She got the little show aunties with the what's Blueface mama name?
Yeah, nigga just get online and just say anything. Nigga took 60K. What the fuck you doing on the
And
internet?
why are you gonna do that right when somebody get caught up? That's your first instinct is to go like on Instagram.
You
and
got
be
niggas
like,
driving past your house when you get locked up. So shit, I don't got this shit crazy.
Internet making people lose their fucking mind.
Madness.
Yeah.
Should we watch a little bit of this Luce Cannon's real wife clip to hear what she's talking? Because you did this interview a while ago, right?
Not an interviewer. Alex did. I was just so you can see what she looked like.
Okay, yeah.
That title is fucking hilarious.
Luce Cannon's real
just
wife.
referring to her as
husband right now.
He is currently my legal husband.
All right, so let's tell all the people out there that is tapped in, that are listening to Streets and Scholars online, on all the podcast platforms who are watching us visually, who are you currently married to right now?
I'm currently married to Termaine Ashley Williams, a.k.a. Luce Cannon.
And how long have you been married to him?
We got married July 17th, 2020.
Okay, so we're going on 4 years of marriage.
Yes.
But is it fair to say that as of now, he's considered, you have an estranged relationship with him?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
And you are in the process of getting divorced?
Absolutely, yes.
All right, so take me back to the beginning. When did you first meet Termaine? I'm going to call him Termaine. It's very difficult for me to call this dude Luce Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why is because I grew up with a dude named Luce Cannon.
Correct.
And over the years, and you know a little bit about this too, this guy, Termaine, has taken on the identity to a certain degree of the real Luce Cannon.
What the fuck?
Yes, I found that out. I actually spoke to the real Luce Cannon, so I actually found out about the real Luce Cannon.
Wait, so it's like a CB4
when I
thing
filed
going
for
on?
divorce. Yes.
So right now, I'm going to refer to him as Termaine or the fake Luce Cannon.
Right.
I've never heard Alex talk.
I never heard him want to hate on somebody.
Never.
First meet this dude.
So I met Termaine in 2018. I met him in Riverside, California. He was doing like house parties, and one of my friends, Radio Bass, I was friends with his girlfriend at the time, Lauren, and we went to the house party that he had at the Riverside house. So that's how I had met him. He was throwing parties, and I had like a mobile strip club with strippers, so we decided to collab on a party together. So he was going to throw a party at the house, and I was going to bring the dancers, and we were going to collab on a party. That's how everything started.
Okay, so in 2018, if we do the timeline right, and you probably didn't know at the time, but he's still married to his second wife?
What are we watching right now? I'm lost. Like, what is he?
I like Alex Alonso getting in his journalist bag to uncover Luce's skeletons.
I've never seen
still
Alex
married?
Alonso.
Like, is she
so
going in on his
deliberately-
name or like what the
They
fuck?
still
I don't
married. I'm
understand.
guessing he's not trying to get a divorce.
Somebody said the roster, his little honor roll list. Oh yeah, we
He
want to
do
see how
got a
she look.
crazy roster.
Yeah.
Man, he's so good
You know
at getting
what?
hoes. He needs to stay out this whole street shit. He needs to just focus on the girls.
Yeah, Crippin ain't working
He's
for
got a skill.
Yeah, that other stuff alone, bro.
Okay, so
Yeah, what's next?
His brother's.
I was just mad-
bro. His brother had a fake law firm. How you do that?
okay, wait. So Munchie, let me ask
That's
you this,
crazy.
bro, because I'm mad confused. Because Bricc was trying to ask him before, like who put you on? Are you really from 6-0? Who put you on? And he was very evasive and was acting like this is the one time he didn't want to talk. And he was like, you feel me? Like
That man ain't.
he's
from
like, oh, I'm not gonna. I don't have conversations like that on camera. So is Luce, per your understanding, from LA or is he from the IE?
He grew up in IE, right? He come up here 30 IE niggas deep. The whole IBM, he got a cold cult following, like from the IE, right?
Hey, don't do that, Lush, girl.
No, it's a legitimate question.
Lush, stop doing that, girl. You know,
Hey, cause
don't do that.
for
It's
me
a
to ask,
legitimate question.
That ain't legit.
All that matters is the
I fuck with
FBI
you.
said he was 60s.
Yeah. Stop trying to cause that divisiveness.
hey,
nigga.
hey, no,
you
no,
know,
no, no.
cuz gonna go up on him.
I can't say because I'm from across the street. They rivals, but you gotta ask one of them. But you know, they all said he ain't.
That's what I'm saying. Go ask them. Why you asking he from over there?
Well, he's the most.
Bricc already said he ain't. Shit, right?
I was just a little confused.
You
about
want
that.
Munchie from Inglewood to reiterate on Nate? Come on, don't do that.
I was a little
but-
confused.
But I think
That's
everybody
how-
already know
I think-
know that though, right? Like he deep with the
No,
IBM
but that's the
dudes.
thing. I think that there is ambiguity there because I'm confused about it.
ambiguity.
Why you
break
didn't
it
ask?
down? Break it down. What that mean?
Why you didn't ask her?
No, for
Why?
real.
He been here, right?
I have asked him, and he's always
Did you
like, I'm
ask him
from-
on the pod?
I didn't ask him on the pod.
Why not?
Because Bricc did.
Bricc was.
No, why didn't you?
Because
if you,
Bricc did.
If you was confused, why you didn't say, "Hey, Luce, you from the IE?" Or why you didn't say that
I'm pretty sure I've asked him that multiple times.
on the pod?
I mean,
To be
Because you
fair,
asking him on the pod.
that's what Bricc
Well,
would always
I
say. When I was like, damn, Luce was up here with 20 dudes today. He's like, yeah, they all from the IE.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Bricc from over there, so he can say that. But,
Yeah.
But
I'm
I'm-
just saying, why you asking Munchie
I
instead
think
of
that's a
asking
fair.
Luce?
I think it's a fair question.
That ain't no fucking fair question.
I think it's
question.
more politically correct to ask them, but I could answer it. Everybody know the answer.
Okay,
You know
well,
what I mean?
look, you guys are acting like I wouldn't ask Luce this question on camera.
You a
It's
squabble
totally
Luce?
not true.
You wouldn't.
squabble him down?
That's what
I
I'm
would
getting at.
totally ask him.
You ain't
I would-
asking
I would
Luce
not
that on
squabble
camera.
him.
Why not?
That's a different
I'm not
thing.
trying to squabble
He's a
him.
potter.
But yeah, but that's not a fade. That's not on like my fade inquiry list. There's no incoming fade request from Luce at the moment.
Yeah,
He
but
refused.
Boogeyman
He
would've got down
refused to
on
say
you.
who put him on though. That's all we know, bro.
All I'm
He
saying
said
is, I think
they don't want to be out there. Like
I think
that.
it's a very
don't wanna
fair
be out
question.
That's what he said.
We know what you're doing.
That's not private.
Munchie
You know
gonna
what
eat
I'm
it
saying?
up because it's Munchie, but don't do that.
No, he eat himself up.
No, but
So,
he
like-
could have asked Luce while Luce was here.
Well, there's no need to when my co-host asked the same question.
But you said I'm confused. I'm still lost. So it's like, all right, I'm still lost.
no,
You
the
from
reason why I
Iowa.
brought it up right now, you're probably like, why do you bring this up? Is because she said I met Luce in Riverside,
Yeah.
which is where the IE.
And he lived in Corona by
So
Reggie Wright.
That's
So are you trying to throw IE smut on Luce? Like
no.
No.
Being from
No,
the
you-
IE ain't smut. But
No, I'm saying
being
no.
a claimer is though.
If you from LA, it is. Not shout out to the IE, it's not because real niggas everywhere.
Right.
But if you're an LA native, to disrespect an LA native, you be like, oh, you IE ass nigga, you a Valley nigga. Like that's low key disrespect.
To be
you know what I'm
40
saying?
something and still claiming something you ain't from is smut. You know what I'm saying?
No, for
The nigga
sure.
like 42, bro.
The reason why I'm confused is because
Nah, he ain't 40, right? He's probably like late 30s.
Bro, he tell y'all he 32, but his twin brother 42. I don't know how that works. That's crazy. Y'all be just
Shout out to the IE.
Y'all be
real
letting
niggas
fools have it
everywhere.
up
No,
here.
yeah.
He could be anything you want to be.
I was just getting at what was the overall purpose of that question. When
No,
he was
nothing-
here for a few pods,
You know that
I
nigga
never
ain't from
seen you
60s,
ask
bro.
that
He said he
shit.
wrote.
I've only
wrote
potted
music
with him
for 50
once.
Cent, bro.
Yeah.
I potted with him once. That's the
That
only
was the
time.
one time you
That was
should
the
ask
only
him.
time.
He told Adam
But-
he got a song coming with Drake that never came out. What happened to Adam?
That was a good question. I was kind of wondering that as well.
Mm.
I should ask Drake. What if he shoots it down like the sharp thing?
Hey, no. But they a good couple though. Him and his girl now.
Yeah.
They bounce off each other. She like a ghost producer. She called him a ghost producer. She made up a little title for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shout out her though. She real supportive.
Nah, for sure. She holding it down. Wait, Munchie, we got to ask you about this. Like, click on that Instagram post. Wack posted this. He said, Munchie B, you can't see. You didn't see it coming. Watch this. You pulled off and boom, it happened. You wrecked your car. That's the last thing you remember. I know the truth. What is he talking about?
That was Wack. That was Wack who said that.
Oh, he rapping now? I don't get it. Well, I don't get it.
You pulled off and boom, it happened. You wrecked your
made a
car.
post.
That's the last thing you remember. I know the truth. He's implying that you had some kind of Mickey Street situation that involved your car getting wrecked. I don't know.
With a cryptic Draco reference at the end.
That, yeah, I was kind of
Which one was the? The
because
truth part?
I know the
Oh,
truth. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Hey, he notorious for saying who he don't know and little guys, but he be worried about this little guy a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Go get your wife back, bro. Go get Kimberly back, bro. That's why he angry. He's disgruntled.
Kimberly's gone. We moved on to R&B. Well, he did.
Hey, if you a millionaire, you supposed to be meeting women in these important places, not on Clubhouse. Okay, nigga, that's what niggas was doing in high school on a party line, nigga.
That's kind of dope if you like
That
drop
ain't
a
dope.
dime piece off a Clubhouse.
No,
song.
that ain't dope. No, he's nearly 50.
fire.
He's nearly 50.
Go ahead, Unc.
He's nearly 50, finding the love of his life on Clubhouse.
But I mean, you know, you're gonna find her where you're at, and
Where?
he's on Clubhouse a little too much, so it makes sense. Be for real. She's a diamond in the rough because she's a baddie, and
Hey, listen,
she was on Clubhouse. She got like 2-3 bodies like lifetime. You know,
Hey,
he got
people
some
gotta
fresh
stop being
work from there.
shallow, right? Just because you're good looking don't make you a diamond in the rough. That
She's the rose that grew from the
Look,
concrete.
you gotta ask.
It's amazing.
Ask these bitches what's a bad bitch. Then I bet you they definition be all toe up. Like what you talking about? Like man, she crazy as fuck.
I'll throw R&B in the baddie category for sure.
Yeah, to get hit. What else though?
I mean, she seems like a great partner, great wife. She got his back like nobody else on earth ever.
R&B seems solid. I ain't gonna lie. She do.
Man, Luce really picked a fucked up time to like turn on Wack though, because it would sure be nice to have Wack in his corner throughout all this, and instead
Why?
he'd be going the other way. You know, Wack's out here shaping narratives on a daily basis. I mean, it's just really an inopportune time that like a week before he gets indicted, he decides that he's done with the Wack 100 clout stimulus.
Wait, did Wack ever say if he knew the indictment was gonna be that beforehand or when it happened or
Yeah,
not?
he said he texted Big U wife and told her.
Because the only reason I asked that is because like the way when Luce was going off and then Wack called into the pod that last week, you feel me?
Yeah.
And Wack it was the only time I seen Wack like extending an olive branch to the capacity he was.
I know.
He was essentially like, I don't want to say waving the white flag, but it was like, look, I don't want to beef with you. You're my brother. I love you. Da, 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 da. Like that was kind of the energy he had for Luce, right?
But it's kind of crazy to see Wack being like straight up and honest about the nature of their relationship, because he basically is like kind of talking about Luce like he was like a big youth flunky that really didn't have no motion until Wack came around or whatever. And that's all shit that Wack would have gone to war arguing prior to them falling out, and now Wack is calling it straight.
Yeah, before he would have been like, Luce wrote Rapper's Delight.
Nah, for real.
Niggas 2 peas in a pod.
That's crazy.
Hey, man. I don't know,
Crazy.
I didn't get the
He ghost wrote Me Against the World.
But you don't know what he's talking about with the car? Because it's like, it's got to be a long time ago that you were driving or crashing cars, I assume.
Oh, when I got shot, my car got shot up. Something like that.
Maybe that's what he's pulling off. Watch this. You pulled off, and boom, it happened. You wrecked your car. That's the last thing you remember. I know that he's actually basically saying that he knows who shot you, because he can't read it. I know.
Hey, but bro,
Stop reading that shit.
He's saying that he knows who shot you up.
All right.
Nigga, Wack being real cryptic.
You was scuba diving on your stomach with your ass cheeks out, bro, for the world to see. That's one.
Scuba diving.
Okay, you gave an openly gay man a puppy as a gift. Shout out Jason Lee. That's not Paru, homie. That's 2. 3, everybody going to bed, but ain't nobody went to bed. What's going on? The plumber won it now. I heard the plumber, Jay Diggs, he went back to Hawaii. He got tired of waiting. Bro, he can't talk about nothing.
Tired of waiting.
When have getting a shot on 6 different occasions, not telling on the person or just handling it my own way became a knock, or not sending nobody to jail like he do. You know that Greg Hunter over there got some bullets in it. All that. Nah, bro, knock it off, Cash. Like, for real, man. He getting too old for this shit, bro. For real, man. I'm concerned about you, bro.
Goddamn.
All right. What's the next topic?
Yeah, let's go to the topic.
I can stay on him for an hour though, since he was a rapper.
No, because we got nothing to do with that shit.
You heard about little old Munchie, bro. Leave me alone, bro.
We've talked about a lot of the main
So
shit.
72K views on your little YouTube shit. Your shit trash.
Shit.
Come on, bro.
Y'all really put Almighty Watch at the top?
Yeah,
Y'all
I think
niggas crazy.
Nah, we ain't trying to rub it in.
No, to be fair,
Hey, cuz, right there.
to be fair, Cartier watches, you could take them apart.
Yeah.
And that is a Cartier skeleton.
But now you have something to think about when it comes to wearing 2 watches. Is don't clap your hands too hard, because that shit might just explode.
just in the young homie's defense, Cartier, real Cartier watches, you take apart.
Don't try to big bro him.
So y'all was
The
here with
little
the
homie.
That's the,
No, I'm trying to figure
that's a respectful that young man is a respectful way of saying your younger friend, instead of being like, hey, the little homie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't even wear no watch. Nigga, I didn't know this shit be blowing up and shit. Nah, for real. You gotta like do some research on that shit, or why they do that shit. You said they clicked together?
He had 2 watches and he was going like, I'm assuming that's what made it.
Yeah, he was clapping them
Yeah.
together and shit. He was like yelling at her. Man, I still haven't seen like the whole thing to understand like how that argument started to come
It
together.
was heartbreaking to me.
What was heartbreaking?
I don't know. I was just like, I like that. I don't like to see them arguing. It was like on some like gossipy, funny shit. Like but I fuck with them both, so I didn't like to see them arguing. And I want to see Jalise do more shit over here, so I don't want there to be conflict and shit.
I wonder if they hugged it out afterwards, or if
I'm
it's
pretty
still
sure.
up.
She kind of like seemed like she was being chill at the end. She said, because he's like, let me take my W. You take your L and take it home, Jalise. She's like, all right, I'll take my L.
DC Baby Draco about to pull up on Almighty, do a hood vlog. Daily news, man. Daily news.
Watch exploded. That shit's crazy.
All right. I mean, there's like a lot of stuff that would have been the biggest stuff in hip hop in any other week, such as Sauce Walker getting shot and Say So the P getting killed, Yella Beezy getting charged with a murder in Mo 3. These are things that we would have probably been digging into so deep and like really concerned with if it wasn't for the fact that so much other shit happened at the same time.
NBA coming home.
Young Boy coming home is another good one for show.
Welcome home, Young Boy.
K-Flock beating the murder, but kind of not beating the murder because he's probably going to do like 20 years anyway. That would have been a really big deal, man. They forgot about his ass.
Shout out to K-Flock. He kept his stitch lip.
ASAP beat something. I didn't pay attention to that, the court proceeding, but the ASAP dude.
Well, Rocky beat the murder like a couple weeks ago, yeah. Or not the murder, but the shooting case, yeah.
I really pay attention, but the ASAP too.
I mean, even the
Like, he's
ASAP
hilarious.
thing, like that was weirdly quiet. Like people just didn't really pay as much attention to that as you would have thought, given that you got like this very, very famous rapper facing 20 years at one point, you know?
Okay, is the Yo Gotti thing that's fake news? There ain't no indictment coming down on Yo Gotti, right?
Not that I heard of.
Yeah, okay, that's fake news. All right.
No, definitely. Did you meet Say So the P when he came through? You did that interview with Sharp.
I did not meet him. I did not get to meet Say So the P. But that was a like the whole lore behind that story is crazy. I guess Say So the P is from Memphis.
Right.
And he was out there fucking with him in Memphis, Sauce was, and I get allegedly over 200 bands.
Did he actually run off on him, or
Well, his
mom
family
came
has come
and
out
said
and vehemently denied that allegation and said that he was not the type to run off on anybody. But at the same time, you didn't hear them questioning the narrative about like the dude basically like standing over them and then realizing it was Sauce Walker and then not shooting him.
That's what Rainwater said.
That is what Rainwater said, but you didn't really hear anybody say that wasn't true.
But that's another open case niggas talking about. Him and Wack was talking about that on Clubhouse. What's the deal with this open case shit? You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but that would like
that was real descriptive.
It is very descriptive, but it like I could see that happening. I don't know if it's true or not, but I could see that being true. And also, I think a lot of the reason why his mom, Say So's mom, is tripping and stuff is because all the footage afterwards of Sauce Walker, like he was, and you know, everybody deals with grief and trauma differently. So, and we've seen Sauce Walker go through it before because when Sauce Walker smoked the dude, and then he posted about it 10 minutes later in the self-defense thing, and he was on Instagram, like you could tell that dude does not really have too much.
I don't think he pulled the trigger
he
on
don't
that.
feel bothered at all, huh?
Yeah,
That's what it looked like.
he does not feel bothered at all. And in this instance,
He was pulling up a foe.
yeah, like
an hour later.
He was in the trenches.
I feel like pouring up a foe is pretty much how Sauce Walker is going to celebrate any moment in his life, whether it's his homie dying or him not dying, etc. Anything is an excuse to poe up. That being said, yeah, if your homie gets killed in front of you, you kind of owe it to the internet and the world to like your first time on camera to not look like you are too happy.
Yeah.
You know, like that video definitely came off like very weird. Like you don't seem like that's really at the forefront of your brain at this moment.
he was more juiced about some drink.
Oh, I feel like he was just happy because he got shot and he was fine and didn't die, which is, you know, that's got to feel pretty good. But then
That
watching
story's-
your homie die in front of you is going to be pretty rough.
It don't sound scripted though, because why would you leave somebody else alive before he could tell on you? You know what I'm saying? That sounds like some movie shit. Like he stood over him, he noticed it wasn't him, then he just left him there.
I don't know how much of a plan they had to get away with it because they've already identified who the dudes are. You want to click that link?
That does sound like a Tarantino script, though. I'm
Right.
not gonna lie. Like, oh, it's you. Oh, we gonna give you a pass this time.
It sounds like a good ending to a movie.
Yeah, because look at these fools. This is that guy on the left is at least one of the dudes who got identified in this whole shit. Yo, and that's them getting out of the car to go do this drill? Are they switching seats right here or what?
God damn, they got niggas in 4K.
Oh, that's not the
Bro, don't be a criminal. It's not worth it.
That eye in the sky ain't no joke.
I mean, this is like
There's
the
gotta be a boomer.
the shit with Ronnie. They had like, you know, amazing food. They caught those fools the next day.
Did they both get caught? The other one was mashed up.
No.
That's some Minority Report shit.
Nah, they just did some bozo shit. It's
not the
broad
one,
daylight.
But the video where they showed him drawing down on him, they don't stand over nobody.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I think that story was false.
See,
Cut trying to make it sound like some movie shit.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
they could have realized that it was Sauce Walker.
No, you still
That-
I
supposed
love
to
how you say Walker.
Oh yes, Waka.
Waka.
True.
Waka waka.
No hard
Buka
R on
buka.
the
You know, in reality, you ain't supposed to leave nobody around, though, so I doubt that.
I didn't see the video of him on the internet celebrating though. I didn't see that shit.
Nah, it wasn't him celebrating. It just he was. You talking about the video? He was standing next to the dude, right? Like,
No, after he got hit up, they said he got back on the net drinking.
You want to see the video? We got it right here.
That video.
Sauce
when-
Walker
when
and
he's-
Say So
when-
P shot and released.
Was that in a hospital, by the way? Where the fuck?
I don't know. They were like a trap house.
That's a weird trap house.
The only logical explanation I can give is he wanted to show the dudes who shot him, like, yeah, fuck y'all, I'm still up
Right,
type
yeah,
shit.
Yeah. Watch this.
Like, yeah, I ain't down type shit.
Yo, it looks like they're in a hostel. Yo, you got to put the audio on.
I'm still dripping.
Slow mo, secrets do.
This is Scarface. This one of my Islamic brothers right here.
That's not that bad though. It's not that bad.
Two of them.
Two.
Yeah.
Where the fuck
You know,
they
this
at?
nigga did it
That's
already.
what I'm saying.
Look at
dog.
those beds.
What a sus environment.
That's like the cheapest bed you could get.
I with my brother right here, Wallahi.
Salam alaikum. Such a delivery, man.
That's literally what happened.
That's blue cream, that's pineapple,
hair stuff.
that's act peach.
Egg peach.
Hold up.
Say so, Pete, man.
Come on, man. Citrus dew, red cream,
Wallahi, thank you. You saved my soul.
every flavor. Another citrus dew, blue cream.
Thank you, Jesus. I love you, bro. Thank you. I love you. You know I was gonna call you Wallahi.
Man, the first cup of drink after you get shot twice in the leg has got to be a pretty good feeling cup of drink. So I can't blame him for being at least a little bit relieved, but
Bro been shot like 4 or 5 times, right?
Yes.
Different occasions.
Yes.
he definitely moves around like a regular ass dude and not a dude who has all this jewelry and fame and shit. You know?
His mom, he like getting shot regular
He
now.
was out here last
Yeah,
4th of
that's what
July
I
in
mean.
Bompton just begging it.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
give a fuck.
It's on my Instagram. He just
Honestly, though, like, man, if Sauce got killed, that'd be a fucking national
aw-
tragedy. That's
awful.
a incredibly influential, important figure in the history of rap music. I'm
Sauce
gonna be
Walker.
real, yeah.
So did Boosie strike again?
you hear that?
What the fuck
I
is
feel
that?
like
No,
it's
no,
Almighty
yeah,
screaming at the TV.
Probably playing that video.
Yeah,
You
it's
know that
mad
you know
into
that
it.
clip he had on Vlad talking about rappers getting killed in their hometown.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, it strikes
Hypnotized
again,
by
right?
hate.
Yeah, Vlad finna re-upload that shit.
Well, yeah,
ASAP.
this dude, I guess, is from Memphis, but I'm gonna be real, and I fuck with like all the Sauce twins and like Sancho and all them different dudes and Peso. I wasn't really familiar with this dude. With Say So the P.
I wasn't super familiar either, but
They said the mama came out trying to act like he was just a good boy. All the shit he talking
That be
about in
most
this
cases,
rap.
though.
yeah, they
Nah, I
always
know.
say
Everybody
that,
gonna say that shit.
It felt like she was damn near trying to like put it on. I don't know, put it on Sauce, but like making it seem like it was a setup. You feel me? Like
Sauce Walker
That's
not
usually
even-
how
he
it
not
go
even
though.
that
If you
state, though,
get
right?
shot with
Right.
somebody and you live, they're gonna blame you. They're gonna be like, "Why you're not dead?"
Nah, facts.
That's usually how that shit go.
yeah.
nah, that's facts.
I don't think there is a stupid rumor like, Sauce took an insurance policy out on this guy.
That one.
It's crazy.
yeah.
Internet.
Yeah, I don't
crazy.
like conspiracy theories, bro.
I mean, when you see Sauce Walker, he has an army of different dudes that are assigned to the Sauce Factory that, like, realistically, for every peso, there seems like there's 5 or 10 of them that maybe are not the most serious aspiring rappers, but they're definitely out here in the streets doing whatever they're doing. So shout out to Sauce Walker. I feel like we honestly ran through all the good topics. I think we should hit the donations and then wrap this shit because we did almost 4 hours, and I feel like it was a great podcast, and I appreciate everybody who was watching this shit. That being said, we're going to get into all the donos right now. If you want to get last-minute ones in, $5 and up, we're reading them on camera. Scroll if up, and we shall dig in here. We got a few
Man, we
more.
got a cool
Shit.
amount.
The
Dang.
people support, and they want to have their words heard. You can
Talk
keep
your
going.
shit.
Keep going. Keep
Tapping
going.
in, not tapping out.
I think you're going too far now because I remember that one.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We read this shit. Let's scroll down a little bit
Damn,
more.
Messiah got a fan base.
Okay.
React to
Yeah,
Zero
yeah.
crashing out was the last one.
That was the last one we read. All right. Keep going down.
Gotta have some mediation going on, man.
Free Koopa said, "Free Brick Baby, my dog. Much love from Dirty Jers for show." I mean, honestly, like if there's one thing that this whole fucking ridiculous encounter has showed me, Remo. Okay, FBI Agent 4 said Remo outside in the white van right now.
Facts.
Shout out to Officer Remo. He hates that narrative though. He's very against that being put out there. But okay, you remember when we first started like doing the pod consistently, and it felt like the opinion of Brick Baby was kind of mixed.
Yeah.
Where, like, you know, a lot of people were kind of not into his style of podcasting or our dynamic or whatever. And now you're really getting to see, like, how much they've grown to appreciate him and shit, which is, it's good to at least see how much of an impact he ended up making on the fans, even if it's from a very negative situation.
I feel like Bricc fulfills in like several niches simultaneously and has like not only knowledge on the gang shit, the street shit firsthand, but the industry shit as well. And is also really funny and entertaining. Is like he's like not far from age from us, like so he gets all of our references, but he
Yeah.
still has like young energy that like people way younger than us fuck with. So I don't know. I think Bricc is like I said, he was Kobe over here, man. We need the homie back home.
So you think the hate is, you know, once you had certain co-hosts that left, people, it's hard to replace the people that they already fell in love with. So it's that buffer period of getting
was a
used
part
to the
of
new guy.
Yeah, he was crucial to us kind of like rebuilding the whole dynamic after certain people left for sure. But I mean, one thing about Bricc is like I always felt like to really appeal to the No Jumper fan base on any given show, it kind of needs to be like a mix of like a more nerdy style person as well as like street type people like that, because that's kind of like both the audiences. Is you have like underground rap fans who really are not in the streets or whatever, and then you have like dudes who really want to hear about the street shit. And Bricc, to his credit, been through everything you could pretty much go through on a street level, and then also like is kind of a nerd in terms of his own personal interests, and he's spent enough time around white people and shit that
he knows the Lil Peep song.
Yeah, you know, he's not. He does have like massive gaps in his like cultural understanding from being locked up, which is kind of like there's all this like No Jumper history that he'll just be like, damn, I was locked up for that, and he just has no idea what we're talking about. But I do feel like it's good to see how much the fans have like grown to care about him since he's been out. But hey, according to his family and shit, very good chance that he's going to be out in the very near future. So
very good chance.
Keep your fingers crossed. Princeton said, ask Munchie B his thoughts on nofap/semen retention. We need that Munchie wisdom. Basically, do you? I
know these fools are probably into that.
Yeah, for sure they know about it. Do you feel like? Do you go without masturbation as an opportunity to enhance your mind and make you more of a weapon when you're out there in the world, or do you just jerk off freely?
Are you just gooning?
You're a gooner?
I get pussy. No, cause I used to be a jailbird, bro. So I you know what I'm saying? I'm happy I don't have to, you know what I'm saying, do that. You know what a fifi is?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
I
Them
got one
days
in my
is
pocket
over.
right
Like,
now.
hell no. Hey, no. Like
Hell
juvenile
no.
hard camp, it was fifis, and they eat all that jailbird shit. Them days over. So I'm out here in 3D.
You seen them making the fifis with hella ass now? Like they have,
That's what
like,
Sharp got? The BBL fifi?
BBL fifi.
BBL fifi. Yo, if we had one, we got to do that remix. Half a brick sent $5. Do you think the phone call about Big U having DNA under his nails was really the family or a Clubhouse 304? I do not have information on that.
No, read it correctly. DNA underestimated.
Yeah, it's like some autocorrect going on with that donation.
For show LAUSD.
That could have easily been a Tubi actor.
That's a product to LAUSD, I promise you.
And then Arturo said, have legal scholar Alex Alonso on to speak about the big unit. I was thinking about hitting him up to have him and Munchie on together or some shit.
Hey, no, that's what he do. He break that shit down.
That would be dope. I would like to tap in with Alex. I looked at my phone and I do not have his phone number, so I got to figure it out.
His number.
Okay, for sure. Harold Shaw said, I used to run with Long Beach Messiah back in 08, 09. Low boys days. Glad to be low-key a hothead. Glad to witness major growth. Keep grinding, big dog. So
Shout
that's
out
dope.
Harold, man.
That's dope. You guys got some history out here, huh?
The low boys.
What are you guys, late 20s or early 30s?
Yeah.
I'm trying to guess. Nah?
Viral's not
I'm like, I don't know.
You don't want to air it out?
Leave my age
He's trying to Michael
undisclosed right
Jackson
now.
and keep his age out of it.
Fans back there writing that shit down.
He said,
I think my co-host was on y'all podcast, Mariah.
Yeah, Mariah, she been there.
Shout out Mariah.
Yeah.
Real one. Okay. Hilux driver sent 20, said Munchie's safety valve is crazy. Viral and Munchie would be a good one. Woman on a case equals fucked. I like how conservative he's being with his words
But
here.
they didn't catch when I said safety values on the phone.
Yeah, what was that? What's safety valve mean?
You little former snitch, you trying to get up out of here. Little package deal
little
with the
safety
feds.
valve.
Oh, okay.
The escape hatch.
Shit.
Downward departures and all that. They got little ways to get up out the feds, snitch ways.
Okay.
Downward departures.
Big Ox Englewood said, I'm scared to even watch this show. It's so federally.
Shut up.
Yeah. Who's getting caught up because of this right here? I don't know about that. Spare Peso again said, he said, would 50 Cent make it as a rapper in 2025?
If he was that same dude coming out right now, fuck yeah, he would.
Yeah.
He would be like the hottest shit right
The
now.
competition is a little bit crazy because 50 got so much credit for just like
He came out and dissed
Getting shot.
everybody. He for sure would go viral.
And he did.
He might have
That's
been
how-
bigger
Yeah,
coming
he
out.
did.
right
50
now.
Cent would have been bigger right now. The
might
way
be
he
bigger.
nobody
Saying
hit the scene
the
like
game
he
needs
was
hit
Phase,
makers,
probably.
period.
Remember
you know?
How to Rob? Shit, he came out dissing back then. You feel me?
Even
Even
the
when
image shot
Wankster came
9
out, when he
times.
came out, 50 hit the scene. You heard that in everybody car.
But to
50
be
would be
fair,
on songs with Boss Man D-Lo and Vaughn.
50
right now.
got shot and then was able to profit off of having like this crazy gangster image, which when you think about it now is like people get shot and it's not exactly like a W for their career, right?
But that's what Yuckmouth was trying to say when he dissed me. I got shot 9 times. That boy need a hug.
But his tongue is inflamed, and then like that, his little delivery, that make him kind of special though, because you know what I'm saying?
Changed, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He started sounding a lot better once he got.
but
the-
imagine-
But I think they found out even his backstory too. I think a lot of that played with it, as far as helping him propel.
At the time, he was way more gangster than most of the rappers who were out on the scene at that time. So it stood out so much for anyone who lived through it that the level of respect 50 was getting at that time was just like
saying,
absurd.
imagine Trap doing a documentary on 50 though.
Man,
back when he first hit the scene.
The Supreme Team.
He has
That
done
would've
some
been
crazy.
right, that would have been crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, I like Trap. I like Trap.
You remember he had the DVD that with his CD.
Yeah.
That shit would have been crazy.
When that Power of the Dollar tape came out at the same time of like just all this like everything he was doing and like all the beefs he's getting to do with Jay-Z, getting like just dissing everybody. Nobody was fucking with 50.
Damn, bro. Trap Lord Oz has got a lot of fucking views off 50 over the years, but the biggest one, 7 months ago, almost 5 million views, 50 Cent's 20-year plot to destroy Diddy, which that is indeed what happened with that. Man.
Very vengeful soul.
And he's still reveling
I
in
study
it.
50 Cent.
Yeah, no. That who's like, I feel like 50 taught me the game as a young dude because I was like 17 growing up, just being so in awe of him. And I felt like I was just studying his moves for a long ass time.
I'd like to see him and Bangam Smurf get back together.
Oh shit!
Wow!
Shout out to Bangam, cuz.
But 50 is always like the
Brought it
last
back.
person to patch up an old beef.
Yeah, he ain't never.
He's like, nah, we're gonna let that simmer
The
for all
last
the
thing
time.
that 50
it's
Cent's
broke,
gonna
then
do
it
is patch it up with Bangam.
I know because he
Smurf.
went over there with Ross and all
Yeah.
that, but I fuck with Bangam.
Yeah, nah, we interviewed him a couple years ago. Yeah. Donnie Rue said B team, elite team.
Well, big team.
Shout out to all the roosters out there. Smoking Booth said my new single Northwest Hose now out on all platforms, or NWES Hose. I don't know exactly what
Northwest,
that is.
East South.
The show. And then John sent $5. Thank you, John. Nikki B sent $10. Said LBC Messiah. LBC Messiah. You better keep sending those donations on this stream.
Viral.
Damn.
They viral.
Bring that
Shit.
to the viral way.
Brandon Upchurch, $5. Clarity. Adam said the biggest female artist men fuck with is Sexy Red. Gorilla that goat. Just saying. I mean, there's a lot of truth to that too. I feel like Glorilla got a very big male
I
fan
want to
base.
see Glorilla Sexy Red tape collab.
Glorilla the most improved.
Yeah,
She
nah.
going
Shouldn't
crazy.
have stepped it up.
Glow going
Ice
crazy.
Spice coming back. She got thick again.
Yes.
And I'm here for that.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
back on
I'm
the
a-
ride.
Yes,
That's really
man.
all I'm here for.
The
got that
Mr.
ass
movement
back.
was successful. Make Ice Spice thick again, and she answered our prayers.
For sure. Jay Reezy, $5. Adam, did Big U set Nip up? We do not know. I'm going to assume no, but shit.
That case was a big case. That man would have been locked up a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, if it does kind of seem like, okay, if Big U set him up, do we really think Eric Holder has been holding his tongue all these years? I don't know. I
think
got
that-
at least some doubts.
But we do. By all accounts, that investigation was started when that occurred. When Nipsey was murdered, that was the beginning of this Operation Drawdown.
Well, I think
thing.
2021 is when they started the wiretaps and shit, right?
Right, but the entire they started trying to look into on a federal level, the 60s and all that was when that happened.
For sure. Bricks sent $5. Said send Bricc a Fifi L on the head, homies.
He got to make it himself.
He got to make it himself. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't think they're letting us send.
I don't think
Fifi
they
in.
want. I don't think he wants to touch
don't
Fifis
work
that
that
we
way,
made.
You don't want to import one. Trap House TV said I bought some Fire Cannon merch after the phone call. That's dope.
Yeah,
Shit, we got some right here for you as well, I think.
I'm pretty sure that he made it.
And then Glock the Talk sent $5. Said Munchie looked like Frozone from the movie Incredibles. I ain't seen it, but
That's annoying.
It's a great reference.
that's cool, yeah. And then Clubhouse Ear Hustler sent $5. Said Wax said Rockstar was supposed to get off on Black Sam and then spin back, yet when Tiny Draws slapped Wack, he didn't get off and ran to his car.
Right.
What are they saying exactly?
They're saying Tiny Jaws got off on him and he broke, and then he's saying what Rockstar should have did. He shouldn't be talking. That's what they trying to say.
Well, Rockstar got off easy too. Everybody stopped talking about him as soon as this shit happened.
Yesterday's news type shit.
Yeah, facts. All right, well, yo, shout out to everybody tuning in for this stream. We had a great 4-hour podcast. We got a shout out to The Viral Way. I think you guys are great co-hosts. You guys killed it. Everybody should definitely check their shit out. Make sure they see a spike in subscribers and everything after this so that they know that y'all appreciated them. And then obviously the mayor.
Oh yeah, Rich at Heart _TV, man. Go subscribe for sure.
Munchie B. Yeah, we got one more dono. It's $5 from Bryson SBG. What's y'all opinions? G-Unit, Dipset, or the Locks?
G-Unit.
Dipset.
For sure.
G-Unit and Dipset.
Dipset.
It depends what era you counting them in.
I love the Locks so much, but I don't think that they really had the same.
We're not talking about the Uncle Murder era. We talking about
not Uncle Murder.
No, we ain't talking about Uncle Murder.
G-Unit for sure is hot, but the Locks been in the game for a long time.
When I think of the Locks, I think late 90s, and then when I think of D-Block, that was more like early, mid-2000s when they really had like a resurgence.
The Locks would have had a better run if they would have put J Hood out.
I mean, he was the only addition, but then he dragged.
But he was the young nigga.
But then he
was the
dragged
Jewels
the
for
fucking
niggas.
D-Block chain down the
that's
block.
that's
But they did cut dirty though, so I didn't really
G-Unit
blame
got
him
way
for
more
doing
radio
that.
hits.
I'll say this off rip: the best rapper out of any of these guys is Jadakiss by a significant margin. He's the best lyricist, best rapper
bar for
out
bar,
there.
he murdered Banks?
Wait.
It's not
You
even
think
close.
was he murdering
Cam?
Banks?
Yes, Jada's better than Cam.
Jada better
I
than
said, is he
Cam.
murdering Banks bar for bar?
I like Cam better personally, but Jadakiss is
Jadakiss
overall better.
murdering.
You know what,
MC.
but I
think
think
Jadakiss never made an album like Purple Haze.
Jadakiss voice
Jada
is
got
an instrument.
classic.
I love Jada, but Purple Haze
Once
is
they
a
did the
classic project.
And I'll agree.
Front
that
to back.
Purple
The
Haze
Locks
is a better.
versus Dipset, Jadakiss dismantled that
fucked
whole
up.
He
camp
did.
by itself.
He did. But now, and here's the other thing about Dipset. If you ask any old head in New York right now, Jim Jones, Jimmy is the truth. They all fuck with Jimmy. Every person that's over 35 years old in New York City.
Love
But
Jimmy.
Jewels is
Jim.
harder than Jimmy.
Jadakiss
Jewels was harder.
Jewels can get on something right now and it will kill him on the track.
It's crazy how much revisionist history has changed because if you were outside in 2007, there's no way Joel Santana wasn't like the hottest rapper.
Nah, he was
What
going
kind of grades
crazy.
you made in
he-
school,
even
bro?
And he
that
was
tape-
young
even
too.
that
He had that young audience, you know. Like
Yes, he did.
Like Jim felt like an old head.
Wayne
even
will
during
never
the
do a
original
whole
Dipset
tape with
come up.
Jim. Wayne did a whole tape with Jewel.
Yeah, exactly. And if it wasn't for like extracurriculars and him getting caught up in a bunch of shit, Jewels would be one of the most respected, probably. You
Yeah,
know?
he was supposed to be out of here.
He was supposed to be. Yeah, he did. He got
Sicko
caught with a
wearing
fucking
that fake
Glocky at the
polo.
airport.
Oh, that was funny. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
You see,
I guess it is kind of easy to forget. that
it's
shit,
Ralph
though.
Lauren, cuz.
Yo, scroll up again. I feel bad if I don't read these last couple. Jackie Moon said, "Will we ever get a sit down with Adam and T-Rail?" I mean, shit, I don't know. I'd probably rather just watch them drown slowly, but it is what it is. No Safe Surface said Yellow Beezy got picked up for Mode 3. Who knows? Big U might get caught up for Nip eventually. Yeah, you know,
Man, why everybody pushing for that shit?
we just got to wait and see what happens,
Somebody
man.
already doing life for it.
Justice. They want
Niggas
justice.
need YouTube videos to
guess.
watch. That's what it be.
Right. They want another documentary.
Shit, yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to like switch up on Big U. I was always cool with him. He made me didn't like me so much during the WAG 100 podcast era, but
Neither.
I'm not gonna sit here and just act like he's the biggest demon of all time. Although my conversation with SGK, if you're on the fence and you watch that when that comes out, you might have to take a moment to be like, all right, this dude was maybe not the best dude ever, man, because that was an emotional podcast, like the most emotional shit I did in a minute.
Let It Out, loved one.
Shit, OG Suicide, the ghost of OG Suicide was in the room, bro. Damn.
Let it out, loved one.
Let it out. All right, yo, we're gonna be back live tomorrow at noon with a very special guest that you guys are gonna see.
Oh, man,
Nah, he did not want to take a seat with the person that we are doing content with tomorrow.
Oh,
so,
yeah, I'll pass.
Yeah, he's passing on that one.
It's
But
gonna be a banger.
drop comments. Let us know if you want to see Munchie back up here. If you want to see us do more collabs with the Viral Way, we're gonna go on their podcast at some point. Maybe Lush One will even roll up with me.
Yeah, I'm already.
let's
supposed
get it.
to.
Let's get it. All right. Shout out to everybody who watched this. We love you all. Appreciate all the donations more than you could ever know. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not gonna lie, this is definitely the biggest episode we probably maybe ever did, or at least in a long ass time. So appreciate all the support, even if it was done under the auspice of some very negative shit. Yeah, we got 135K on this podcast already.
No way.
That's retarded. All right. Appreciate y'all. Much love. Free Bricc, free Luce, free
All right.
Big Yusufer.
Yeah,
Let's
free the
go.
homies. Come
Long
on, man.
Beach.